Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate everybody for checking with me. We back with another one of them things, ladies and gentlemen. We discussing G3. Ladies and gentlemen, I got one question. What the hell did we just witness last night? I mean, I'm telling you, that seems to be the echo around the world right now. Everybody's disgusted, including myself. I got a whole lot of shit I need to get off my chest. It's Flight Sports TV. Listen, I ain't got time to waste, okay? And I want to cut straight to the chase. Listen, I'm be 100 with you. It's time to start thinking. It's time to start brainstorming into the future. Point blank, period. Shit is not going scheduled as planned. Okay, as at some point, the Charlotte Hornets, if they continue this BS that they're pulling, it's time to start looking at other avenues. And these other avenues, I think is probably a much better situation right now than the Charlotte Hornets. Because the Charlotte Hornets, the organization, I'm not sure if they are prioritizing Liangelo Ball, or even if I don't know what the hell is going on. Seriously, I think it's time for Jello, not necessarily to start looking outside of the NBA, but I think they need to start surveying the floor of the NBA. It's time to start gauging interest on other teams, seriously, because it's got to be something better than this. This cannot continue. This is a dumpster fire waiting to happen. They're going to drive Liangelo Ball straight down if they continue this. I'm telling you, this is not good for the morale, for the talent, for nothing. What they did last night was horrendous. And there's no way else to put it, point blank, period. It was completely horrendous. And I am disgusted. I'm sick of this shit. This seemed like a rerun, a repeat of what happened with the G League, what happened with the situations a season ago. There's an ongoing situation with Liangelo Ball and his minutes, and it's disgusting. Why in the world was Liangelo Ball the only player on that goddamn bench last night whose minutes was getting screwed with? Can somebody tell me what the hell was going on? I need answers, goddammit. I'm telling you, it's time to start surveying the floor. I know there's interest in other teams out there. I just know it. It was interest with the Detroit Pistons years back. It was interest with the Oklahoma City Thunder. He played with the OKC Blue, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta have to talk about it. The OKC Blue was a team that Liangelo Ball played with. There's still interest there with Oklahoma City. Ladies and gentlemen, there are other teams in the NBA than the Charlotte Hornets, ladies and gentlemen. Younger teams in the NBA where Liangelo Ball can grow and his game can come into fruition instead of trying to fool around with a team that's down, not looking too good, but acting like they want to be a goddamn playoff threat. I'm telling you, the Charlotte Hornets got one foot tanking and the other foot trying to make a playoff push. That's a horrible place to be, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you. And Liangelo Ball is getting swept all in the middle of this shit, and changes must be made. It's just point blank, period. I want Liangelo Ball on a young, upcoming roster if this thing continues, because the Charlotte Hornets, to me, in my opinion, this ain't where it's at. I look at a team like we touched on the Oklahoma City Thunder. I like the Orlando Magic. You're looking at, I know y'all might call me crazy. I'm talking about in terms of the best development for Liangelo Ball. You look at what they did for other players who you might have looked at maybe like they could have been on their way out the league. Look what they did for Markelle Fultz for 1 second. I know I'm not comparing Liangelo Ball to Markelle Fultz. Markelle Fultz, a former #1 overall pick. right? This guy had been all just completely shitted on by Philadelphia. You know, this guy goes to another organization out there. He goes to Orlando. Orlando is developing him. You understand? Taking the time, taking the effort, and seriously trying to develop him. Markelle Fultz was looking like he was going to start coming into fruition until he tore that ACL, which was just devastating. Liangelo Ball could step foot into Orlando right now and grow with this young core that they have with the Orlando Magic. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that Liangelo Ball must start surveying the floor and start gauging interest with other teams in the NBA. I stated before there was interest with the Oklahoma City Thunder when he played with OKC Blues, interest with the Detroit Pistons. Mind you, all of these teams are young and they're trying to grow. Mind you, the Charlotte Hornets have one foot tanking, the other foot trying to make a playoff push. That's not a good place to be. I'm just going to repeat myself for the people that's just rolling in the building. You know, this is. I want to tell you. I want to look at this roster from the Orlando Magic for 1 second. I guarantee you, if he played for the Orlando Magic, this guy would get ample playing time. His minutes would not be getting just screwed around like this. You got players like Mo Bamba, Franz Wagner, Jalen Suggs, Cole Anthony. You got Wendell Carter. You just got the #1 pick in Paolo Banchero, right? This is a young core that Liangelo Ball can grow with. Do you understand? And Liangelo Ball was listed as a forward. If you look at some of his numbers, Josh Jackson says if Jello don't play at least 20 minutes next game, he needs to get up and get out of there. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Changes must be made. We got a star-studded panel and we got a star-studded chat. I didn't even get to the chat. We got Dex in the building. Shout out my man All Access. We got my man Isaiah Curry in the chat. We got Josh Jackson. Salute to J Pap, Thunder, everybody in the building. I know everybody's disgusted coming off the heels of this bullshit. But like I said, I'm here to tell you there are other teams in the NBA other than the goddamn Charlotte Hornets where it seems to be underutilization happening right here. How long do we want to see Liangelo Ball get completely underutilized? I'm just asking. What if this guy went to the Houston Rockets for 1 second? We just hypothesizing here, ladies and gentlemen. Another young core of a team who's got Jalen Green. Look at this young roster that's right here. This team is a couple of years away, and the developmental, it seems like they're committed to developing their talent. Let's look at these players. All of these players are young. You got Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Christian Wood is gone. You got the core is extremely young, and Jabari Smith Jr. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? This is the kind of team that Liangelo Ball might be able to grow and really come into fruition instead of playing for a team like the Charlotte Hornets who seem like they don't know what the hell to do with him. You heard LeVar Ball weeks ago said he sent them to the Charlotte G League. They didn't know what to do with him. They sent them to the Detroit Pistons. They didn't know what to do with him. How long are we going to continue to let Liangelo Ball go to organizations that they don't know what the hell to do with him? I mean, seriously. It's time to take him to a place where he can grow. He can make mistakes. He can make errors, and grow. He don't have to feel like I got to shoot. I got to make the first shot or I'm about to get to check out the game and I won't come back until Lord knows when. That's a horrible place to play. That's a horrible situation. Goddamn, that seemed like he got picked on last night. Goddamn it. That's what I feel like. I feel like the goddamn organization picked on Liangelo Ball last night. You telling me if he would have made that first shot, he would have got ample playing time, but since he missed it, they cut his minutes into a fraction? Is there any explanation for this shit? Is there any explanation for this shit? Salute to CWE, salute to Jay Smitty. Rico, do you have an explanation for this shit? Rico, you in the building? We got
Flight?
Yeah, what's good, Rico?
My explanation?
Yes, to what I'm trying to tell you, then I got some more questions. We got to get to the bottom of this shit. I think it's time to start surveying the landscape, especially if this continues.
Yeah,
we have to start discussing other options in the NBA. We have to gauge interest. There is interest in other teams. Trust me, there is. It's time to gauge the interest.
His hometown team, the Lakers. The Lakers we need
They could
three-point
use some
shooting.
young players.
We
They
need
could use some young.
somebody to play without the basketball and run the floor and space out for LeBron James. That's what we need. We need a up-tempo floor runner who can shoot threes and possibly guard between the 2 and a 4. Why can't we have that? Know what I
Listen,
mean? Like
yeah,
we've
but did
needed that for a long
right?
ass time.
Yeah,
I've been saying since last season, Flight. Since last
yeah.
season, I wanted him on the Lakers. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask you. You talking about the Lakers? See, I look at the Lakers as a team that's competing. That's looking competitive. I was more looking at a younger team that maybe he could grow with. I know that people are looking at the Orlando Magic like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm just trying to tell you, I think that's a team that he can grow and make his mistakes, have trials and errors. He can miss shots. He could turn the ball. Not to say these are things you want to be doing on a consistent basis, but for a player that's basically going to be a rookie when he steps foot in the league, you know, mistakes are going to happen. Allow Liangelo Ball to go into a situation where he can make a mistake and don't feel like he's going to have to be checked out the fucking game. Do you understand why I'm just pissed off tonight, Rico? God, I'm sorry.
I get it, Flight.
This shit
But
is
I feel the
disgusting.
same way because at this point, like, why even put him on a roster, dog? Like, if you gonna do that to him? You should have just signed somebody else.
I'm telling you, man. This shit don't make no. See, I'm trying. I don't want to. See, I was about to go there. So we're trying to clean up the channel. But I'm telling
I
you,
feel you.
tonight I don't know. I'm just pissed off because it was a complete waste of time. Complete waste of time. And
Yep.
I'm leaving the door open if this shit continues, because if it continues, something got to give. Something got to give. It's time to start thinking of serious decisions that must be made for Liangelo Ball's sake. Lonzo solidified. Melo solidified. It's time to get Jello solidified, and it don't have to be with the Charlotte Hornets. It seems to be Charlotte Hornets or nothing. There are 30 NBA teams in the goddamn league. We got no panic. We got all access. What's the deal, Dex? Talk to the people. We live.
What's up,
Yes,
Dex? What
sir.
up? No panic.
Salute to the panels. Salute to Flight, the machine, voice of the voiceless, the people's champ. Thank you all for rocking with Flight Sports TV on this lovely Monday evening. And salute to the chat and salute to everybody that's out there in the YouTube landscape listening to our excellent, highly content type information. Yes, sir. You know what, Flight? Listen. I understand the situation.
Shit
I
don't make no
understand
sense.
Jello's plight, but Jello, it just happened to be so loyal, and it's damn near to his fault. You know what I'm saying? Because Charlotte was the team that gave him a real shot, although he did go to Oklahoma City Thunder G League team, but the pandemic swept that away from his grasp. So he went to Detroit, and that was basically an extension from Oklahoma City Blue, because the guy that was operating the talent development and assistant to Sam Presti, I mean, he was Sam Presti right-hand man. He was attached to the hip to this distinguished gentleman, Sam I am, and his name is Troy Weaver. So once he went over and got a promotion and hired by Detroit Pistons, he brought Liangelo over. You follow what I'm saying? He invited him. He extended his hand. I'm here now under a real coach with Dwayne Casey, a former coach of the year with the
Yes.
Toronto Raptors. He have coached great talent, so he knows talent when he sees it. And then Jello, you know what I'm saying? I'm be like, come on, give me a break here. You feel me? So they didn't want, were trying to babysit Liangelo with in recovery of that ankle, because they had Killian Hayes and he wasn't looking all that great. So they know they needed to spend a lot of time with the Hayes, because they're
You having some technical difficulties, Dax. You having some
Oh, is that
technical
right?
difficulties. Yeah, you much better now. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. I said, there was up in Detroit, there was having issues with the development of Killian Hayes, and he wasn't moving along fast enough for them, according to where he was drafted, first round, 7th pick, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. The 7th pick of that LaMelo draft, and so they didn't want Liangelo to basically out celebrity or move up and put Killian Hayes on the background, because that definitely wasn't going to happen, because they invested how much, about like $6 million in him, in signing him, something to that nature. So that right there interfered with Liangelo. So they had to basically develop Killian Hayes, and they had to spend all the time they could trying to get this guy on track. And we know that's still a project a project in process with Killian Hayes. Now they have Cade Cunningham, so they hit a home run with that young man. But nevertheless, Jello got caught up in that crunch. So Killian Hayes, Sadiq Bey, Saban Lee, all those wonderful young men that was acquired by Detroit, Liangelo was caught up in that crunch because Liangelo needed some development himself. So, hey, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So who we gonna work with? That's where FYF case come into play, where the money precedes favor. You follow what I'm saying? And so they had to make a choice. I don't know if it was a hard choice because he was injured. You follow what I'm saying? And they sent him on his way. Then all of a sudden we get the Charlotte Hornets situation. You know what I mean? And what makes Liangelo his loyalty is at fault, and to some degree, is because, oh boy, Charlotte gives him an opportunity, man. And Charlotte kind of took a little media hit on that, and where Mitch Kupchak, old Mitty, had to come out and speak about it, which he probably didn't want to, because he was already having issues with Devontae Graham, as far as Devontae Graham regressed in his development. So that's who they was kind of, into. They was into Devontae, they was into the Martin twins, right? And you had the Jalen McDaniels, the Book Knights, Kai Jones, and listen, and the story goes on. Mental issues. So they didn't kick him out, but they just, do Summer League, and if you impressed, then we'll move from there. He did Summer League, they was impressed, they tried to hide his talent. And in hiding his talent, he got lost in the shuffle.
Right.
Follow what I'm saying?
Can you? I don't mean to cut you off, Dex. I want to actually follow up on what you were saying. Can you? Because you was discussing the Oklahoma City Blue. I wanted to tell you the different quality of point guards that is on the floor between the rosters right now, ladies and gentlemen. Could you imagine if Liangelo Ball was on the Oklahoma City Thunder, summer league team right now, getting passes from Josh Giddey, a guy who's actually looking to facilitate and find open men and make people better? Do you think Jalen Crutcher is out there looking to make anybody better? Dex, can you answer that for me?
Well, see, the thing about Jalen Crutcher, from what I've seen, and I'm quite sure there's other charlatans out there that that's probably more invested with that information. The thing about Jalen Crutcher is he's just trying to get that two-way. You know what I'm saying? And in doing that, sometimes it can be hurtful because you might overplay yourself. And what I mean by that is that you're not looking to make everybody else better, because by making everybody else better, you're losing out your damn self. And that person that you're making better with these hell of assists and behind the back passes, and normally your name don't get called when you make the assists. When you make the assists, your name don't really get called unless you the Chris Pauls of the world. You understand what I'm saying? But other than that, the guy who makes the bucket name get called out. And if those names get called out more than your name, then you're probably thinking, which is human, nothing wrong with the way to think this way, that these guys would probably get that two-way before you, because these guys are more notable. Also, they are invested in, and you can get lost in the shuffle that way. And we know that through Lonzo Ball with the Kyle Kuzma situation. You know what I'm saying? And to some degree, the Brandon Ingram situation. So this is what's wrong with Julian, and that's based on the way that the Charlotte Hornets run their organization. They run their organization like a dog-eat-dog world. You feel me? And that's kind of a reflection of Michael Jordan to some extent, because that's the negative stigma that is attached to Michael Jordan's legacy, is that it was all about him. So if it's all about him, then we know shit rolls downhill, or to be more politically correct, done rolls downhill. So his reflection of the organization is a reflection of him and his attitude and his aptitude. So if Michael Jordan parlays a dog-eat-dog world in his come up from basketball player to owner, you follow what I'm saying? Then that's probably how the organization is ran. Everybody is out for themselves. Everybody cover your own ass. You know what I'm saying? And now when we look at the Charlotte Hornets Summer League team, we're looking at everybody seem like they just out for themselves and try to cover their own ass. I got my points, coach. I got my rebounds, coach. I got, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's disturbing about that. It just seemed to be no cohesiveness, no system, no structure. It just like the headless world.
Right, I got you. No panic. What's the deal? No panic.
What's up? What's up?
What's good, man? What the hell did we just witness last night?
I mean, to be honest, I don't think it is as bad as y'all making it out to be, because you got to think about it. Like, he ain't been with the team pretty much all summer. Then he come in after missing a couple of practices, a couple of games. I mean, they probably trying to run a certain system, and since he ain't up to speed yet, what they've been running in practice all week, they probably just figure like, let's give him some minutes in a certain spot. Because I mean,
I ain't gonna lie, no panic. This would that argument would make a lot of sense if it wasn't 3 games left. What is it? 2 games left? My bad.
If he didn't play on the team last season.
Yeah, but at the same time, you got the different rotation of players in.
Doesn't matter. They're not introducing they're not introducing no new philosophy that he can't get.
The player from UNC, Manic, right? Who come off the bench first? Him was Jello.
Who?
Manic from UNC. The big guy, 6'9", white boy, caveman.
Didn't he play at Oklahoma University? Huh?
He played for Oklahoma for like 3 or 4 years, but he had transferred to UNC.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, what about him?
No, I'm asking who came up the bench first between him and Jello.
I ain't gonna lie.
Apparently he does.
No, Jello actually came up the bench first.
No, he didn't.
Before Manic? Manic get more time.
I wasn't mindful before man. He wasn't the first one off the bench.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this
I ain't saying
real
the first
quick.
one off the bench. I saying between the two.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
I mean, for what
Manic came in before Jello, because Jello came in the second quarter. Or unless they came in at the same time, I don't know. But
he came at the end of the first.
That's exactly what.
The end of the first.
Yeah, and he played a little bit of the second.
Yeah, so
he might have came in before Manic.
He did come in for Manic.
Yeah, he might have came in before him.
I wasn't paying attention to Manic, so I don't want to get. I don't know.
But that's neither here nor there. And let me stop you. But hold up. Listen, I'm gonna let you go, no panic, but let me get you on straight. That's neither here nor there, because Manic played the first game, and he had the highest plus minus, if that even matters, out of the Charlotte Hornets. I think he was the only one in the plus, if I'm not mistaken. So he already was being eyed to some degree from that first game, because he was one of the only plus players for the Charlotte Hornets. So go ahead.
I mean, I feel you, but it's like we see this all the time, whether it's the NBA, whether it's college, whether it's high school, no matter what sport it is. Like, if you don't get enough time with your teammates, no matter what you missing time for, if you ain't a star player, like, they're not going to try to force you into minutes. And I understand y'all frustration with Jello, and I know we got.
I kind of disagree with that. I really do. I mean, listen, I know you have way better takes than that.
No, I mean, think about it. So if he play next game, right, he get like 12 to 15 minutes. What
If
we
that-
gonna be this time?
No
Why
panic,
would
no
you
panic.
put him on the roster if you're gonna do this to him? That's
No, but
my
not even
point.
that though. Not
No,
even
see,
that. Not even that. Rico.
Y'all ranking him higher than what he actually is.
See, that's
No,
where
I'm
he's coming.
not.
See, I already know
No,
where
I'm
no panic
not.
is going.
No, you think I am. I'm just
Yeah,
saying, even
exactly.
if you think he's a bottom level role player, why would you pick him instead of other people if this is what you were gonna do to him? It doesn't make sense. If you only wanted to see 5 minutes of a player, then you would have went to go see 5 minutes of the younger draft prospect or the younger prospect instead of somebody who's right now would be in their fourth season, I believe, in the NBA. If you got to see 5 minutes of a player, that's what you would have done. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense.
Not only that, Rico,
so
but listen to
y'all-
this. Hold on 1 second, no panic. I'm gonna let you go. We're gonna let you spit, but we just got to get this train on the right track because I know where a lot of people rendezvous points is going to end up at. Either you're going to say Liangelo is not ready, or you're going to say Charlotte Hornets organization is trash. They don't know what they're doing. Okay. Either way, let me meet y'all in the middle. One thing we can say is that we know for damn well because he didn't go to the practice a couple of days. He only got 5 minutes, like that's a punishment. That's bullshit because they put him in health and safety
It's
protocol.
not a punishment.
He didn't put himself in the health and safety protocol. Now, if that was Kabuka or Scotty Lewis that was still on the team, okay, maybe I can justify. Okay, well, these are some last year guys that they drafted somewhere or the other, or they're unrestricted free agents came through their summer league and G League, and some of them even got picked up on other teams. And Kabuka played some minutes for the Charlotte Hornets last season, albeit it was very minuscule, but he still got into a Charlotte Hornet uniform. So I can understand that priority, that part of the pecking order being superseded of Jello celebrity. I can understand that. But these are players that wasn't even on the summer league team last year. Nor were they on the nor were they on the. I'm not talking about Mike Williams, the drafts. I'm not talking about those guys from McCowan. I'm just talking about these other leaves that fell off other people's tree. You follow what I'm saying? How in the hell could they supersede Jello? That's my
what
point.
I'm saying. That's what I
But
said. They were. He was on the team last season.
But the point that and that way y'all keep circling back to that he been on the team last season. That's last season. He still had to get invited to the team this season. It's not like he been on the team last season.
Exactly. No panic. You just said it. He had to get invited back. Why would you invite him back if this is what you're gonna do?
But you don't have a contract with them
all the time in the G League and the Summer League. They just need
but what I'm saying
you guys
is, why
are missing
would
the
you go
process.
out of your way to invite Jello back if this is how you? Why would you go back?
like
Not even Jello, any player. Why would you go back and invite any player for this reason?
But they do that all the time in every team. This is not the only team that do that on. They invite players all the time because they got bodies they need to fill.
Well, they shoot one play. No. The way they that was crazy. That was completely underutilization last night. One shot.
No panic.
I will understand if you talking about a player who down but in the league, down but on the two-way back and forth, and it's
no
like,
panic. You're so off, and I'm surprised.
Like Deladova, right? Deladova. Why would you invite Deladova to your summer league team just to play in 5 minutes? That's understandable. That's a player that been in the league. That's only because to be in the league.
Exactly.
You're talking about Liangelo Ball. Like I said, this might stand for Liangelo Ball. He going to be in the league, but I just don't feel like it's going to be on his talent. So my argument,
you said it's not going to be his talent. What are you talking about? His team or talent? What'd you say?
I think he going to be in the league, but I don't think it's going to be because of his talent. I don't think it's going to be all.
We don't care how he gets in, just get in. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And listen, and that's exactly how I feel. I a fan of them. So in my mind, I don't care if he get in the league because 1,000 people get hurt before him.
And listen, Jello has talent though. I mean, we got to be careful what we're saying. No, wait a second, man. Hold on, man. Hold on, no problem. Oh, you said you don't believe? What'd you say?
We agree as far as getting an NBA. I just don't believe.
Well, that's his opinion, though, Flight. You really can't be mad at him for that because there's no empirical fact that say Liangelo don't have no talent. That's why I didn't challenge it because that's just his opinion. According to the way he viewed basketball, it is coming from a soccer player, but according to the way No Panic viewing basketball, that's the way he viewed basketball. But only thing I can say, if you say he don't have no talent and he won't get in on his talent, I'm not going to even argue with that.
No,
I'm not going to even challenge you on that.
No
But
Yeah, I'm about to say he didn't say that. He didn't say he had
I
no
ain't saying he
talent.
got no talent.
he said he's not going to get him based on his talent. He said he's going to get him on the merit of his brothers. I understand where he's coming
That's
from.
basically what you're saying in so many words.
Hey,
I don't care about that either, though, Flight. I don't care.
Right. I don't give a damn how it happened neither. I just want
Yeah.
to understand.
Once you win, now you got to show your thing, because now it ain't on nobody but you. It ain't no politics, it ain't no blackball, it ain't no conspiracy. You in uniform, Liangelo, and once you in uniform, it is on you. So they invited you back. I don't have no problem of them inviting him back. The problem I have is, where is he on the hierarchy? Because he played with them. They know what he done. They know what he can do. And everybody's been clamoring for this young man. Even the announcers. If you watch the game, they asked about Liangelo Ball.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
But
So why?
Dex,
Oh my
Dex,
God. Go ahead.
if he's
Rico.
gonna say that his role is to fill out the roster, if that's what No Panic's gonna tell us, and this is now his second year of being treated this way, doesn't that mean that he's a permanent roster filler? Is that what Charlotte thinks of him then?
Listen,
This is now the
that's-
second
hey,
season they're
that's
treating
what-
him.
you know what I mean?
That way.
That's a good question.
but listen,
Because-
Rico, I'm not necessarily saying he's a roster filler. I just going against
Nah,
your
you just
point.
said they treat him like one.
No, if they treat him like one, cool. I don't know how to.
I mean, he might be right on that, though, Rico. He might be
That's
right
what
on that.
that's what I'm saying.
According to the optics,
If it looked
that's
like
how
a
they
duck and
treat
quacked
him.
like a duck, it's a duck, right?
it's a
That's how
duck.
they
Yes,
treat
sir.
Yeah, like
That's how they treat him. He needs to move on. He needs to move on.
thank you, Flake. That's
But
it.
that's
how they
why I
gonna
said
treat him.
earlier. But see, this is what the problem is. Earlier, I said Liangelo is so loyal to a fault, because he feels that they gave him the real shot. And by them giving him a real shot, he's showing his loyalty. And if they make some money, a few millions off of him, that is not his concern. He's not trying to go back and try to say, hey, man, you guys owe me remuneration. You follow what I'm saying? He's not even worried about no remuneration based on his talent being exposed in the summer league.
When you're on the team, you're going to be featured. So, I mean,
I just want to.
they featured just about all the players. It wasn't just Jello. You know?
And I just want to address the chat. They're saying it's been one game that they did this. No, it's been over a year.
Yeah, this was like
That's
a
the
rerun.
problem.
After he showed that he was
Exactly.
capable. You got to say it like that. After he showed he was capable
Because he
and that
he
deserved
had
it.
good games in last year's summer league.
Yes.
And
Yes,
then
there
he
you
played
go.
the year in the G League.
You know,
And then now they brought him back, and they're still doing this with him. That's what I'm saying. If
I
that's what
guarantee
you want to
you
say,
next
he's a
season we'll
roster
get a lot
filler.
more
That's
money.
how you treating him. Because this is now 2 years you're treating him like a roster filler.
Right.
But
Right.
what's
If you
wrong with that? What's wrong?
No,
with
it's a
that,
lot
Ian?
wrong with it. This is why. This is what's wrong with it. Because
It's
if you're going to
charging
bring
the
new guys in, hold on one second. If you're going to bring new guys in, right? Guys that never had any affiliation with the Charlotte Hornets nor the Greensboro Swarm. If you're going to bring those guys in, why you bring them in and you put them above Jello in the pecking order? That's the problem I have. Now, if Jello is under guys that's already been there, like the Nick Richards of the world, the Kai Jones, the JT Thor, I have no problem with that, because they came through the proper portal. So they deserve what they're going to get, unless somebody just superly outplayed them. So I have no problem with that. But you bringing Jello back, you invited him back, and you invited other players to your summer league for the first time. And yet this coach of Camp is putting people above Jello and pecking order. Now, I listened to DKM video, and I heard DKM say this. It was a video he made, I think, a few days ago. He said that Camp does not control who is prioritized in the summer league. He said that comes from the front office. That was disturbing when I heard that, because I had no idea.
But they always do
That was
bro.
disturbing.
That's how
But
I
that's-
always bring.
But okay, but listen to what I'm saying though. That's disturbing, because the front office is the one that invited him back and say, okay, we invited him back, but we're not featuring him. Okay, we invited him back, but he's not really a priority. You understand what I'm saying? I'm thinking Camp is only prioritizing the draftees and those returnees to their summer league and things of that nature. Out of appreciation, out of respect, he's going to get them some quality minutes. You follow what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking. But when I heard that from him, I was like, whoa, that changed the whole narrative right there. They
You know what?
using him.
Go
Oh, I'm
ahead.
saying, to me, they're using him for leverage for LaMelo Ball. I guarantee you, man. And if I was to call somebody, they would probably say the same thing
You
because they
might be
already
right.
told me that Michael Jordan is the puppet master. That's exactly what came out of their mouth. Michael Jordan is the puppet master. Don't blame Borrego. That's what they was told me. And from that point on, I never got on Borrego because if this person said that and the way Borrego was acting, they wouldn't be trying to cover for no damn Borrego. You follow what I'm saying? And then when I said that, when I met James Borrego in the summer league and in the big baller, he was coming over to the, because I walked with him. If I don't know if y'all can go check the stream, but I walked with him and Mitch. When Mitch stopped to talk to some other people, I think it was Kai Jones' family. Oh man, he got some big women in his family. Oh my God, they eat. So I can imagine what they are now. But nevertheless,
Yeah.
but nevertheless, Borrego continued to walk over to LeVar. And then I was walking over to LeVar. And then LeVar told me, like, no, not right now. Because all the cameras was on. See, I didn't know all this dog and pony show. See?
Right.
You know what I mean? I done had my share of Hollywood, but I didn't know that shit transcended into basketball. I thought basketball was just, you know what I'm saying, was the real deal. But it was a dog and pony show. So he told me, no, Dex, just back off. So I backed off. But I still had the camera rolling. Shout out to Flight Sports TV live stream from the Summer League. Nobody have this footage but us. We just ain't put it on the market yet. But I kept the camera rolling, and I seen the hugs, the handshakes, and the congratulations because Jello had an outstanding game in his debut. And then LeVar went and talked to some more people that had NBA shirts on. I don't know who these people are, but they had shirts that says NBA on. They had the NBA logo on their shirts. You follow what I'm saying? So he went to go talk to those people, and Borrego sat down and talked to Tina, and they talked for about at least 10 minutes. You follow what I'm saying? And he was basically thanking her because I was kind of right there. He was basically thanking her and LeVar for having such a wonderful son. When he went up to Charlotte with LaMelo, he worked with him in his camp. He was very focused in helping his younger brother. You follow what I'm saying? He was almost like a mentor. Keep the main thing. And from that sprung the opportunity for Liangelo to go cook up in their gym, and he was cooking some of their starting players, and that got him to move forward and stuff like that, right? But he was thanking them. This was before Borrego got his extension. And then all of a sudden, this guy get an extension, and now he's isolating LaMelo. He's being dissociated with LaMelo. Like, what the hell? You had your kids at LaMelo summer camp. You follow what I'm saying? They was participating. I think that's, if you ask Borrego, LaMelo's their favorite player. Him or John Moran, I think, is his favorite player. So what the hell happened? Because Michael Jordan's puppet master, and Michael Jordan probably felt he wanted to create a chasm between coach and player, which didn't work, and ultimately Borrego lost his job, right? And so me and Marvin had a discussion on that. Marvin was right, I was wrong, because I thought Borrego would stay on because I couldn't see Michael Jordan paying a coach that's not coaching. He's just not that type of human being. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna work for your money. He told Charles Barkley that plenty of times on the Oprah Winfrey show. You follow what I'm saying? Don't disable nobody. So when you see all those things come together, and then you see what's happening with Liangelo right now, like really, like that last summer league and that debut game that Jello had, he took the NBA by storm. Go back and look at it. Look at the video. Look at the articles that was stemming from summer league, and you see Liangelo name right up there with the K Cunninghams, right up there with the Jalen Greens.
You got FYF in the chat. Salute to FYF. He said, preach, Dax. You got a great sermon today, son. He says, raise the choir,
he's
boy,
on one.
rave at to sing the gospel.
Oh my God, he's on one. But nevertheless, on the more serious terms, when you see this optic in person, you thinking Liangelo is on. He's in because of celebration and praise given to him based on his summer league debut. And now all of a sudden, there's a change of heart. There's a reversal. There's a reverse trend. Like what is going on? So
we're gonna get into some other teams too. My bad, Dex. Coach S put in Sacramento. Because we had a lot of people talk about maybe should Jello go overseas. I think he need to survey the floor to other teams in the NBA. I was looking at a team like the Orlando Magic. Don't call me crazy. I'm just looking at a team that Jello could grow with, make mistakes, and really just grow into the player that he wants to be. The Charlotte Hornets strike me as a team that, is teetering, right now, but they acting like they want to be a playoff threat. So I mean, they always say the middle of the pack is the worst place you want to be. And Jello, I just don't want Jello to get swept up in all of that. It's not just the Orlando Magic. Dex was talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder. Other teams, like young teams, where they're going to make mistakes.
Sacramento. I mentioned Sacramento last
season. Sacramento's a good team too.
Because I heard that's another thing. So FYF, you want to still clown? That's another thing. That was my first time ever having a conversation with a multi-billionaire. That was my first time ever having a conversation with a billionaire. That was my first time having a conversation with somebody that's making more than $100 million. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a conversation, not no interview. So he had one of his cohorts take a picture. I don't know what he did with the picture. With me and my Jello mask. Because I had a mask on that said Jello going across it, right? And neon lights. It was LED lights that said Jello, Jello, Jello. He told somebody to take a picture of that. So after all that went down, I'm sitting right behind Tyrese Halliburton. I can't tell this story enough because it's important and it's impeccable. I'm sitting right behind Tyrese Halliburton, and man, he have a real pretty snow bunny. Bless Halliburton, bless that child. But nevertheless, he granted me an interview for Flight Sports TV. But when he saw Jello going across my mask, because he kept looking at me strange after he committed to the interview, and then he basically started ignoring me. Every time I call out his name, like, shush him. Like, shh. I was like, Ty, what's up? And he wasn't responding. So I tapped his girl. I tapped her on the shoulder because we was all talking at one time. So I tapped her on the shoulder and I was like, I know he was talking to what's the coach, Luke Walton at the time, and Alvin Gentry. So he's talking to Luke Walton and Alvin Gentry, basically, ignoring everything that I'm trying to get his attention. So I tapped this girl because this girl wasn't talking to nobody. And she was like, what's up? And I said, can you, remember he said he was going to give me an interview. Can you tap him and let me know, when he want me to, start the interview and everything. And then she said, babe, you're supposed to give him an interview. Remember you said he was going to give him an interview. And he waved me off like, I'm done with that. I was like, oh shit, is that right? You know what I'm saying? He straight slighted me. So I was like, oh, okay, no problem. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. And then, say that again?
All because you had a Jello mask?
Yes, because it had Jello going across the mask. And he felt like, wow, he's a, or whatever.
You're not a king. Were they playing the Kings at the time?
They was playing the Kings.
Oh, that's right.
I'm right there. You see me on NBA TV. I'm right there. Sitting right behind, matter of fact, I was on TV also when they played the Portland Trailblazers. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But the thing of it is, Flight, is that they made it their business to tell the team to smother Jello. And when he gets the ball, blitz him, double team him. That's what they were saying. And then it was laughing. Like, it was funny because Tyrese said out of his own mouth, Tyrese Halliburton, he said this out of his own mouth. He said, because Jello was doing something, the crowd just go crazy. And it wasn't even nothing significant, at least basketball-wise. And the crowd go crazy. And then he's talking to Alvin Gentry saying, man, every time this guy do something, every time Jello or Liangelo do something, the crowd goes nuts. He was like, what is this all about? And Alvin Gentry just like shrugged his shoulders like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I start to tell him, hey, man, you act like you didn't coach Lonzo Ball. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to say that so bad, but I said, nah, I ain't going to get in that conversation.
You lucky I wasn't down there.
I started to tell him that.
Yeah,
you've seen this before.
Luke, especially for Luke Walton walking around. I'm telling you. These dudes walking around.
Luke didn't give me no.
I know he
didn't give me nothing, dude. Because I even called Luke, right? I was like, Luke, show me some Cali love, man. Show me some Cali love. And he just looked at me like, dude, really? I mean, you got a Jello mask on. You know this. You know what I'm
Listen,
saying? You know that ball situation. No, you
let me
can't.
tell,
Don't
let
talk
me
to
tell you
me.
something, man. Listen, man, I grew up in Madison Square Garden. Do you hear some of the shit they say in the Madison Square Garden? Don't let me sit behind Luke Walton and he running around talking crazy. He acting stupid. He don't want to get he talking shit to Dex. And we sitting behind him. Oh yeah, they gonna end up moving us out the building.
See that I didn't want. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
didn't want to be moved out in the middle of the street.
somebody gonna get
I had to
escorted.
behave.
Listen, it's either they
Right.
gonna have to get moved or we gonna have to get moved. Something gonna go down because I ain't gonna sit quiet.
Right. But like I
Yeah.
say, guys, it's in Flight Sports TV library. He has a wealth of videos of streams that we've been to live NBA games and things of that nature. So we have the receipts. It ain't like the whole you know what I'm saying. It ain't like it wasn't recorded. All this I'm saying
Oh,
is recorded.
we just got we got overloaded with reinforcements and headbacks. I'm telling you. We got a lot of people just flew in here. We got the Fresh Prince of Belize, his flight support.
Hey, hey
You
guys,
know what if you
What up,
catch you at
Belize?
Belize?
what up, my guys? What up, my guys? I honestly just chimed
Salute.
in. I chimed in for my man Dex. I had to share my story now,
Uh
Dex. I had to share my Jello story now. But nah, man, it's just crazy, bro. Like you were saying how you was at the game, and like I always share too on this channel that I was at the game when he played against the Long Island Nets, on the G League squad. And it was the first game, and I remember like it was yesterday. It was snowing. It was cold, snowy.
you
And
was at the Nassau Coliseum, right?
right, yeah, and I traveled
Yeah,
there.
that's right around the corner.
And let
Keep
me tell
going.
you how funny. Let me tell you how dedicated we was. Right, me and my daughter went. And if
Uh-oh.
you ever get a chance, you ever watch the game when he hit the three, his first three, you
I
see me and
remember
my
that.
daughter like literally right in the background, like literally right behind him. So that was my little highlight. I had to shout that out there. But yeah, I had her with her snow boots right to the game because it was so much snow, and I had to take it off and put on her MBO ones to wear in the stadium in the Coliseum, walk around in it. But anyway, man, it was just crazy to see it though because like to watch it live, right? They literally Jello touched the ball 4 times, like literally touched the ball 4 times and shot the ball twice and made both shots. And it was just like it was just crazy to see it. Like he'd be open, they don't pass it to him. They'll take the ball. Shout out to Ballfax too. Shout out to Ballfax because I want to shout him out because I watched that video he made earlier today where where he was playing the whole 5 minutes of Jello. And with those five
Everybody
minutes,
was depressed. Everybody was
you could
depressed today.
literally see the bullshit. Like I'm like, yo, bro, and the dude is like trying. Like he's literally trying. Like, all right, yeah, they got buckets on him twice within those 5 minutes, and I feel like maybe that could be the snub. But if you look at the play, it was broken plays where he just jumped in and just tried to like guard the defender because no one else was guarding him, right? And yeah, they made the shot, but I mean, it's just weird, bro. It was just weird. Like they overlooked him so many times. Like he was open, they drived it and missed the shot. And then even for them to go to overtime, 2 overtimes, and still no extra minutes for Jello, that's just crazy to me, bro. That was crazy. So I am interested to see how they move against Cleveland and the Bulls, but this is crazy, bro.
Yeah, we got 2 more games left, exactly, Belize. But listen, I know Jay Schmidt was clowning me, my Laker cohort. I know he was clowning me. But listen, Jay, that mask got me a conversation with the multi-billionaire. And if things could have worked out even better, it could. And listen, I straight said Jello to Sacramento, and he said maybe because he's an Indian dude. If you don't know, the owner of the Sacramento King is an Indian. I mean, from India, not Indian Native American, but Indian from India. And he said maybe, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, if you could remember, I was buzzing that Sacramento link to Jello, and that's why I was doing that because he said maybe. And this is
And I
the
also
owner.
want to say, shout out
Yeah.
to
We
you too,
got
because
FYF in the building too.
when you outside wearing the baller
Shout
gear.
out FYF.
Shout out
Go
to
ahead, Belize.
FYS. Shout out to everybody else on the channel. I'm sorry for overtaking it real quick, but I just want to say, if when you outside wearing the BBB merch, like that give you and that starts conversations. Like I can say that as a person that wear a lot of MBO ones and like little not from here shirts, little LaMelo shirts and the big baller brand shirts. When I be outside, people notice it and it starts conversation. And it's weird it's weird for me because it's people who I don't expect, if that makes sense. So with him wearing the mask, I just want to say, like, that's how you bring awareness to the team, and that's how we also, support the big ballers. Like, that's how we got to support the BB.
That's facts. FYF was good.
Man. Hey, I'm gonna ask y'all a question.
What's up?
What's the question?
If you had to rank these players on this summer league roster, well, where does Jello rank?
I mean, to be honest with you, hold on, wait a second. I'll take that question.
Apparently.
What players you talking about? Every player, or you talking about the Hornets?
I mean, I'm just saying, rank them.
To be honest with you,
Yeah, I heard that. Yo, who tried to quote me, man?
I don't know, but I'm gonna be honest with you. He didn't play enough, for that shit to happen. Hold on, somebody got me in the echo. This is guy Coach Adam. I'm gonna just kick his ass out. Yeah, Coach S coming in here with the echo. But yeah, FYF, I think it's unfair to say that because he only played like nothing. You understand? I think that's people are just piling it on. Like you might feel we
I'm not talking about I'm not talking about in the game yesterday. I'm just talking about just in general based on what we've seen from all the guys. Because for the most part, we've seen all these guys play.
From Jello? What did we get a chance to see from Jello so far?
What he's saying is we did see Jello. So he's saying that do you think
man, we did?
Jello is less of a player than the players on the team?
No, what I'm saying.
Not.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I said no. My question was, we've seen all these guys play, whether it was last year, whether it was on the G League, whether it was in college. If you had to rank them, where does Jello fall?
So we're talking about Jello's last season G League paper to everybody we've seen. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you guys. In order to answer this question, we'd have to go by what we saw from Jello.
He's just as talented as everybody.
Then we'd have to go by from what we saw from these players this season.
No, y'all making this harder than what it is. Just rank the team.
No, listen,
I'm not giving you because we don't get enough minutes out of Jello.
Apparently he 13th. That's what I said.
I want y'all to be honest.
I'm being honest. We didn't get enough time.
I can't rank that.
That's
hold on. That's the problem, Flight. If you gotta see him on the floor with a whole bunch of G League talent and guys that probably won't be in the
argument.
NBA.
You changing the narrative. I see you came here to cook in that.
No, I'm asking y'all a question. I just said rank him.
I just told you it's tough to do.
I'm looking up the roster, but I want to say he definitely top 5.
Are you talking about the Charlotte Hornets? Or are you talking about the whole?
I'm talking about the summer. I just said
the summer league team. I'm saying he definitely top 5.
Okay, so better than who? That means
that's what I'm saying. I just said I'm gonna look at the roster right now. I'm gonna tell you, but in my opinion, from what I've seen last season, he's definitely top 5.
So he's better than so. I'm assuming the players that you have in the top 5, you have to put JT Thor in there. You have to put Kai Jones in there. That's 2.
Okay.
You have to put Bryce McGowan's in there.
Nick Richards.
You have to put Nick Richards and Mark Williams in there. That's
better than
5.
JT Thor.
He's better than all 5 of the guys you just
mentioned. Was better.
He's better than JT Thor. I'll tell you that. I've been saying that since last. He was better than JT Thor last year. He was better than JT Thor last
year. Okay, listen. One voice.
Stop.
Oh, listen. Let's not get carried away because you see JT Thor hit a 3-pointer.
This is coming to the
been better than JT Thor for a year. This ain't even arguable.
I see what's going on here. FYF came here to cook. So why don't y'all let me handle this guy right quick? FYF. FYF. I'm telling you right now, Jello is better than JT Thor. Fuck it, I said it.
I said it too. I back you up on that one, Flight.
Thank you.
So I'm not getting carried away because you see him hit a fucking 3.
Talking about JT Thor.
Now check this out. FYF. I have to bear witness because JT Thor is an uber athlete, right? We know that. But as far as a basketball player, I don't think he's better than Liangelo as a total basketball player.
Word,
Because,
no
like I said,
skill.
I seen JT Thor up close and personal, live in 3D. You follow what I'm saying? And he looked lost, just like Kai Jones looked lost out there when I saw Kai Jones. But what makes up for JT Thor is that he's active. You know what I mean? He's high energy. He's active, and he just and sometimes that goes against his best wishes because JT Thor can get caught out of alignment.
Yes,
And coaches give him the ball more.
and
right?
also he's another player, a young player who's getting underutilized as well. So he's suffering as well, just in his own way. You know, bottom line is the Charlotte Hornets are not developing the young talent compared to some of their counterparts that's in the league.
Hold on. But how can you say they're not developing the young talent
What
when they
about Book
played
Night?
all
No,
the young
stop
talent
talking.
yesterday?
No, hold on. I'm talking. No, I understand the summer league. I'm talking about compared to other counterparts. What about the other first round picks? You got Book Knight, who was the 11th pick in the draft. You know, and he played like horse shit compared to some other teams that had high lottery picks.
What I'm talking about,
He was a lottery pick.
Look, I'm just talking about
Man,
this Charlotte Hornets Summer League roster. Where does Liangelo truly
He's better than
fall?
JT Thor. We've all
Dude,
answered
we already
that.
did that already.
We all
What are you trying to find?
No. I'm tired of people doing that. Or y'all want to go back and re-ask y'all question like we didn't answer. We answered it, dog.
Y'all not
We
being
answered your
honest with
question.
yourselves right now.
Yes, we are.
No, you're
If
not
you
being honest.
disagree, that's on you.
Because
Yo, if you disagree, that's on you.
Delusional.
How can Kai
No,
Jones
bro,
be
if
better
you
than
disagree,
Liangelo
that's on
right
you.
now?
You asked
That'll
us
make no
the
sense.
question. Prove that JT Thor is better.
No, what I'm saying is
prove that JT Thor is better.
He haven't even seen JT Thor. He don't watch Hornets basketball, so stop it,
fanboy
FYF.
goggles off for 1 second and just be a
That have nothing to do with
basketball mind.
fanboy. You don't even watch Hornets basketball.
Oh my God,
so
dog.
how do you even know what JT Thor is about?
Okay, like I
didn't
said,
say basketball. I
JT
didn't say
Thor is
basketball.
better.
I
That's
said
all I
Hornets
said.
basketball.
You're not locked in on the Hornets like how we are.
Okay, I'm not.
And you damn sure ain't watching no G League.
So
You can stop
hold
that.
on. Hold on. Let me ask y'all this one question. Then how was I able to accurately predict exactly what was going to go on with Jello before it happened? But y'all know Charlotte Hornets basketball.
Hold on. Let me answer him. Let me answer.
1 second. 1 second, Dex. I said this 2 years ago. I said this 2 years ago. That they was gonna play with him in this G League, Summer League, back and forth bullshit.
A lot of us said that.
No, yes.
And we also said
didn't. Y'all just the other day said he was gonna come in.
No.
FYF, Rave never had confidence with the Charlotte Hornets.
FYF, I'm gonna quote myself. Whoever has
quote
faith
yourself from 2
in
days
Mitch
ago when y'all was saying
Kupchak. No, I said that a year ago. I said a year ago. Whoever has faith in Mitch,
what did you say 2 days ago?
FYF, let him talk. FYF.
I've said this a year ago, FYF. Whoever has faith in Mitch Kupchak, I feel bad from you as a Laker fan who's dealt with Mitch. I feel bad for you having faith in him. I've said they was gonna do this to him. That's why I'm still saying, why do you bring him back to the Summer League if you go do it? Don't make sense.
And I also
FYF, like you said, if you think he's a bottom 3 player, why would you invite him back?
That's not what I said. I asked you a question. I said he was bottom none. Now, my response is this. First of all, they didn't bring Jello anywhere. They asked him to play in the Summer League, and he chose to go.
So they sent him an invite.
That don't make any sense.
Why?
That don't make any sense. FYI.
Why?
On top of the fact,
I can't allow you to keep this bullshit out now. You just making up shit.
Why would I send an invite to someone to a barbecue? They just gonna show up, grab a can of soda, and dip.
Hey,
so
you
why would I do that, dog?
And then on top of that, then we're gonna make him go through the safety protocols. We're gonna make him go through the safety protocols.
Did he have a choice?
No, listen.
That's not the point. That's not the point. You dodging the point, FYF.
Yeah, you dodging it, bro.
Hold on, but all you have to do, if you an agent, and you look at this roster that they got, you can tell Liangelo if you go on that Summer League roster.
Yesterday I told you didn't have all the answers.
I'm just saying. Hold on. I don't need the answers. Hold on. I don't need the answers, Flight, because everything that I said came true yesterday, and y'all ate y'all words looking crazy.
Wait a second.
Who's y'all? Who's y'all?
He didn't get a fair shake.
Let me just put this in Flight.
Who's y'all?
Because the French Prince of Belize, right? I clearly said that this coach was the same coach from the Summer League. From the G League, and he's only gonna play him the same amount of minutes, which was 5 minutes.
Yesterday, before the game. Everybody parading around talking about we
I
can't wait
wasn't
to
on the
see him on
panel
the floor.
yesterday,
He
to
gonna
be
drop
honest.
That's
20.
cap. That's cap.
What?
But
That's
I know
cap.
on the panel before, I let it be known that we was not believing in the coach, and he was
Thank
going to
you.
play Jello any more minutes.
Oh, so now y'all gonna blame the
Man,
coach now.
that's cap. He really tried to tell me that I had faith
I don't
in
even know.
in
I
them
don't know who
playing
you
Jello.
are.
Like
I don't know
that's
who you are
cap.
talking.
That's cap.
I'm talking to
Fresh
Flight
from
and
the
Dex,
from
really.
the
I don't know
Malabo
who you
show,
are.
bro. So yeah, I've been
Let
screaming this
the people
the
know
whole
the
time.
atmosphere before the game. I wasn't there.
Now, do I need to predict how the next game is gonna go, or do y'all got the point?
Oh, you know what? Since you got all the
Bro,
answers, FYF, let's say your
you
prediction.
talking to
Yeah,
you
let's hear the
talking to them
prediction.
too,
I wanna
right?
You
hear
got all
the-
the answers.
I want to hear the prediction, because then I got one for you, and then we could go back on it.
No,
if it don't
what's
go
your
my way.
Because
prediction?
his
What's your
prediction
prediction?
we probably gonna agree with predictions, but he just trying to like you think you the only one who thinks Charlotte is a bad
Bro,
organization
I don't
and they
know who
do
you
dumb
are.
shit?
I've never heard you talk before. I don't even know who
That's
you are.
cap. That's
You never
cap.
heard of
That's
Who
cap.
are you?
I'm here every day.
But who
So,
are you?
What?
I don't
Yo,
know this dude.
That's
I
tough.
studied. Oh,
That's
man.
tough.
Hold on,
It's
who
cool,
is it?
FYI.
What's your name? I don't see any names on the screen.
Hey, that's
I
cool.
got you. I
That's
got
cool,
Like
bro.
I
You
said,
know-
I'm
I don't
here
know.
every
Like I'm saying,
day.
he talking
You know
like
I'm
I'm
here
supposed to know
every
you.
day, dog. I'm here every day. We cool.
Who? Hey?
His name is Rico.
It's Rico,
I don't
bro.
know
It's
goddamn
Rico. I'm here
Rico.
every day, dog. I'm here every day.
We know
But
the New
you
York
never
kids,
heard
bro.
me
Come
say
on, bro.
Charlotte
Stop
is a
it.
shitty organization. Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
rocket science, right? Oh, wow. I'm glad you figured that
Rocket,
one
look,
out.
yeah,
let me
like
get
you
my
unearthed
predictions.
this
Let me get
shit
my
5
predictions
minutes
for
ago, bro.
FYF
You
real
needed
quick.
to bring it to us. Like
Let me
really?
get my predictions
You
for
thought you was the
FYF.
only one who thought they was gonna bullshit his
So how
minutes?
come you ain't been bringing? So how come you ain't been telling Flight and Dex the truth about what's going to go on with Jello?
Dex, is Dex here?
No, they'll be back.
No, Flight. Have I been saying this?
I've been the
Flight,
only
have
one to
I
be
been saying
honest
this?
about this?
Flight, have I
Well,
been saying this?
Hey, Rico been saying this
what?
since
What
last summer.
FYF is saying?
Thank you. Since
He ain't
last year.
No, I broke down why he wasn't going to play.
I told you last year why.
So look.
Okay,
What's the prediction?
What are we doing?
Why did he not play yesterday, Rico?
It don't matter. It don't matter. He was never gonna play FYF. It's okay.
Rico,
It's
why,
okay.
Why is he not going to play next game?
FYF, like I just said. Like you asked me who he was better than. I said JT Thor. The
Bro,
whole
you just a
agreed.
Jello fan. You're not going to be honest.
FYF. It's okay, bro. It's okay.
If you gonna be a stan and just say he better than random players without really doing a true breakdown.
No. You asked me who he was better. I answered your question. You FYF. You don't have to agree. That's the beautiful thing about basketball. You don't have to agree. But now, unless you want to prove
you don't gotta keep talking about that. We over that.
Unless you want to prove JT Thor is better than Jello,
yeah,
I don't want to hear
I can
it,
only
dog.
prove it based on who's under contract and will be on the NBA roster.
All right, like I
can
said,
only prove it based on who got drafted and who didn't.
So if you got an NBA,
like I said, cool, bro,
on the NBA roster, you're better than a player that's not on the NBA roster.
Nope, apparently.
For the most part, yeah.
What are we talking about?
For the most part, so there's outliers. Like I said, for the most part, so there's outliers.
Show me one.
You looking at one apparently. If you watching Charlotte, you looking at one.
His brother's 1-1. He's 1-1. Like they're all 1-1.
Oh yeah, that's fan talk. Stop talking like.
It's not, bro. I asked you to prove to me how JT Thor is better than Jello, and you brought up an NBA contract. So why would you ask me who he's better than or where he ranks if you don't want to answer the question?
But bro, we've been past that question. Let it go. We've been past that question.
It don't make sense.
I know. We've been past. We can have that conversation on my channel. Let's not waste play time here with that.
This is the FYF.
But you won't come to the Lions Den with that nonsense.
And I told you anytime.
So if you ain't trying to come to the Lions Den with that nonsense, don't
I
try to
told
do
you
it
this is the second time. Whenever you ready, you got the panel.
Let it go, because you will get max ether. Just let it fly. Let it ride.
This is the second time.
I know. let it ride. Let it go. Because
look, can we get the
bro? You can't keep warning me, dog. Like I called your bluff. You can't keep warning me. You want to do it? Go ahead.
Let it go. Let it go.
This man keep on warning me like I'm a 5-year-old kid, bro.
Said, let it
okay.
Go. But you keep talking about it. I said we can move past that.
Like I said,
can we get
quit crying about it? Let it go.
I ain't crying. I already told you he wasn't gonna play.
Bro, I don't know you. I don't even know if I've spoken to you. I'm talking my comments are to Flight.
Who are you?
My comments
Like,
are to Flight. Me and Flight was having a conversation.
you said
and you
Flight
jumped
in the
in like
whole
I'm talking to
panel.
you.
Nah, bro, you said the whole panel. You addressed the whole panel first
Bro,
when you
if
came
you
up here.
feel some type of way because I said, y'all, get out your feelings. I'm talking to Flight.
Nah.
Come on, man. Get
No,
out
it's
your
cool.
feelings.
It's cool. You trying to move it, and I'm cool. I already said it's cool. You want to move it, we can move it.
I'm
Like
just
that.
coming here to reiterate. He's not playing because he's not a priority on that team because he ain't got no contract that tells it that will tell anybody that he's a priority. Why would you walk back into a situation?
I want to answer this.
Why would you walk your ass back into a summer league team where you know you're not a priority? That's his fault. Why y'all feeling sorry for Jello when he walked his dumb ass back over there?
Thank you. So he's a roster filler, like I said earlier.
Why did he walk his dumb ass
He's
back
a roster
to Charlotte
filler, like I said earlier, FYF. He's a roster.
Bro, I'm talking to Flight.
Basically, what I'm trying to tell you, FYF, is Liangelo Ball, man. I think you getting too carried away, man. Let's wait till this next game and let's see what happens. He cannot play. It can't go this bad, FYF. He didn't get a chance to really even show. I understand what you're saying, but we got to stop acting like it's a talent gap. Is he so drastically, just down the totem pole? That's like how you kind of coming off. You got to if that's the way you emphasizing, you got to be more clear and say the way he's being utilized.
No, I never said talent gap. I said
it's making it seem like the talent gap is down there.
No, you keep running the talent. I'm telling you, it's an opportunity gap. And the opportunity is in the money and where you drafted. He's never gonna get an opportunity until he makes somebody give him a contract. Otherwise, he's just gonna have bad outings like this, which lower his stock, and ain't nobody gonna want to touch him.
No, I can't say that. People don't want to touch him. Let me tell you something. I was just discussing this before. Liangelo Ball, if this continues, he need to start surveying the floor. I heard some people in the chat talking about teams may want him. That's why you got to survey the landscape. I would like to see. Hold on, Lord. I'm looking at younger teams that he can grow with.
He ain't on nobody's radar right now.
Huh?
He's not on nobody's radar or scouting board.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Because they wasted him, treating him like this last year when he was on people's radars.
He was on the Oklahoma City Blue.
He was on the Oklahoma City Blues practice team.
All right, yes. And also
he wasn't even on the G League team.
The Detroit Pistons as well. He was with
and
the
what did Detroit do? They didn't give him a sniff on the court.
Wait a second. There's other teams. You can gauge interest with those teams now. It's different regimes than where it was when he was there presently before. Also, I would like Liangelo Ball to look at younger teams like the Orlando Magic, teams that he could grow with, make mistakes and don't feel like, oh shit, if I miss this 3-pointer, they're gonna sit my ass for the next day or two. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but Flight, the only way in the G League where you can play through mistakes and where they have an emphasis on developing you is if you under a two-way or if you a draft pick. If you're not one of those two, they ain't gonna give a fuck about you. So if he wants to play through mistakes, he's gonna make somebody give him a two-way or some type of contractual situation where they have to develop him.
That FYF, goddamn.
So why would he walk his ass back to Charlotte knowing that they not giving him that opportunity?
FYF, I'm trying to pose the question is, if this continues, you already saying just all bets is off, get the hell out of there. I'm saying if this continues, to survey the landscape for other options.
Hold on. You went through a whole G League season of this. How many more games do you need to see the same thing? You got to be a dummy to stay there. That's why I'm now looking at Jello like he's a fool now. He's starting to look like a fool because he's making these decisions.
I can't allow you to say all of that.
Hey, yo, shout out Flight.
Somebody got to call it like it is.
Hold on, wait a second, FYI. This guy's sitting here trying to accomplish his goal. Do you know the hell that this guy just went through? Liangelo Ball, from hurt legs, hurt backs, injuries, blackballing just to get to this point. This is a success story in itself already. Make no fucking mistake about it. Not just directed to you, FYI. This is directed at any critic for Liangelo Ball. I guarantee you, if you was in this situation, your ass would have quit a long time ago. We got to really pay the proper homage that must be paid. We could sit up here and say, I wish this, I wish that. The fact that this man is in the situation that he's in right now is a blessing in itself. And I'm telling you, if this continues, survey the floor for other options. I think right now with Charlotte Hornets or Bucks, Dex came in there and was talking like, oh, he has some type of loyalty to the Charlotte Hornets. I don't have no factual evidence to back none of this up, but I'm just saying, check to see if there's somebody else that you can run around with. Instead of going to Greensboro, shit, go somewhere else. Go to another G League team that where you could get called up a little bit sooner. You know, maybe you could be in a better situation where you don't go back into the Greensboro and then your minutes is getting screwed around again. You know, okay, let's say for instance these 2 games are done. Boom. Okay, Jello doesn't go to the league. He's going to Greensboro. He will be there for the G League season. Everybody's hyped, and then his minutes is getting screwed around with again. You know, I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. Maybe consider going to another G League team. He's backed by Rock Nation Sports. That's his representation. You telling me they can't give this man an opportunity somewhere else?
No, like what I'm saying is he can go to any G League team in the NBA, and the same thing will happen if he doesn't make that team. Give him a contract.
That's not true, FYI.
I disagree.
Hold on. Teams are not going to prioritize you unless you're a draft pick or a two-way player.
All they got to do is find a team that out trade away a bunch of key first.
All he got to do is find a team that's going to let him play in
Tell me one G League team that doesn't prioritize draft picks and two-way contracts.
Listen, guys, look. Liangelo, wait, first of all, I think we overreacting here. We know that. See, look, yesterday we already said that how DKM, how Ballfax, how AB the Hero, how these guys going to be able to come up with significant content with just 5 minutes of play. And when you look at Ballfax's picture that he used as an introduction to that quagmire, it was perfect because he had the little kid there kind of scratching his head, like trying to figure this out. And I thought it was hilarious, as most of his videos are. Very creative. LeVar Ball is sitting back thinking, speculating, sitting back thinking, okay, all right, okay, we'll take that one on the chin. But he damn sure better be able to play more time next game, which is against the Chicago Bulls. Because when he play against the Chicago Bulls, you know Zoe gonna be there, you know Melo gonna be there, and you know the DeMar DeRozans of the world is gonna be there. I don't know who else is gonna be there for the Charlotte Hornets to represent them, but the big baller brand would definitely be noticeable when that game comes. And I believe that game is set up to have Jello play some significant minutes. Unfortunately, we didn't get that last game. He got the 5 minutes. Manic got majority of the minutes. Nico called him Caveman, which is a nice moniker for him. And Nico, they might even take that moniker and use it on air. So remember, you heard it first, Flight Sports TV, Manic the Caveman. But nevertheless, Jello is going to get his opportunity. Jello, somebody got an echo. Liangelo Ball will be able to showcase his skills for these last 2 games because we already seen what Charlotte got. Charlotte is 1-1 in Summer League, and we don't know when the last time Charlotte won a game in Summer League. So let's first of all applaud them for winning that game. I know it's against the lowly Lakers, and they don't really have much over there either, but they still won the game. So they're 1-1 in Summer League. Now let's see what they do next game coming. The Chicago Bulls up next. And we've seen what happened to the Chicago Bulls when they played the New York Knicks in their debut summer league game. They got plummeted. They got dragged behind the woodshed. It was a massacre. The Knicks felt they owed the Bulls anyway. That's when we raise an eyebrow if this type of madness continues. So I'm going to give the Charlotte Hornets the benefit of the doubt, giving Jello 5 minutes. We'll see what happens next game when they play the Bulls and see will his minutes increase. And if it doesn't, then I'm going to have to ride with the FYFs of the world. Maybe he might need to search for greener pastures. Maybe there's a different prairie that he can graze his cattle on. So let's wait and see. Let's not overreact. I know we disappointed, and we was excited to see Liangelo play against the Lakers because we already know the stars was out. Listen, the Lakers have their own problems. LeBron James, Westbrook, in the building, not making contact with each other, not even acknowledging each other that we know of. So they have their own problems. Liangelo's in a good situation. All eyes is on him. His name was mentioned on air. Liangelo Ball name was mentioned on air, not pertaining to his play on the court because he wasn't even on the court when his name was mentioned. So that's good in itself that he's definitely recognized.
Right. Good points. Coach S, you in the building? You had that echo, man. You got anything to say?
Yeah, my echo still on there.
I think you're straight right now.
Yeah, man. Shout out Flight Sports, man. Yo, I don't know what the fuck was going on with that shit yesterday, man. I feel like it has something to do with son off the court, man. Like I know he had just broke up with his girl and shit. There's no way.
Oh, come on, man. Come on with that bullshit, man. What the hell that shit had to do with anything, man? Don't come here with that. What the hell is girlfriend got to do with his play?
Somebody explain it to me. 5 minutes?
Well, too much TK Wallace. That's what I'm explaining to you.
Come on,
too much TK Wallace. He said he broke up with his girl.
Every reason how this shit happened, bro. Every reason. I don't know. What message?
No, I don't think that was the reason. Like I said, I just think that his value in the pecking order of Liangelo Ball is not as high as some of the other guys that's there, and that's what I'm challenging. See, I'm only challenging that why is not Liangelo Ball is higher in the pecking order when he's a returnee. Liangelo Ball's a sophomore in the summer league with the Charlotte Hornets. It's not like he played with another team and this year he's played with the Hornets. Yeah, I understand because the Hornets gonna prioritize their guy. But this is Liangelo's second rendezvous, right? And most likely will be a second rendezvous in the G League. See, but not the TK Wallace girlfriend conspiracy. I don't think that have anything to do with it.
He lost me with that
one. Follow the money, Dex.
Yeah, I feel you on that one, FYF.
All the money played yesterday. All the guys that had money attached, big money attached, rookie deals, two-way, all the money played yesterday.
But see, the thing about what I'm saying is that now, okay, this business. Now, I'm quite sure you have some entrepreneurship in your life legacy, right? Now, if let's use a lemonade stand. Let's just use a lemonade stand, okay? You got a lemonade stand, right? You done paid $2 for a pound of lemons, right? For 1 pound of lemons to operate your lemonade stand. We're not going to even consider the ingredients, the sugar or a little ginger, you follow what I'm saying, or turmeric or whatever you might want to put in your honey, whatever you might want to add as an ingredient to your lemonade. We're just going to go with the main ingredient or the main item, the lemons. Then somebody comes and give you 3 bags of lemons for free. So now you got 4 pounds of lemons. Do you say, well, since I spent $1 or $2 for these 1 pound of lemons, I'm gonna use those lemons first? Or you're gonna use the best lemons that comes out of all 4 of those bags?
Dex,
you would use the best lemons.
In your analogy would make sense if you were alluding to the actual NBA roster. You're talking about you're talking about the summer league team, which nobody cares about winning and losing.
I'm not asking you to explain. I'm just asking you to answer it.
No, I'm answering it because you're acting as if Charlotte.
What answer do you give me? Are you gonna dig out of the bag of the $2 lemons? Or are you gonna dig out of the 4 bags, whatever lemons are the best?
I'm telling you right now, nobody gives a damn about any lemons because it's just summer league.
See, FYFC, that's where your intellectual credibility comes into question.
Yeah.
Okay, so
everybody knows you're gonna dig out and get the best lemons since you got more to choose from.
Okay, so yeah, so you feel like
come on, FYF, don't do that.
So you're saying that Charlotte. So you're saying Charlotte is intentionally not getting the best lemons?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm just proposing a question.
Unintentionally
is
doing
Jello just not one of those lemons
because they're incapable. Why can't they just be a bad organization and bad organizations make bad decisions? Why they can't just be that?
Absolutely. I agree with Rico. Why can't it just be a horrible roster with a horrible team, with a horrible front office and horrible GMs? Why can't it just be that?
They've been that.
Okay then. So as long as they're still that,
so
we're going to
would you want to associate yourself with that if you Jello?
But I agree with that. That's why I said he needs to go to the Lakers last year. That's what I'm saying.
So that the only way that works is if the Lakers actually want him.
Agreed. And that's now the Lakers actually gave him a tryout, so they had interest in him before.
They gave him a tryout.
No.
Bro,
Listen.
come
I
on,
understand.
man.
No, they.
Look, the
I'm
Lakers
just. I'm
don't want
not saying.
Jello. Be
I'm
realistic.
not. Look. I know that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there are other teams. I don't care. I'm not looking. He don't need to play 30 minutes a game. But you're not gonna go nowhere messing around with
There was
Charlotte.
interest
I
with
don't
him with the
care
Lakers. There
how
was
good
some
your
certain
brother
Hold
is.
interest.
on. It don't matter what summer league team he joins or what G League team he joins. He's not gonna get no minutes if
That's
he
not
don't make
true.
them put him under
Nah,
contract.
bro. Nah.
That's not
So you're
true.
telling me
I
that
think there are
Liangelo Ball,
organizations that will give him minutes to see if he's worth a contract. They can't make that decision before
Oh, bro,
he's
what y'all
gotten the
doing is
minutes.
You give him
y'all
you give him
thinking of the
false
G League in the
information.
wrong sense. The G
That's your
League is a
opinion, and you trying to
developmental
say
league
facts.
for
I'm
teams to
thinking about the
develop
summer
talent that
league.
they
I'm
already
not
have.
talking about the G
One
League.
voice, guys.
I,
Come on now.
FYF,
I
I'm
heard
talking about the summer league.
Hold on, Summer League and G League, what y'all doing is y'all looking at it wrong. It's not to have an open tryout for new players. It's for them to see what they got in the guys that they're already invested in. And everybody else that's there is just filler. Jello right now is just filler. The coach already said we love his leadership on the bench. They didn't say nothing about what he does on the floor. He's there
Now
for
you're
the
right.
bench.
I agree with that. And
Yeah,
you know
that's
what?
true.
I had a hard conversation with Hoop Jargon about this. You know what I'm saying? That I was using the AB the hero psychoanalyzation, right? You know, you listen to those words, and then I saw and heard the deflection. Hoop Jargon said I was probably overthinking the thing, or I'm looking too deep into it. But I know what I've heard. I heard the reporter say Liangelo Ball specifically, but the answer came out generally, and the only name he mentioned by player was Jalen Crutcher. I found that very alarming
Thank you.
because
And
that's
what did
the
he
ultimate deflection right there.
and Dex, when he talked about Jalen Crutcher, did he not speak on Jalen Crutcher's game on the floor?
Yes,
How
he
great
did.
of a point guard he was.
Yes,
But
he
when he
did.
talked about Liangelo, he didn't say nothing about
He didn't
basketball.
say
He talked
nothing.
about we love the
No,
positivity.
not that one. No, not that one. No, it was another one. Where the guy brought up Liangelo Ball name directly. You follow what I'm saying? And when he answered the question, he said, "Yeah, we have a lot of great guys and things of that nature, and yeah, we have a lot of development going. But you know, the guy that caught my eye is Jalen Crutcher and blah 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 blah." So, and this was, I believe, it was AB the Hero video. I think it was AB the Hero video. And so when me and Hoop Jargon was discussing that video, I said I was focused on why didn't he address Liangelo's situation directly and specifically, because the guy mentioned it by name. When Liangelo Ball name was mentioned, he went into generalities and then circled around to insert Jalen Crutcher when the guy didn't even ask him about Jalen Crutcher. I thought
Look,
that was
I'm gonna give
alarming.
you an example. This is the best example of how teams do focus on players in the G League. If you look at the team that won the G League championship last year, they two best players, Trevelyan Queen, who we know is signed now, and Anthony Lamb. When you look at their G League stats, what two players were taking all the shots and had the ball the most of the time? Trevelyan
clearly
Queen
the
and
rookies.
Anthony Lamb. No, they were two-way contract players. That's what stands out. And if you go through all of the G League rosters, the ball is going to be in the hands of the guys with the two-way contracts and the number one draft picks that need to get some extra game time because they don't want them sitting on the bench.
But that
That's
doesn't
where the
apply
ball is
with
going to be.
Charlotte, though. This is what we're trying to tell you, and you're not listening to Rico.
Hold on,
Charlotte does the polar opposite. Charlotte is the antithesis of a well-run organization. Listen,
Charlotte
hold on. Listen, one
doing the
second,
same
FYF.
thing, Dex.
No. Listen, what I'm saying. We know Book Knight got all the shots, but what was Kai Jones? No, Kai Jones and Book Knight was a number one, number two draft pick, and they were a priority, right? But Kai Jones he wasn't getting no shots and stuff like that. He wasn't being featured. It was Book Knight taking majority of those shots, and then you had some Scotty Lewis, and then you had some Cameron
He's a selfish
McGriff.
player. He shoots every time he touches it.
But what I'm saying is that Charlotte don't operate like that. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Yes, they do, because the only players that they
can't.
You just deflected off his Kai
Okay,
Jones
so hold
point and
on.
addressed Book Knight, bro.
So who did they play in it? So all the guys that they played last year in the G League, if you look at their G League roster, were who?
Yes.
Vernon Carey was getting the wreck. But he
He was
got
the number
traded.
one pick.
But listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
He was
Listen
a
to what I'm
draft pick.
saying.
He was drafted in the first round. That's why he was
Hold
getting
on.
more focus.
But listen, this is what I'm see. That's where we're missing a point now. Because
Oh.
according to you, when it comes to Jello, the new guys come, the news guy gets priority, the older guys, they have to go in the back and things like that. But no, it didn't happen with
Dex, see, you
Charlotte that
talking
way.
so fast that you completely try to manipulate what I said. That's not what I said. It has nothing to do with older or younger. What I'm saying is it has something to do with the money and the draft picks. The two-way contracts are committed money. The draft picks are a long-term committed money. Those are the guys that are going to have priority. You keep throwing this the older. No, it has nothing to do with talent. It has nothing to do with older, younger. It has who is getting the money and who's not getting the money. If you're not under a real legitimate contract, some way, shape, or form, connecting you, tying you to the actual Charlotte Hornets roster, they are not prioritizing you. And that's on all of these G League teams. They don't focus on you if you don't have
to some degree, I agree.
No, wait, one
connecting
second.
you to the roster.
Go ahead, Rico.
Because there were games that he was somewhat prioritized last year in the G League, where he had good games, and then we would look and be like, okay, he should get not a higher role. He shouldn't be the number one option, but this is progression. He should get something bigger, right? But no, that's what my point is. There is no consistency. There's nothing. That's what I was asking. That's why I asked no panic when he came.
Consistency,
but that's what I'm asking.
Any real contract connecting you to the
FYF, you don't never let nobody finish their point, and that's so rude.
FYF, this is what I was asking no panic earlier.
Are just completely missing the business side of basketball.
This is not the YMCA. No. Listen, I'm asking, is he just filler? And as you said, is he now a bench coach? Is that his value? Is he now like the Udonis Haslam of the Hornets?
Hey,
Green
Rico, that's a hell of a point you just made. A bench coach,
exactly
because
what
they
the coach
talked about. Yeah, exactly. You're right. That's exactly what the coach said.
Coach said he's a bench coach, basically.
But that's what I'm
exactly
asking.
what he
Is
was
he
saying.
now like
That's
the
right.
Udonis
That's true.
Haslam of the Hornets G League? Is that his role? Is that what we should look more forward to?
Hold on.
He can play.
They said they love his positivity on the bench. They love his leadership. They don't.
And how he talked to the players, right?
But they love how he communicates. Yeah, he's great on that bench.
But remember, but listen, hold on, FYF. I'm glad you point that out. And Rico, you hit it dead. No, listen, I hate to toot my horn. Toot. I don't know who's doing this. Not me. Toot. I told you guys a long time ago that Liangelo was a psychologist on the bench. He's out here pumping the players up and using his situation as a means of motivation to other players. And then the coach goes out in a minute. But listen, I understand you guys hate to hear from me. I know. I'm the old head of the bunch.
That don't help Jello get to the NBA. That's the problem.
I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that when you have that type of information and then all of a sudden it comes out like 6 months later, and you know what I'm saying? It validates what you said, verify what you said, so that should up your credentials. This is why I'm saying that Liangelo next game against the Chicago Bulls is going to be a family affair. I see him getting more minutes. I see Liangelo getting that type of minutes in practice time. Not practice time. Get those type of minutes and practice features as he was doing in practice with Jalen Crutcher running, the picks or what you call that again? The PNR. The PNR amongst the guards, though.
Dex, what have the Charlotte Hornets ever done over the last 2 years to lead you believe that the next game will be any different?
This is why, because they know what they got in Liangelo. They already know what they got. Because he practiced with him for a whole season. They know what he's about. And maybe these other guys, they probably wanted to look at a little bit. And listen, I can't take away nothing from that caveman. Minnick the caveman. He showed his ass 2 games in a row. So I can't take nothing from him. So whatever he do, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Jello got to outplay that guy because he looks like he got the heads up on that damn that last two-way slot. But I don't know if they give it to him because he looks like a little older guy. You know what I'm saying? They really want Jalen Crutcher to have it. We already know that. So Liangelo's got to do his thing. Right. And the only way he's going to do his thing if he get the minutes. 5 minutes is not enough to persuade me that he's not good enough.
They're not going to play him.
Can I go after
next game?
Man, I think
What do
they're
you
gonna
mean?
give
Wait,
him run.
wait,
I
no,
think
I
they're
want.
gonna give.
Hold
I
on,
think
hold
they
on.
just gotta wait till the
Hey,
second
hold on,
half to
Coach
see what
S.
they're gonna
Coach
do.
S. Coach S. Well, let's get a commitment because he's talking kind of a little ambiguous. So
Yeah,
let's get
yeah.
a commitment because we don't want you to be vague. What do you mean they're not going to play him? What is not playing to you? How many
Not
minutes?
not
More
playing
or less.
meaningful minutes, not being in long enough to have an impact on the game.
What's long enough? Because
Okay,
you're a
well,
coach,
20.
so that's what I'm
hold on,
saying. You're a
Twenty.
coach.
hold on. First of all, you know if you're part of the rotation.
No, FYF. Don't be vague.
When
Answer
you
the
Be more
hold on. When
specific.
you
I
say
gotta
when
pin you to something.
I say meaningful minutes, we're talking 20 to 25 minutes. If you're not in foul trouble, obviously foul trouble can affect that. But if you're not in foul
Okay,
trouble,
20,
if you look at the
25.
guys that play meaningful minutes
Or
in
in the
that
fourth
last
quarter,
game against the
down the
Lakers,
stretch.
over 20 minutes, and then when they went into the double overtime, then they stick with a core of 6 guys, and they don't go away from that. Will he be in that top 6 guys if the game is close again? Will he be in that core unit? Will he be impactful? Will he be in long enough to have any
Okay.
impact?
So, okay, you're committed to 20 to 25 minutes. That's
No,
according to
I'm
you, or
saying
down the
he's
stretch.
not going to be in
Meaningful
long
minutes is
enough to
down
have
the
an
stretch.
impact.
Okay.
He's not going to be in long enough to have impact. They're not focused on him. They have it benefits
The
the
only way
Celtics
that
in no way,
happens,
shape,
he
or
has to
form
be on
to play
fire.
him.
Yeah.
Coach S, go
I
ahead,
have a
Coach S, because we kind
The reason
of
why
cut him off.
So you think that if he gets 18 minutes, that's not
listen to what
enough?
I'm saying.
That's
They're
good.
not in the business of first of all, if they showcase him, right? Let's say they showcase him, which they really don't have any roster spots. The only thing they're doing is giving
They
him an
do.
audition
Don't say that.
for another
Don't
team.
say that. Don't say
So,
that. See, FYF,
so
that's where you're wrong at.
They don't
they're
have
giving him an
roster
audition
spots.
for another
When they're
team
giving the
because they
roster
don't have the
spots for
roster
other people.
spot for him.
Let's stop that. Let's stop acting like
Y'all
there's
keep
no
telling me to
roster
stop
spots.
it, but every game that plays out, I'm right. I'm just waiting on y'all to be right about one of these situations with Jello. One time.
I
What do you
mean,
mean we have been right?
Y'all
You just
been
ain't
wrong.
acknowledging it.
right? I don't know what
Then
to
y'all
tell
come
you.
back talking about. I told
You
y'all the
just
next
haven't been
title is going to
acknowledging.
be.
You're dealing with
I told y'all a week
cognitive
ago.
dissidence.
I told y'all a week ago. I said the title is going to be. How come they didn't play Jello? How
Yo,
come they didn't play him? I told y'all that.
A clock is right twice a
That's
day,
I told y'all last
FYF.
week y'all would be talking
Stop it.
about this.
I mean, we could all have educated
No,
guesses
but
because we're not there.
Bro, all you got to do is the NBA is
FYI,
follow the money.
hey, FYI, I have a question for you. You remember how you were saying that? Oh, they're only talking about Jello for his leadership and everything, not without his game and his skills, right?
I said in that one
Have you?
interview, the one I most recently heard, where the reporter asked about Jello, he said, "We love his leadership, we love his communication, and all things that you want a Udonis Haslam to be doing."
Thank you.
What if I
Okay.
told you?
I can
Okay,
agree with that.
okay, but what if I told you, FYF, that the same person that you heard that interview for is also the same coach last year that said the same thing about Book Night? So how does that help your point, FYF?
I don't know. I know the one thing that kills that is they drafted Book Night in the first round. So
How does that
they committed to Book Night with millions of dollars. So he can say whatever he want about Book Night, but Book Night they committed to him with millions. They didn't commit to Jello with nothing.
I mean, Book Night is. You can say what you want to say, but Book Night is a
Show your loyalty in the
developmental ball.
NBA by showing me that paycheck. That's how you show your loyalty. That's how you show me that you believe in me in the NBA. Okay,
But
you
FYF,
believe in
Not
me, then
everybody
you need to pay.
that's about the
deserves a
lemonade
paycheck,
stand. See, now we're going back to the lemonade stand parable.
So
I
if
just
they're
think
not
y'all need to
cashing them
stop
out,
while Quiz
if they're
backs
not
out.
cashing them out, then why the hell are you wasting your time then?
My point was why
thing is
invite
this,
someone to a job
FYF,
interview if there's no job?
Thank you. There's no jobs in Charlotte. Why are you
FYF,
there?
why are you
That's what I said. Like
Exactly.
why
There ain't
would
no
you
name
even
shit there.
invite him?
That's
Y'all
not
treated him
true.
like this
Listen,
last year.
FYF is giving out fake information. There is jobs in Charlotte, and there is a slot available. It's up for the grabbing. But right now, it seems like they're focused on giving that two-way to Jalen Crutcher. But Minnick, the caveman, is coming on strong, and Jello is the caboose in this. So Jello just have to have a strong showing to be able to have some type of say so about this two-way contract that's available. Don't say there's no jobs in Charlotte. That is not true.
Dex,
No,
no,
what
no.
it
One
is
second.
is
I
You
got
must not
Dex
have read
on
the
Dex.
Charlotte Observer.
I got Dex on that one. Dex, there's a lot of
Right,
jobs
that's
out
not
there that when you look at the resumes, they're not hiring any Robinsons. Okay, there
okay,
might be
but
a
Rico,
job out there, but they're not looking for Jello.
Thank
Rico,
you.
And it
stop it.
has
You act like
nothing to do with nothing.
get
It has
ready to
nothing
get
to do
drafted
with.
as a
They're just
superstar.
not
Stop the
looking
cap,
at
Rico.
Jello,
You cap
and
right
they're
now.
not going to give him the minutes. That's it.
So
Charlotte
what?
is
So
not
okay,
the
but
spot.
so that's not
just look
what
what
the
It's just
with
Charlotte
him.
not the
need right
spot.
I
now.
see. I
Charlotte need
can't
a good
agree with
backup
that
point
until
guard.
this is over with, Rico.
Y'all
You
just
know what I'm
don't
saying?
want to buy new.
I
Y'all
think
don't
you're
want to buy new jerseys.
prejudging. No, Rico's showing a lot of prejudice right now because you got 2 games left. Now, once these 2 games are over with, now if it's SOS means same old shit, then Rico, you 100% right, and FYF, you right too. But by there's 2 games left, I'm holding my judgment. You feel me? Until the conclusion of summer league, then I can judge it more properly because I done seen everything.
But you gotta look what Charlotte need on their roster. They need a point guard, backup point guard. So Magruder automatically getting that second one. So I mean, technically, it really ain't no
But how many
spots
backup
open.
point guards do you
And
need?
listen, and
It ain't no technically. See, that's where y'all getting it wrong at.
no, cause
Y'all
no,
assuming.
listen.
Y'all
That's why.
assuming.
Oh, he
Hold
been
on,
You know
working
what
with
that's
happens
bone
why.
when you
collectors,
This why I
y'all.
assume.
say technically. That's why I say technically. If you know you need a certain
And
player on your roster,
you
right,
assume you
and
give
you
out
know you
wrong
can't go out.
information.
One
Hold on,
second, Marquez.
Marquez. And you know you need a certain type of player on your roster, and you know you ain't going out in free agency. We know Charlotte ain't going out this year in the free agency and getting no backup point guard, right? That's one thing they ain't done. They ain't make no trade for him. That's 2 things they ain't done. So where you gonna find that backup point guard where you trying to get behind Miller, or if you want Miller to play off ball more,
Very
you
late.
need a
That's
point
slow.
guard. You go to Magruder. If Magruder's the only option, how can you keep hold on to him? If you really think he's a good player,
Magruder. Who the hell is
yeah,
Magruder?
Magruder. My bad.
You
Magruder.
talking about Magruder for
That
Detroit? That's
No,
the only
the point.
Magruder I know.
No, the point
different.
guard
McGowan.
that's on Charlotte.
McGowan.
No, the point guard right now.
That's Jalen
McCutcheon, whoever
Crutcher.
they,
You talking about Jalen
Like
Crutcher?
shit, Tyson
Crutcher, yeah,
Crutcher.
Alexander playing good too.
I ain't high on him, so I ain't gonna call him by the name. I don't know him like that. I just know he's a point guard, and that's what they
Yeah,
need.
Jalen Crutcher.
They want to move Miller off the ball more. So if you ain't find that in
But
free agency and you ain't find that in the trade, you gonna have to bring that from somewhere. So
you know
that's where
what?
that
You know what?
second spot
Panic.
came from.
Panic. You know what? I hate to agree with you, but God darn it, I might have to, because this Charlotte Hornets organization is abysmal. They
Thank you.
would definitely do some crazy, ironic crap like that. Bring in some point guard that's not even ready, that can't even show up in the summer league when you already have Isaiah Thomas, Book Knight, Jalen McDaniels, LaMelo Ball. I mean, it's a clutter. You got, what's the other boy name? Martin. They just gave Martin some money. You know what I'm saying? All these guards, logjam at guards, and then you're gonna really look at this Jalen Crutcher guy and think that he's going to make a difference when he has yet to make a difference
It's
in
not
the
about
summer
him
league.
making a difference. It's
I
about
know.
having
That's
somebody
why.
ready to go when
Listen,
his numbers call. If
that's
something
why.
happens,
Well,
The
no,
They
I don't
moment
know
already
about that. I
have
don't.
like
He's not.
5
Yeah,
point
exactly.
guards on
I
the
don't know about that one.
Hornets.
Right?
That's
Yeah,
the
they have a
crazy
whole
part.
bunch.
They
and if
already
Jalen
got
Crutcher
5
don't work
Hornets.
out, you can tell that they looking at Tyshawn Alexander, who had a great game.
Yes, he's a good guy as well.
Like
You know what I'm saying? But those could be trade assets, though. You know what I'm saying? Because
But like, how many
they
point
can't have
guards do you need to
10-point
develop?
guards.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How many
thank you.
point guards do you need to develop, dog? Like, what are y'all
No,
So
doing?
no.
no
What you need
panic.
to
This
do
might
is
be right on that one. No panic. My
no.
God, I hate to agree
You
with that.
have to look at as many as you can before the season starts, just to see which one you're gonna go with.
No,
and
bro.
remember
Nah,
last year,
If
remember
you
we were
need
talking
us, if you
about
need
you
something,
don't
you're not
have
gonna
to.
keep
That's what
on
they would
looking
do.
at point guards.
remember
Like
we were talking about
if you
Charlton
need a
last
wing,
season.
or if you need a small forward, if you need a center,
They
you're
need a
not gonna
center.
keep
Everybody
on
know they
looking
need a
at
center.
point guards. Like,
Why
but
do you
One thing they
unless
keep
don't
you're a
need is
changing?
any
Hornet,
more
that's what
wings.
you do. And
They
when you
don't.
need a center, you go look at point guards because you're Charlotte and you make bad decisions like that. I don't know. I keep on thinking JT Thor. They see something in him, but I don't.
It's
Like, I
like they
think
got
they think
JT
JT
Thor.
Thor is going to turn into Giannis in like 2 years.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
but
That's
don't
one
here's
think
the
thing.
hey
so, but
y'all, the JT Thor don't matter. They've
Stop.
already committed to him with
Rico,
money,
stop.
so they gave him the money
Which
already. So
goes
they
back
They
to
committed to
also
him.
give Kai Jones the money. So
But that's what I'm
But
saying. I
FYI,
think they committed to
you're
JT
back.
Thornton not because of talent, but because of something he might become 5 years from when they paid him.
But that's why.
That's
But
the
see,
problem,
JT Thornton didn't go. JT Thornton didn't walk in there and be like, "Hey, y'all, I'm not that good." They just said he said his agent went in there and said, "This kid has a ton of potential. You need to put him under contract before he plays for you guys. These guys are
Potential.
under contract, and then they can showcase that they bums that you need to develop."
But also now when those
FYFU is so mean.
when those agents walking them off,
But that's the business side of it. That's the finesse.
Yeah.
These are young
Snake-
men. These are
Nah,
our young brothers
nah.
we're talking about.
Nah, that's because you called David Griffin a snake oil salesman. That sound like the
But
same
David Griffin
thing.
ain't our young brother. But David Griffin ain't our young brother.
Hey, but it sounds like they doing it. That agent doing the same thing.
Hey,
Going there
Rico,
telling them that he got a $1
finessing.
million car, he got a Toyota Camry.
LeBron better
Okay.
start finessing.
Wait, so but again, y'all panel, it goes back to the limit.
But no panic.
Go
Listen,
back-
no panic had a lot to say, and it's hard for me to accept that. But listen, the way we seen Charlotte Hornet being ran, it looks like he could be definitely on point on that one. You know what I'm saying? Because
Looks like-
it doesn't make no sense to try to develop a point guard, right? Listen to what I'm saying. When you have a showstopper, right? You have an all-star point guard. Who trying to develop a point guard when you got an all-star point guard? Who you understand what I'm getting at? Who was
your
Chris
point
Paul
guard-
back up?
Right.
But hold on, but when
Who
your
was
point
Damian
guard
Lillard?
is
Hold on.
6'7",
Who
and
was
can play
Damian
three
Lillard point
positions,
guard?
that
I mean,
changed the
backup point
game.
guard.
No.
Who was developing him?
No.
But look,
You know what I'm
the
saying,
Warriors-
Rico?
Yeah.
Who was developing Stephen
No.
Curry backup point guard?
No,
Who was
but what
developing Kyrie Irving backup point guard? Are you
No.
kidding me?
No,
you
what
already got that cemented. Move to
but
an
Dex,
area
what
of
you-
need.
Dex, what you forgetting is this:
Thank you,
LaMelo
Dex.
is more than just a point guard.
Oh
You
my
can-
God!
if
Stop
you
it,
can have LaMelo,
FYF.
so
He's-
if
I
you
mean,
can-
he right.
FYF,
He
do you
can
know
play
what
the
you're
three.
saying?
here's
He
the
can play the 2
problem:
and 3.
if you can have LaMelo in
No,
the game,
no,
at the
no,
two-
no. The man is an all-star as a point guard.
Bro,
Stop trying to move him
bro.
around. What you
Bro,
want to move
hold
him
on.
around
What
for?
I'm saying is this right
He's
here.
rookie of the year as a point guard. Are you guys out of your freaking mind? Now you want to move the young man around
Hold on, but what I'm saying is
and put him
you
in an
can get-
inferior position.
You can. That's not inferior.
Just because you want to be right. No, I'm not accepting that. And nobody
He
that's
is a
listening,
great
don't accept
scorer,
that
too.
crap that this guy is spewing
Hold on,
out.
haven't we
You
all
want to
seen
move
LaMelo
LaMelo
be a
around
great
as an
scorer?
all-star, as a rookie of the year, as a breakthrough
Bro,
athlete
stop-
of the year?
stop with the
You want to move
fandom.
him around?
Bro,
That's
it's not about
fandom.
moving him
That's
around.
accolades. That has nothing to do with fandom.
Yes, it is. You talking
You
like
leave him
fans.
there.
You think basketball.
Okay, move Kyrie around. Move Steph around.
They do.
Move
I mean,
Ja Morant
Kyrie
around.
plays
They do.
shooting guard.
They do.
LeBron plays center
That's
and
not.
power
But that's
forward
not.
and small
Rico,
forward.
I can't believe you're buying into this crap.
No, Dex. I'm not saying permanently, but for like a 4-minute stretch, he could play shooting
No,
guard.
that's
and small
different, though.
forward.
That's different doing out the course of a game. I'm not talking like that. I'm not.
Okay,
Come on, man. You
okay.
know what
That's
I'm
the
talking
value
about.
of having a backup point guard.
Oh, no. Listen. No. Listen. Okay, hold on. That's where I'm getting at. See, Rico, I know where you're going, but FYF ain't going where you're going. You
But
follow
you
what I'm
don't
saying?
know
He's
where
trying to
I'm
be
going
slick
'cause you
with it.
ain't listening.
No, because you're trying to be surreptitious. Listen, FYF, you don't move LaMelo around. That's his thing. LaMelo wants the ball in his hand. Now, if he throughout the course of the game want to get
That's
some rest,
fan talk.
then
That's
he
not
would
winning
slide.
basketball
Then he
talk.
could slide. If that's
that
what he
fan
wants.
talk. That's why Charlotte's
Okay,
trash.
listen. You can make all these derogative
Man,
comments
seem
all you
like
want.
Charlotte been listening
All I'm saying is that, and they should be better. All I'm saying is that the
It's not-
Charlotte
that's why they
Hornets
trash.
have the point guard locked in. They got that position locked in.
No, but
Now
you
they
gotta
need to
think
work
about
on
it. In
other
this-
aspects. Why
in this
are you
NBA
spending so much time? FYF,
this
will you just
NBA,
please be quiet for a
You gotta
time?
have some depth.
I mean, good
you've been
gracious,
running off on your
FYF.
sermon. Your sermon been wrong.
Okay, yeah, that sounds funny to you. It don't sound funny to nobody else. That only sounds funny to you. But
I'm
listen,
just saying your sermon been
why
wrong.
would you? Right, listen. Okay, cool.
You
But
keep
listen,
preaching
why
for
would
more
you?
games for Jello? He ain't
FYF,
playing.
FYF, slow down, FYF, slow down, because you get a little
man.
beside yourself.
No, I'm
Listen,
not.
Okay, carry on.
Oh, boy.
All I'm saying is this: LaMelo Ball has made his mark as a point guard. Now, if he want to slide a little bit throughout the course of a game to make adjustments, that's different. That's what Rico's talking about. I agree with that, but he's trying to say you develop a point guard when you don't even really need to develop a point guard. Just get a decent point guard somewhere and keep it
That's
moving.
not what he said.
You can get it. No, that's not what you said.
That's not what he
I ain't
said.
talking about. Listen, I'm not talking about Rico. I'm talking about you. I
that's
agree
not what
with
he
Rico
said. You
during the
didn't even
course
get
of a
what he
game.
said right.
Well, if he said something different than that, then I disagree. But from
He
what I
clearly
understand,
said
he
they
said
can't
during
get
the course of
nobody
a
in free
game,
agency, so they have to develop something out of the G
you can
League.
get somebody in free agency. That's bullshit. Stop that narrative,
Okay,
man.
who? Who they
They
gonna get in
just
free
got
agency?
Isaiah Thomas in free agency.
Okay,
Facts.
They got Ish
how did that work
Smith.
out?
They
How
got
did
Ish
that work out?
Smith. But you
How did
said
that work out?
nobody. No, stop. Listen, stop deflecting and
Well,
stop being evasive. You said nobody. The optimal word is nobody. I disagree. And I'm showing you empirical information to back up my disagreement. Ish Smith, right? And then last year they had Brad Watermaker, and you got Isaiah Thomas right now. Those are people, and those are enough to back up LaMelo to a certain degree. Because actually,
Yo,
Borrego was playing
Did we
with the
lose?
man minutes. If we wasn't playing with the man minutes, then those guys could be sufficient in increments throughout the game.
That's
You don't
true.
need to try to waste your time developing no point guard in the summer league to try to back up LaMelo when you got all these other guards on your team already that's qualified enough to do a little something while Melo take a breather. You know what I'm saying? Because he shouldn't be out the game that damn long. No way. The kid is only 20.
all right, great plan.
No, but
Next.
FYF, I have an actual question. FYF, just a quick question. Just can you answer my question real quick?
Yeah.
So we have all these point guards. So let me ask you a serious question. When the Lakers drafted Magic Johnson in the early 80s, right? Were they constantly trying to get point guards so they can develop as a backup for Magic Johnson, or B, move on to a better position so they can win a chip? So what's the answer in that, FYF? Just please answer that question for me. Were they constantly log jamming at point guard, or were they developing in different other positions? Can you answer that question for me, please?
When the Lakers drafted Magic Johnson, they had a star point guard on the team.
Norm Nixon.
He was a star. He wasn't just he wasn't just a average player. He was a star in the NBA. They stacked up, and so what happened was they doubled up at that position. They had two great players there, and because of Magic's versatility, because you had multiple players that could push the ball up the floor, they could put him at a different position. Now you got more ball handling, you got more playmaking on the floor, you got more IQ on the floor at the same time. And with his size, he actually was a good off-ball defender. So what I'm saying with LaMelo, I'm not saying take the point guard reins away from him. I'm saying because he's also a dynamic scorer, there are times if he's cooking, I may need to move him over to the 2 so I can run plays for him, maybe run some 1-4 flat sets for him just to get him the ball so he can keep cooking, right? Because he can't do all of that. He can't do all of that from the 1 spot. So I'm saying you need versatility on your roster. You need depth. Hold on, I can't hear you.
How can you have versatility
hold
on
on
your
a second, Marquez, I gotta break you because I gotta challenge FYF on this one. The Magic Johnson, Norm Nixon dynamic wasn't totality that. What it was that when Kareem got hurt and Magic stepped up and became that versatile individual and they won, and they won convincingly with Magic at the helm. And I think that was only really one game, right? At the helm, playing center and directing it like he was a back catcher. That's what gave Magic the leverage to want point guard position. And Norm Nixon was resisting it, and then they had to make a decision. Norm or Magic. Norm was an all-star, and they told Magic Norm went across town to the Clippers. You follow what I'm saying? Because if, like I said before, if you got a taller, fast guy and you got a short, fast guy, you take the tall, fast guy every time. And then live with your results.
They played multiple years with Norm Nixon and Magic Johnson together because for the longest they
No,
had Magic
it wasn't multiple
as
years.
a shooting guard.
It wasn't multiple years. Norm went to the Clippers.
It wasn't multiple years. It wasn't multiple years. Stop it. It wasn't multiple
After
years.
they won the,
But nevertheless,
hold on, they had Magic. They had Norm Nixon in 79 and 80, and they had him that next season too.
No, they didn't. He was already in LA. He was already on the Clippers.
No, he wasn't. He was on the Lakers in 1980.
I'm not going to argue that point because I don't have the statistics. I'm only going by memory. No. I'm just going by memory.
In 82, I mean.
You know what?
He was.
No,
Yeah,
he wasn't
multiple
with Worthy.
seasons with
He
Magic.
didn't play. He didn't play with Worthy. Norm Nixon didn't play with Worthy.
Norm
Worthy
Nixon was
82.
there from 79. He played 79, 80, 80, 81, and 81,
Now,
82.
stop it. Stop it.
Stop
You
it.
want to bet?
No.
He
Okay,
didn't play with Worthy. Worthy
Bet
82.
Google.
bet 100.
We're going to Google.
He did not play with Worthy. He did not play with Worthy. He did not play with Byron Scott. Okay, Byron Scott 84.
I didn't
So he
say
did not play with
84. I
those two.
said
I
he
know
played
that.
in 81, 82. That'll
I'm
be the
saying
third season
he did
with
not.
Magic.
When Worthy was there, it was no
We're
Norm
not talking
Nixon. That's
about
all I'm
Worthy.
saying.
I said he played with
Worthy
Magic at least 3
82.
years.
Worthy 82, my bro. Worthy's 82. I don't care what you say.
Worthy
Worthy's
came in
82.
when? 82, 83. I'm not talking about the 82, 83 season.
The season
That's
starts
the
in
year
82.
after-
It ends in 83.
Cool.
It starts
Bro.
in 82.
How long was Norm Nixon with Magic?
Sir. It was
You know
on.
what? I have to
only
go
with him
back and
for
look
2
because I
years.
just don't remember.
No, more
I
than
just
2
looked it up.
years. He played 3 seasons with
FYF.
Magic.
FYF. I just
Yeah, I
looked
think
it up.
2 years.
I
I
literally
think 2
just looked
years.
it up. No,
Yeah, I
Marvin.
think 2 years.
No,
Yeah.
I just looked it up. They said during the year that Worthy was drafted in 82, he was traded earlier in the beginning
Thank you.
to the
That's
San
82.
I know
Diego
that. I
Clippers.
know that
So
much.
therefore, you're
Don't talk
wrong.
about my Lakers.
Hold on,
Don't
look,
talk about
y'all.
my Lakers.
The 79, 80
Don't talk this
season.
basketball talk with me. Don't talk this
Hold on,
basketball
hold
talk
on.
with me.
The
Hey,
79,
Jack, I
80
just,
season.
Jack, I
Hold on,
googled it
hold
and
on.
gave him the
Listen,
fact
listen,
check
listen,
on the
regardless,
homepage.
we don't want to go there. We don't want to go there. We don't want to go. I
Don't try
know
to
my
not
Lakers.
go there. Don't try
I'm
to
a
not go
Laker
there
fan.
now when I'm talking.
I already know he wasn't there in 82, man. I
No,
already
hold
said
on.
it.
You're talking.
And I'm
Hold
sticking
on.
to my guns.
Hold on. What I'm saying is in
He did not play
79,
with Worthy. Not one
in
dribble.
79, 80, Norm Nixon
That's
was there
one
with
season.
Magic.
That's
Hold
one
on.
season.
Next, let me finish.
Right, that's one
You
season.
can't finish because you can't
Y'all
match
switching.
Worthy.
Hold
You can't match
on.
Worthy with Norm Nixon. That I know.
Well, you keep bringing up Worthy, and we're not talking about Worthy.
You was you born in?
In 79, 80, Norm Nixon was on the
What's up?
Lakers with Magic Johnson. The next season was 80, 81 season. Norm Nixon
Yes.
played with Magic. The next
Okay.
season was 81, 82. Norm Nixon played with Magic that year.
No, he did not. He was
Was he
traded
there
to the
with
Clippers.
Worthy?
Was he there?
No,
if
All
he
I'm
was-
saying, was he there
no,
with
was
Worthy?
he there
No.
with Worthy? Was he there with Worthy?
That's all I
Because if
said.
was
He
there-
was not
I want
there
you
with
to
Worthy.
be
You
there
said
with
he
I never
was.
said
Worthy.
he was playing with Worthy. Worthy's not even a point
You
guard.
said that earlier?
Worthy
No, I
was-
did not. You
just
brought up
said
Worthy out of the blue.
82.
Okay, forget all that.
Worthy was in
Listen,
82
let's not go
though.
on a tangent. Listen,
So,
I'm
nah,
finished off
nah,
mute
nah.
mic. We're gonna stay on course. We're gonna stay on course. No, you don't know my team. I know my team.
Like I said, we can put money on it. And
You
we can
always
shut
talking
my
about
mouth
putting
real
money
quick
on
with some
something.
money.
I know he didn't play with Worthy. You want to put money on
I
that?
didn't say he played with Worthy. I'm saying if you
Okay,
want
well
to put
that's what
money
I'm
on
saying.
if you want to put some money on it, we can.
Listen, man, you on your
But if
computer.
you don't
I'm
wanna put
nowhere
money
near a
on it,
computer.
then
I'm in a
we can
car.
move on.
You follow what I'm saying? I'm in a car, so you can stop the capping. You on your
Don't forget
computer, you
traded
type
to
real
82.
fast. You type real fast.
I can share my screen.
Yeah, you type real fast. I'm in a vehicle right now talking.
Google is
I ain't
our
nowhere
friend.
near a
Well,
computer.
don't talk on.
Google
Don't
is
act
I'm
our
like
going
you
friend.
off
know your team
memory
when you don't.
because you know why I can go off memory? Because I seen it.
Your
in
memory can't
person.
be that good because you be saying stuff about
He wasn't with
Liangelo
Worthy.
that be wrong. Memory
Well,
fucked
you know,
up when it comes to
Liangelo, I
Worthy
could
was
be.
Liangelo.
Worthy.
Listen,
Worthy came in
I
the
can
82,
listen.
83
All I
season.
can say,
So how am I gonna
I
trust
know
you on
he
something
wasn't.
back in the 80s when you can't even remember stuff about Liangelo?
But listen, FYF, I might not remember
Sir,
everything
FYF,
about
Google is your
Liangelo
friend.
because Liangelo is a younger player and I'm an older guy and I'm trying to keep up based on, the little information I got. But I'm not chasing.
Y'all sitting here telling me Norm Nixon was on
I'm
the
not
Lakers
chasing.
with Magic for 2 years.
I said Worthy. I don't know about no 2 years.
Bro,
He wasn't there with
point
Worthy.
guards. Why are we talking about Worthy when we talking about point guards? We're talking about
Dude,
point
why you
guards.
keep going back to that? Listen, dude, why you keep going back to that?
Y'all brought up this weird example of Magic.
We passed that already.
Playing with other point guards.
You can't try to circle back around and make sure you're right. All I'm saying, he didn't play with Worthy. You said he did.
Pass on
That's the only thing I'm
what did
saying.
we pass it on to? There was nothing to pass on to.
Marquez asked a question about point guards, and that's how y'all get on Norm Nixon.
Thank you.
And,
He brought it
No,
up.
he
like
took it to Norm Nixon.
Yeah,
But
Marquez
nevertheless,
asked the
I'm saying this. Okay, forget what Marquez asked. Forget what he answered. I'm saying this. He never did clearly answer the eliminate question. So fuck all that. What I'm saying is this right here. LaMelo Ball needs to be playing point guard for 90% of Charlotte Hornet games. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, you got to be honest. He's not an NBA point guard.
Yeah, no, I
He
can't.
doesn't have NBA ball handling. He doesn't have NBA point guard IQ.
You see
He
how this
doesn't
guy
have
talk?
NBA point guard speed. He doesn't
LaMelo?
have NBA point guard
We're talking
playmaking.
about LaMelo,
Quit
not
trying to give
Liangelo.
him these
We're talking about
fake
LaMelo.
things.
We're talking about
Go
LaMelo.
work out with Bone Collector
Are you
2
talking
times
about
and say
LaMelo?
he's an NBA point
Your
guard.
mind is so screwed up right now. We
Man,
talking about
y'all are
LaMelo.
just capping,
Yeah, hold
man.
on,
Come
wait a second.
on.
Nobody said
Listen,
Jello
this
was a
guy's
point
so
guard,
off.
man.
Y'all talk about he worked out with Bone Collector. Now he can go with CP3.
We're
No, I
not
never
talking
said that.
about Liangelo. We talking about
Who said that?
LaMelo. Hello,
I'm talking about
Yellow
Liangelo
Mello.
Haslam.
Yeah,
I know who you want to
I
talk
if you
about.
talking about
apologize. I
LaMelo,
genuinely feel
LaMelo
like that's
already
gonna
showed y'all he
stick.
can play multiple positions.
I feel like that's gonna stick. That Liangelo Udonis Haslam reference. If that
Hey,
sticks, I do apologize.
he got the braids. All he needs to get in the game and fight in the last 30 seconds.
That's
Not
a
my fault
fact.
that the Charlotte
If he
Hornets
was in
scored.
there for
But see,
4 minutes, if
I
he
don't see how
started a
y'all
fight,
feel
he would
sorry
have been
for Jello
Udonis
when he
Haslam.
choose to be there. He choose to not play.
Rico, I'm done with you, Rico. I'm done with you, Rico.
But according to you, FYF, he can't choose to play nowhere because they all gonna treat him the same way.
No, I
Right.
said
Exactly.
I
Apparently, he has
clearly
no other
Exactly,
said
Rico.
options.
no. I clearly said he needs to go where he's wanted, and
And
with
where is that?
the team that picked
Where
up
is
the
that?
phone and
Because
But you
called
just
everybody's
said he
invested
wasn't
in
wanted
everybody, right?
anywhere.
the team that
Ain't
picked
that
up
right,
the
Rico?
phone.
Everybody's invested in everybody. Everybody got
Exactly.
money in
Everywhere,
everybody.
everywhere they all
Hold on,
got
y'all.
contracts.
The team that picked up the phone and said that they wanted him was overseas.
Charlotte Hornet picked up the phone. What are you talking about, numbnut?
Okay,
Bow.
The Charlotte
I
Hornets
think
called him to
Hey,
invite him to
he
their
he
summer
got
league.
called
What do you
too.
right. They
mean?
want him
He
there.
didn't go knocking on their door.
They want him there for garbage time.
FYF, you need to slow up a little bit.
He played good garbage minutes. He was solid in
He
garbage
said,
minutes.
go to a team that wants you. He goes to
You hear
Charlotte, who
FYF?
wants
He
him,
said he
and
played
they
good
feel
in
like
Charlotte
shit.
don't want him.
Obviously, they sent them an invite.
No,
That's
they
what I'm
sent him
saying.
an invite
FYF,
to
make
be
up your
We
paid.
don't
mind.
want.
No, the only team that called him, offering him money to play, is the NBL.
The views. This man's
Like I
logic is
said,
number
NBL
one right
wanted him.
now.
FYF, you
Jeez.
listen. FYF, just slow down a little bit. You know what I mean?
How can I
Because
slow
it
down?
seemed like once you
Y'all are
reach
the
your
most
max.
Confusing us.
delusional fan base I've ever seen. Y'all delusional.
Okay, whatever. We'll take
Y'all gotta
all
stop being delusional.
derogative
That's not derogatory. That's just
monikers.
true.
Okay, but listen, FYF, it seemed like to
We're
me
delusional,
once
but
you reach your max, then you try to regurgitate and come at a
Okay, so
different
hold on.
angle.
Let's do this. Do y'all want to do an over/under on the minutes he played tomorrow against the Bulls?
I got the under
no,
on
thank you.
7.
Anybody want to take a bet on that?
Under.
Okay, what's the over under? Okay, name the over under.
I told you I
FYF.
got the
Oh, he
under
gonna
on
play under
7.
10 minutes.
Under
Huh?
on 7.
You said under 10 minutes?
Okay.
Under 7.
I'm taking the
I'll
over. I'm
take
taking the over.
I'm good.
I'll
I'm
take
taking over.
What we betting?
How much?
I'm going
You
under.
what you
50?
call
I'm
it?
going
I'm taking
under.
over 10 minutes for 50.
Okay, bet.
I do
Okay,
25.
you guys hear that? Okay, hold
No, I
on.
do
What you
30.
mean? No, did you
30
hear
is
it?
30 is a
Hold
good
on,
number.
guys. Let's not confuse nothing. I'm betting FYF, right? I'm going to put it in the chat. I'm betting FYF that Liangelo get over 10 minutes for $50. That's my bet. You accept that bet,
And the
FYF?
game is
Look,
Wednesday.
there's the same
Hold on,
side story.
flight. Hold on, guys. Let him get some. Let's get some clarity. FYF, I'm betting he get over 10 minutes for $50. Do I get it? Do you accept that?
I already said
You
bet.
accept that bet? No.
Bet?
Do you accept the bet? Just make it clear so it won't be no ambiguity.
That's what bet mean. Bet.
All right, cool.
Okay. That's a bet. Okay, let me put it in the chat.
All right, for
Okay,
sure.
go ahead, you guys now.
Hey,
Now?
Dex about to call him.
And when you
FYF,
have the
I'm
side story,
confused.
I need Flight to have the violin music playing while you explaining why he didn't play.
Hey, FYF, I'm confused. You say that Liangelo needs to go to a place where he's wanted, but by your logic, nobody else is checking
No.
for him but the
No,
Hornets.
well, hold
So
on.
how can he
Hold
go
on. You gotta
to
listen to
another
what I
place?
said.
Go to where you're wanted
I'm
when nobody wants you.
No, listen to what I'm saying, y'all. Listen to what I'm
Confused,
saying.
Rico. How am I supposed to leave
Hold
if
on.
nobody
I
wants
can
me,
answer
Rico?
that.
That's
I get what
confusing to me.
FYF's saying. The only
You
team
gotta
that
listen.
wants him is overseas. So go
Thank you.
overseas. That's what he's saying. I
The
get it.
only team that wants him is overseas.
Well, that's not
His
what we don't know that
innuendos
for
is not
sure.
making
Yeah.
sense. We don't even know
Hold on.
that. So how
I'm
can
not
you say
talking about
that?
he doesn't have any NBA opportunities right now.
Well, you
The
don't
only
know
team that
that.
wants him
How
is
do you know
overseas.
that?
Well, we don't know that for sure.
Hold on, we don't
That's
know
you're
that.
assuming
He
that
just played 5 minutes in a
no,
summer league
we're
game.
assuming. You're assuming
He
with
just
one
played
team.
5
You're
minutes
assuming
in a
that,
summer league game. And you telling
sir.
me
You're
he's
still
wanted?
assuming that's on one team. That's still assuming
What do you
that's
mean I'm
one team.
assuming? I watched the game.
You're assuming because this is only one team. This one team
FYF,
is a
can you
horrible
put down there you
organization.
accept that bet, FYF?
Dex, it's a bet. Where do you want me to put it?
Just say I accept your bet. That's all. Just
Where?
put in the thing. Anywhere
best
in the
fit?
In the
open chat.
chat. In the chat.
All right,
Yeah,
hold
put it in
Put it on
the
the
chat.
wood and make it good.
on.
FYF been cooking
Somebody
for
got an echo.
confirmation of rule. Rico and
That's
Hold
Dave
me.
on, I
both
gotta
That's
go
say
me.
on my
Mike
desktop to
McMahon
do
was
it. I'm on my
Cleveland
phone.
Cavaliers in 2016.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't.
FYF. Let's switch it up real quick. What you think about your team, Damian Lillard signing that contract?
Stupid. I mean, it's smart. It's smart for his pocketbooks, but it's stupid if you're trying to win.
He locked up now.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to think in the second year of that deal, he's going to be getting over $60 million. You can't get no type of free agent help. So it was, if you're trying to win, is dumb. But I mean, look, get your money up. But they're not going to win shit.
Well, who getting $60 million in the second year of the deal?
Lillard, he's going to get $63 million in the second year of that deal.
Second or
Oh,
second
man.
to last?
So
He just signed a 2-year extension. The second year of that
Oh, a
deal, he's going to get
2-year.
63.
Oh,
Yeah, he's gonna
nah,
get,
bro. They're bugging.
that's too much goddamn money for one season. That's
That's 2-star
2
players
years?
today.
That's what it.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
listen,
bugging.
LA did the same thing with Kobe and look at that hand scrap them.
But LA
so
did it to Kobe after he won 5 championships. This
Yeah,
man
that's
made
true.
1
That's
Western
true.
Conference Finals.
Or,
they trash. It was
thank you,
stupid. But like I
Rico.
said, I can't hate a player for getting their money.
Thank you,
Get your
Rico.
money.
I was just gonna
Oh,
say
and
that.
I ain't even tripping about Kobe getting the money. I just saying like, look how that caused the Lakers not being.
I'm with FYF on that one. I ain't mad at
competitive
none of these
team on the
players getting
court.
their money.
I'm
Even the
not.
Yeah,
players that
fuck
play
it. The
on my
basketball
team.
shit gonna come and go. Get the money.
No,
That's
no. I'm
generational.
not mad about NBA players getting paid. I'm just
I'm
a
waiting on
little
FYF
ticked
to put in the
off.
chat that he accept.
Bro, I gotta
One
I don't know
second.
what's
log in
taking
on
him
my.
so
I'm
long.
a
I gotta
little
log in
Them
on
ticked
my
Twitter
off.
desktop.
fingers. Get them Twitter
I,
fingers right. Put some oil on them hands, man.
what,
I gotta log in on my desktop. I gotta get on my computer because I'm on my phone. I gotta exit out the StreamYard if I'm gonna type it on my phone.
one
So
sec.
go ahead. You'll
Look,
be back. Yeah, you can exit out. You
I'm
good. You know
gonna.
you got your spot reserved.
I just typed in chat. Bet.
Listen, FYF, I feel the same way you feel about Liangelo, but I telling you right now, Liangelo getting more than 10 minutes tomorrow. That 5 minutes yesterday, but on the strength of he must all of these summer league get-togethers, playing in the Drew League. He missed a couple of days. He must have practiced. He only had 1 day of practice with a team, and you know they're trying to run a system. They try to develop their players, and that's where the 5 minutes coming at.
Okay.
And I'll be honest. I think part of Homeboy's minutes that he got all those last game is because he was probably playing all right. Y'all calling him caveman. He's probably one of those players that, hey, yo, he was hot, so just leave him in the game.
But look, you
And
gotta
he's
look
the
at it like
oldest
this.
on the team at this
Jello may
point.
get.
You got to look at it like this. They saw Jello for an entire G League season last year. They
I
know
agree
who
with
he
that.
is.
I
They don't
agree
know who
with that,
Brady
but
Mannix
that's why
is. Brady
I
Mannix just got there,
I agree with that, FYF.
right?
That's why I
All these
said,
guys,
why bring him
Kai
back
Jones
unless
just
he's
played
going to be
bad. They
your
want him to
bench
have a
coach?
bounce back game. Tayshaun Alexander played great off the bench. They gonna want to see more of that. Crutcher had a
But
bad
why
game. They
bring
want to see
him
him
back
improve.
if they already know what he is already?
So
No,
what I'm
bring
Crutcher
him
saying
had
is,
back?
2 bad games. FYF. Crutcher had 2 bad
I
games.
look. What I'm saying is that's more the reason why he's gonna play. Because generally in the summer league, if you play good, they are gonna sit you down, just like they did Paolo Branchero. He been playing good, so they set him for the rest of summer league. If you play the more you play bad, the more you're gonna play in summer league. The Kai Jones who played
Oh, so that's
trash.
what it was, Jello? They shut him down for the
No, Jello is just not a priority.
Listen, I believe
Nah,
Jello will
not
get about
FYF,
10
because it
off that
sounds like
contract.
every time Jello played good last year, they sat him out. That's what happened.
Right.
Which
And
was
that's
in the G
exactly
League.
what happened, Rico. He dropped 16 points in 16 minutes and they
Not
sat him down.
FYF.
That's exactly what
This is
happened.
why I've been saying it about the Charlotte Hornet organization. Because
Bro.
like you said, Paolo Ranchero played great, and then they sat him out. They say, he good, he ready for the season, right? Now, there have been
Right, he
games where
Gucci.
either Jello would play good in the Summer League or he'd play good in the G League, and they just, it's like in flux. There's
So what
no
I'm saying is,
baseline.
if he
It's
played
high
good,
one game, is low.
if he
So
played
it's like
good,
you can't get a rhythm. You know what I mean?
no, it's not about rhythm. What I'm saying is, if he played good, then they would have called him up because
But
they
he
showing
did
up
play
needed
good.
players. They didn't call him up.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's why I've been saying it's a waste of time because whether he plays good whether he plays bad, whether he gets minutes, whether he doesn't get
He's
minutes.
still gonna go to the
Apparently,
G
they're
League.
still sending him the invite. He's still gonna get
Right.
this invite, whether he plays good or not. That's what I'm saying. So just leave Charlotte. That's why I said LA.
Well,
But
I've been said leave, but there's no spots on LA's roster. LA don't want him because they would have reached
That's
out to
cap.
him already.
That's cap. You're assuming now.
Okay, all you got to do is
I,
look
I
at
don't
what
know
they're
how
doing.
I don't know how we got DJ Augustine, but we couldn't give Jello Ball a
Leandro.
tryout.
Okay, right.
What?
Or
That's
Wenyen Gabriel.
You
Wenyen
gonna
Gabriel.
compare?
That
Hold
was
on, but
nice.
Wenyen Gabriel's a power forward.
Or
Anthony Davis was hurt. DJ
the
Augustine's a
horrible,
point guard,
atrocious son of
and
Shaquille
they
O'Neal.
needed a point guard when LeBron was hurt. See, they feel needs. They don't just bring up random players for any random reason.
If they feel needs, then
He
why
didn't
don't they
even
feel the
play.
need for Jello then? See, that's what
Because
I'm
there's
saying
no
about
need. They
FYF.
got 1,000 shooting
FYF is
guards.
so back and forth with his content. Do y'all listen to what this dude is saying? They
Hold on.
feel needs, but Jello don't serve no need.
No,
Come
they
on,
don't.
man.
They have 5 shooting guards. Rozier,
This is what I'm
Oubre,
saying.
all
It
these
makes no
guards.
sense.
They don't need
Oubre is
them.
not a shooting guard. He's a
Oubre's
Oubre's a
forward.
listed as
small
a shooting
forward.
guard.
Ain't no way.
Oubre is a
Oh my
small
God, y'all
forward.
don't even know y'all
He's
team.
definitely a small forward, a power forward. I'm just gonna say.
Right. He's definitely a small forward.
Go
Matter
to
of fact, no,
Charlotte
I'm
Hornets
tired of
roster.
debating facts. No, I'm just
Go
tired
to
of
the
No.
debating
Charlotte
facts.
Hornets
That's
roster.
why I asked.
I'm not gonna debate you on that. I'm not gonna
No,
debate you. If he is listed at the 2, then that's on
Go to
them. But whenever
ESPN.com,
I see
and
whenever
Oubre
I
is
see
listed
him
as
on
the
the
2.
basketball court, he's not a 2.
Sir, you're wrong. Sir, you're wrong. Kelly Oubre is actually a small forward. He plays the shooting guard sometimes, but he's a small forward. But continue.
Okay, so he's not listed as a shooting guard on ESPN?
No, sir. I just looked up ESPN right now and said it was a
Okay, so
small
if I share
forward.
my screen, so
So
you're
I'm
willing
just
to bet
fact checking
$100
you.
on that right now?
I'm not betting $100 if I just looked it up and I know for
No,
a
let me
fact he's
just
a
share my
small
screen.
forward.
All you gotta do is share your screen. If it says
FYF,
Bet
stop
the
trying to
100.
bully people with your social
Bet the
I'm trying to
security
$100.
bully you to
Ryan.
bet because you don't know what you're talking about. But for
Okay,
sure,
hold
go
on.
ahead.
All right, he just said I don't know what I'm talking about. Flight, I'm gonna share my screen.
Get set.
What are you about to say?
I'm just gonna share the ESPN roster because he said ESPN says small forward. When I'm looking at it right now and it says shooting guard.
Okay.
So unless my
Well,
eyes just broke right now.
that might be ESPN listing that. That's probably
It's
what
ESPN
was listed that
listing,
during the
sir.
game.
Just go to the Charlotte. Go to Charlotte because they
I
official.
just checked Basketball Reference. He's been a small forward his whole career, apparently.
Thank you.
That's what I thought. I thought he was a small
what do
forward. He's
Charlotte
been
got
one
him
his
listed
whole
at?
career.
Okay, hold on, guys. What do Charlotte got him listed at?
It's a
As a
small
small
forward. I
forward.
just looked it up, Dex.
Oh my God.
I just looked it
Char-
up.
Charlotte Hornets
I'll
have
look
him
up
listed as a small
ESPN
forward?
too.
But ESPN be getting it wrong sometimes. They had
Yeah,
DeMar
I know.
DeRozan as a
Yeah,
guard,
get it
and
wrong.
Chicago had him as a forward.
That's
He
why I
says
said
right here
Basketball
on the,
Reference. I looked up Basketball Reference. He's been a small forward his whole career.
it even says
Doesn't
on his
matter what team
Wikipedia,
he's been on.
it even says on the Charlotte Hornets website right now that I'm looking at, it says Kelly Oubre Jr., small
All right.
forward / shooting guard.
Okay,
So what are you
shooting guard.
talking about?
Shooting guard.
He plays shooting
Small
guard on and
forward.
off, but he's a small forward,
Don't
sir.
omit evidence to do that. Why we got to do that? It says small forward first, which means he's a small
Bro,
forward who can
But
play the
that's what he
shooting
does.
guard.
I mean, he's listen.
But
FYF
that's
is
what I said.
harsh
I told
words
you.
and it's very
Hold on.
semantic.
Either way you slice it, it's a wing player. They don't need no more wings.
That's why I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you could say that he's a wing player, then why are you gonna say he's a shooting guard? Jello
Okay,
can't
Bro,
play
we
that.
getting hung up on
He's a
bullshit.
wing. He plays
They don't
multiple
need
positions.
Liangelo. That's
They
the
don't
Hey,
problem.
Rico,
They
They
don't
hey,
don't
need
need nobody. They don't need nobody,
Rico,
but
we
they're
just gonna
still gonna
keep fact
fill up
checking
roster
you.
spots with people they don't need.
Oh my
They're
God.
bad
They got
Everybody
too
got
many
him as a
players
wing.
right now.
Everybody got him as a wing. Everybody got him as a wing, so he's a wing.
Thank you, Dex. Thank you.
What I'm saying is, where's the roster spot for him on this team? Where?
You know what he should
I
do?
mean, they need more wings and
Why he
guards.
keeps going back to that? What is FYF doing? Why you keep running
He should
circles,
sign.
man?
He should sign with the
You're not even
Shanghai
giving us
Sharks.
forward content.
You trying to sound like you got me, but it ain't cutting it.
But all I'm saying is
You just
You trying to make it
stubborn,
sound like it.
FYF. That's what it is. You stubborn. I'm starting to see that.
You
You
Dex,
damn near
you
like
trying to
Marvin.
make
You
it
damn near
seem
like
good,
Marvin
but
perspective.
look,
You just
I
stubborn.
agree with
For
FYF.
real.
They don't need Jello. They don't need another wing, but they're still trying to develop JT Thor for the next 4 or 5 years. That's what they're gonna
Who's a
do, even
forward
though they
and a
don't need
big.
a wing. They don't need them, but they're still gonna try to develop them in the G League, the Summer League, back and forth because that's what they do. That's what bad organizations do.
Thank you, Rico.
hold on. They're
I don't
gonna
know.
try to develop JT Thor because of the money.
You keep
Nah,
saying
bro.
that, but that's the same thing
Nah,
with Book
bro.
Knight and everybody else.
That
Book Knight
money,
is getting the
they got
money.
that money off a false promise.
It don't matter.
That's what they got it.
They're
They
not gonna
go,
hold on.
they
This is why.
they go keep on trying to develop them, not because of the money,
Bro,
because of that false promise. That's why they put the
bro,
money there in the first
bro,
Right.
place.
Oh, he gonna be
Al
good. He gonna be
struggle.
like
Oh
like
yeah,
he's that
yeah,
new
he gonna
Al
guard.
be the
struggle
He
GOAT
with
gonna be
one day.
good.
He gonna be
Yeah.
nice as fuck one day. That's what they doing.
It's like they sell him
Let's
as
play
a
him 30
JT
Ferrari.
minutes
Thor.
tonight. 2 years from now, he's gonna be great. Like
JT
no.
Thor is getting 1 point. It doesn't matter. You got to follow the
Rico,
money in the
it's like
NBA.
selling him a Ferrari. It's like being sold as Ferrari, but coming out being like a
The money
Nissan
tells you
Sentra.
who
It
they
don't work right.
prioritize.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
it.
mean,
Just follow the money, and
I
that tells you
mean,
who they focused on.
But that's what I'm saying.
but you
I ain't
keep saying
following the
following the
money. What did
money, but
JT Thor do to get a contract?
I don't know what. Look, I
nothing.
don't know what the hell he did to trick somebody into that contract, but he got the
What did
goddamn
Book Knight
contract.
do? What
He
did Book
got the
Knight do
I
to get
know
his
contract.
what
What's
Book
the
contract?
Knight
problem,
did. Book Knight was nice enough. He was high. He was a high drafted rookie. I get it. I know what
bro?
Book Knight did.
But okay, so you just
High
telling me they
drafted,
just supposed to
but
give
he
they supposed to give JT Thor $1.5 million and tell him to go home so Jello can take his spot.
No, but I'm saying if you could just give JT Thor $1.5 million
you can give it to
because
Jello.
he's tall and he might develop into Giannis in 5 years,
I
then
know,
you could definitely give a
but
little
what
bit
I'm
of money to
saying is
Jello.
what y'all doing is y'all saying woulda, shouldas, but they've already given him money. He's taking up a roster spot.
Your whole
No, I
argument is
agree
what it
with
should
you.
have
I
though.
agree with
FYF.
that, but that's not my point, FYF. What I'm saying is bad organizations make bad decisions and they're going to ride with their bad decisions
No,
because
I
they
know, but
have
we're
to.
harping on the past. I'm talking about moving forward. If we're looking forward ahead, how does he get a roster spot on this Charlotte Hornet teams? Because again, that's what Dex wants to see. He doesn't believe Jello needs to go outside of this organization to find a job. So I'm saying if he finds a spot on this Charlotte Hornets roster, where is that spot?
There is no spot. No, I'm sorry. There is no spot for him. That's why I've been saying he needs to leave because
Right.
their starting five, their actual roster has problems with his position. They're already overflowed in their actual roster. So they're going to develop somebody from the G League to now take a roster spot that's already overflowed
No,
with people not making 1 mil,
they have
but people
14
making
guys
like
under
10 and
contract.
15 mil.
They have 14 guys under contract right now.
And most of them are forwards.
One spot left.
No, but
Most
look,
of them are
FYI,
forward.
they have
Now, what
14
is the
contracts,
pathway for
right?
Jello to get that last spot? If he
No,
doesn't turn into Chris Paul tomorrow, he's not getting that last spot.
FYF, how many
Well, you can go
forwards
somewhere
do
and get
they
another
have out of
spot.
14 players?
You said
How many
what?
wings? How many wings do they have out of those 14 players?
Again, I understand that
They
they have
have
too many
7.
wings.
They have 7.
I
They have like
understand.
9 wings.
They have too many wings. But the thing is, they have them. They're under contract already. Now, that's the problem. They're already in there. So it's not like they can just tell them bye. And then that's not even mentioned. So they actually, they actually got Mark Williams. So Mark Williams makes 15 already.
Yeah.
So I didn't even count Mark Williams' money. So they already have 15 guys under contract. There's no spot there.
That's why I've been saying he don't got a spot. He's fighting for a spot that's not available because there's already people playing his position on the team that are fighting
are
for
not
that one
talented.
spot.
No, he doesn't have a spot because there's no roster spots. There's no roster slots.
Oh my God. Well, then let Jello. Then we can all agree that Jello needs to leave and go. That's it. We're going in circles.
Let's not. I say we wait a second. We wait a second. We give another game. Let's conclude the rest of the summer league. Let's see if he gets more minutes. I'm gonna rock with Dex. You know, let's wait. Let's see what happens on Wednesday.
Hey, now Dex, if he plays less than 5 minutes, that's a double bubble. That means you owe me double.
Yeah, that's between y'all.
I said the under was under 7. That's what I said. He really might play less than 7 minutes.
You know, I'm gonna just sit back and watch him play these 17 minutes tomorrow. And just chill, eat my popcorn and stuff, and
so
relax.
y'all just spent all this time bashing Charlotte, but they're gonna do the right thing tomorrow.
Nah, they not. They not.
I mean,
hope. Let's hope.
All
for
you
better
do is
minutes.
hope.
Like an asshole.
I mean,
making the right decision one time ain't doing the right thing. That's just a coincidence.
Thank you.
Every squirrel can. I'm gonna leave it alone. Every NBA player can shoot a jump shot. Every NBA player can shoot a jump shot. I'm gonna leave it alone. Every NBA player can shoot a jump shot. Every person in the NBA can get one move right. So, I'm just saying.
I don't know
And
what they're gonna do.
that's what I'm saying. Even if they do give him a lot of minutes, it's not gonna make sense.
Bro, where? Look, who are they benching tomorrow to play Jello?
That's why I said it's not
You
gonna
can name a
make sense.
couple
There's
people
no
who
room
they
in
should
that
bench
roster
tomorrow over
for
Jello.
him.
Who did they bench tomorrow to play Jello? Y'all tell me.
Probably Caveman.
That
If
don't
he's
make
not
Probably
on,
sense.
Caveman.
No,
that's
wait a
why I
minute. It's
said
not
no.
about. It's
But
not
that's
about
what I
benching
said.
somebody. Hold on. It's not about benching somebody. It's just having a little bit more balanced minutes, man. It's not about benching somebody. Okay, he played 5 minutes. Let's say he plays 15 minutes tomorrow. I
That
mean,
means you take minutes from somebody else.
no.
A
Listen.
minute
Listen. It's in
here
the
and
flow of the
there.
game. No, not if it's in the
What you
flow
want
of
a
the game.
cookie? I mean, that's what the league is, taking somebody. I'm leaving alone. I mean, you kind of have to take everybody's minutes. Everybody's minutes got to be the same for it to work. It got to be balanced. It got to be.
It ain't nothing fair. This ain't kindergarten basketball. If they don't have to give them nothing.
But they keep
In the
giving it to
NBA, you
Book Knight
earn
and
in the
everybody else.
NBA.
You see, this is why you're hypocritical, because you're saying it for Book Knight, but it's different for Jello. How is it different
Yes,
for
it is
Jello?
different for Book Knight because he's a first round draft pick.
And
And
that
they got
first
$4
round
million
draft pick
going to
hasn't
him
been
this
in the
year.
league yet. What, a couple games in the
He's
league?
under contract for $4 million. They're going to prioritize him over Jello. They don't owe Jello
I
a
mean,
dime.
even if okay, that's fine.
So the guy
And
that
if
I'm paying $4
Jello
million,
should get
I'm a little bit more
okay,
invested in him.
that's fine. You can be more invested. And when that guy shows you nothing, then it's gonna be another stupid move by your organization.
Well, the thing
Like you
is,
said,
look,
I don't
it
make the
don't matter. They
rules.
have him for the
Like you
next 3
said, we don't make the
years.
rules. And you can have them the next 3 years and suck FYF. That's the point. Like you
And what I'm
said, it's
saying is
not
they
no
stuck with him. They
fair
already
league.
drafted him. They can't
That's
just, they
fine.
can't,
And y'all
what
gonna
are they going to do with him?
consistently
They
be
just going to tell him to go
Trade him
home?
for a draft pick. That's what you could do. Trade him for a draft
trade
pick.
for a
You
draft
could get
pick
your
and then
money
flip
Tell
back.
him
me,
for a
bro,
You get
superstar.
your money back.
what team in the NBA is going to take Book Knight for a draft pick?
I don't know. Trade him for a second round draft pick.
I don't know.
You don't need to get
Maybe a
nothing
second rounder.
substantial for him. I ain't
Book
Hey,
Knight
saying
gonna
Flight.
trade
get
him for
traded.
3
This
firsts.
continues.
Hey,
Well,
Flight.
But if
that makes,
Jericho Sims. Hey, Jericho Sims just went crazy again last night. Flight. I really like this kid. I really like
Yeah,
Jericho
Jay.
Sims. He's really surprising us. Like you really, the Knicks got some nice little young bulls over there.
The next got a team. They're gonna
no, they don't.
surprise some
No, they
people.
don't, Fly.
Yes, we
They're gonna
do.
surprise some people. Yeah, they do.
Hey, we have a better team than the Hornets. Are you going to
Yeah,
debate us on
that ain't
that,
saying
FYF?
much. That
Okay.
ain't saying much.
Okay. But we also got the rings to back it up. The Hornets don't even got that either. Even if it's
Oh,
in the
yeah.
70s. I went there. I went there.
He went to the Willis Reed ring.
Yeah, hey, that's right. That's right. We don't say no. So what? The Lakers enjoy their bubble ring. A ring is still a ring. Miss me with that crap y'all on.
Yeah.
Miss me with
That's
that.
at least,
so
yo,
was
that's
said,
recent, though.
A second round for a first. Yes. Because
Yo,
right
ain't
now,
Yes.
nobody
James
doing that,
Booknight,
bro.
you not getting no value for him, dog. If
Bro,
like,
That's what
let's
I'm
be
trying to
Booknight's not
tell
getting
them,
honest.
Rico.
traded for a second round pick, bro. That's
I
not
would.
happening.
Right.
I would. If you
Rico.
not getting
He's
no
not.
value for him,
So you would
That's what I'm
trade him
trying to tell
for,
y'all. You're not
so
getting no
you would trade
value
him for
for him. He
nothing?
trash.
what do you mean for nothing?
Yes.
I'ma go get a same player that resembles him in a
How?
year or two.
How? In the second
How?
Right.
round? No, bro.
How? What do you mean? He's not getting no
Booknight is
playing
actually
time.
nice, though. Y'all tripping.
He's not
Booknight can
getting.
hoop.
I never said he was trash. When did I say that?
So why
I
would you
said
trade him
he's.
for a second round pick?
You're not
Right.
using him. Like, what don't you get?
What the
That's like giving me a boat and I live in the middle of the fucking desert. Why do I need it?
Rico?
So what do you mean they're not using him?
Rico, you need to
Nah,
calm down,
dude. What
Rico.
do I
Rico, you
mean
need
they're
to calm
not
down.
using
Calm
him?
down.
All right, bro. All right, we not watching the same Hornets
Rico.
game if James
Are you
Booknight is
acting
getting
like they're
time.
supposed to start him right out the gate when
I
he's not
never
ready?
said they're supposed to start him, but
What are
he's
they
not
supposed to
even
do?
getting used off the bench. Like, what are we
Rico, they're
talking about?
delusional.
Oh my
Rico,
God.
Hornets
Hold
are
on.
delusional.
Nah,
They're
bro,
just
we're not
Book Knight's
doing this.
delusional.
position
We're
is
not doing this.
naturally
James
achievable.
Booknight ain't
We're not
getting
doing this.
minutes because they're still invested in Terry Rozier. That's
Oh,
what they're doing.
all right. Book Knight
Yup.
is
Terry
not
Rozier.
worth a
Because
second round
Terry
pick.
Rozier
Hey,
is going to turn into Jordan in 3 years.
Look,
So they got to
they,
develop
right.
him
look, they've
still.
already made dumb moves. You don't trade Book Knight for a second round pick and make more dumb moves.
Like
That's
I
be dumb.
said,
No, you
That'd
signed
be
Gordon
dumb.
Hayward.
nah,
You
you just
signed
waste
Gordon
Book Knight
Hayward.
in
Who
the
can't
G
stay on the
League
floor.
and bring him to the league for 5 minutes every 3 months. That's what y'all do.
Then drop him
Y'all
back
don't give
down.
him no
So
playing
and then
time
drop him back
because
down.
y'all already got people on the roster. But then y'all send him to the G League where he could ball
You
out.
know
And then
what?
on
I
the
really
off
hope the
chance
Lakers.
that you
I really
bring him,
hope the Lakers give y'all Westbrook just so I can hear this nines. Y'all gonna be mad than a motherfucker.
you
I hope
talking
y'all
to a
give me.
Laker
Who?
fan.
What you
You talking to a
mean,
Laker fan. I
Westbrook?
don't think you.
I hope they send Westbrook to Charlotte, man, because y'all thought it was bad. Now
I mean, it don't matter to me because I
Like I
can't stand
said,
Westbrook being on the New York jersey anyway. It don't make us no different. Let Westbrook go be over there in
I'm
Charlotte.
a Laker
It
fan.
don't make us no different.
If Westbrook is on the Hornets, I'll be happy as fuck.
oh,
Right.
No
If
man,
offense.
Westbrook is on the Hornets,
bro, hold on.
hey Rico, I'm a Knicks
You
fan.
be
If
happy with
Westbrook's on
Gordon
the Hornet,
Hayward?
I'm still gonna be happy too.
Would I be happy with Gordon Hayward? We're not going to take Gordon Hayward.
Who you gonna take?
Right. Why would we?
We're going to take
I
whoever
mean,
fits our 2-year plan because we have nobody under contract starting next offseason.
But you got to make the
right.
money work.
I mean,
Exactly. So you got to take whoever's going to make that work or you won't do it. That's what I'm telling you.
absolutely.
Hey,
Either you
what y'all
make
think?
it
What y'all
work,
think they gonna do with
either
Montrez?
Charlotte makes it work or that's
leave
it.
it
But we're
alone.
not taking no contracts past our 2-year
what
plan.
y'all think? Y'all think they gonna re-sign Montrez because of Bridges' situation?
Mm,
Isn't Montrez going through his own shit?
But not as bad as Bridges.
But still,
I
like,
mean,
what?
they're both
I'm
going through
taking the
something
weed
bad.
case. They don't want that domestic violence. They don't. The league don't
Wait a
want
minute
that.
now. We don't know that. We're just keeping it professionally basketball right now.
I'm just saying. Look.
We don't know
It's
that.
just the optics look horrible though. It look bad right now.
I mean, but again, that's the Hornets' decision for signing both of them players and drafting them. That's something the Hornets got to deal with.
No, I'm saying,
like you said, we don't.
what I'm saying is until he resolves the situation, I'm saying, do you think they bring Harrell back?
No, they need to bring up JT Thor from the G League and see what he can do.
All right.
I mean,
So
that's what you developing them for, right? You developing them for that reason, right?
Right, Rico? In my trip, I thought that's what the whole point was, developing them in the G League. So when it's time for the ball in the NBA jersey, that's what they're supposed to do. Am I tripping?
Yeah, but
they're supposed to fill that spot and save y'all money.
You can't develop in the G League and be in the NBA at the same time. I mean, I'm saying
no, but he developed in the G League. They had him there for a year or two. Now it's time to call him
I've already
up.
told y'all he's trash. He ain't ready.
Hey, Rico, he's pump faking too much. That's the problem. He's pump
They
faking too
developing
much.
trash into high grade recyclables. That's what
I mean, they gave him the contract though. That's the problem. They gave him that money.
No, Rico. They're getting bad fruit and making it into a smoothie, and hopefully that it tastes sweet. I don't know what to tell them.
They just gonna keep on, and the crazy part is they gonna keep on making the same mistakes.
Hey, you know what's funny though,
out
Rico?
of their way to change anything.
Rico, you know what's funny? Quentin Grimes, Jericho Sims, both players been in the G League this last season, and they look better than half the whole Hornets roster right now. That the Hornets done drafted. Explain that to me, Rico.
Bro, I don't know who the.
Hey, y'all Laker fans, how the hell did the Lakers
not a Laker fan,
the G League MVP and the G League Rookie of the Year go?
Who?
The Lakers had both of them.
Who?
They had Trevelyan Queen.
He's talking about Mac.
And they had Mac
and
McClung.
Mac McClung? Mac McClung actually liked them.
They let both of them fools go. How the hell did they do that?
It's not like we're gonna play him. Do you know who the star player on our roster is?
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying is, but
LeBron
the problem was y'all didn't have no depth.
LeBron don't play with LeBron don't play with diapers, bro. He don't change diapers. He don't call nannies. He don't do none of that shit.
Well, shit, he was playing with old men last year, and that shit looked horrible.
But that's what I'm saying. He play with old men. He don't play with kids.
Well, you say I don't know.
Right.
I think he played with hoopers.
Which which is a knock. Not LeBron, and if LeBron wasn't always playing with these old players, maybe you win more in the finals. But I'm gonna shut up. We'll leave that alone. Moving on, Rico. Go ahead. Let's go move
How
on.
much more you want him to win in the
We
finals? He
move
got
on.
4 of them.
At least half of them.
I mean,
That's a lot, though. He got a lot more than
but look
your
at his
favorite
record.
player.
Look at
Nah, you
his
don't.
losses. Listen, look at his losses. You don't even know who my favorite player is, sir.
I bet your favorite player
My
ain't
favorite
got
player
4 of
got
them.
5, Jack.
You
My
you
favorite
just
player got
asked me,
5,
bro. I
Jack. So you
told
should
you I
shut
was a
up.
Laker fan. How you gonna ask me if
Y'all
LeBron got
the
more rings than
Kobe's.
my favorite player?
Y'all
Like,
the Kobe. I
Right.
forgot y'all Lakers fans. Y'all gonna ride Kobe or
No,
one
I'm
of them.
not.
hey,
I
bro.
think Kobe is better,
Hey,
respectfully. I'm not even a Lakers fan. I just know that Kobe's better.
I can't knock you for that. You're supposed to think that if you're a Laker fan.
Respectful.
You
like
might
I
get beat
said,
up in LA if you
I'm
say
not a Lakers
otherwise. So
fan.
I
I
agree.
just told you I'm not a Lakers fan, and I still think that Kobe is better than LeBron. I just told you
I
that.
thought you just said you was a Laker fan.
nah, that's me, Rico. Marquez is a Knick fan.
No,
I apologize,
Oh my
FYI.
God.
and I'm a Knicks fan. You can say what you want to
He a
say, but
Knick
I'm a
fan
Knicks
right
fan,
now
and even
because
then, I
Charlotte keep
still say
fucking
that
around.
I'm a Knicks fan right now because you need to keep. That's the point. I'm this team. Because our team ain't bad. Over there and trying to.
This man R2D2
You're
over
not
here.
this age.
I can't hear.
I'm done.
Yeah, he's
I'm done.
he's capping
Okay.
too much.
Oh my God.
We're talking too much. Oh, go ahead, FYF. Go ahead.
No, I said you were capping too much, and your mic started going crazy on you.
Y'all don't talk about Cap Levine yet?
No.
What about Zach? What do you do?
I'm just.
He
I'm
called
just
him
chilling.
Cap Levine. I like that.
What
What he did?
Leave it alone.
Remember when he
Rico,
first
let's not get into
joined
it.
the free agency?
I
What
like
happened, no
that. Cap
panic?
Levine's. I like that.
He missed. Damn, you good?
Go ahead, no panic.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Remember when he been talking about he gonna explore his options and all this going in the free agency and all that.
Yeah.
I see a report today. He
Right.
talking about something. It would have been disrespectful to entertain any other offers outside. I see that. I man, listen,
Nah, he ain't say that.
man, go look it up. Go look
Nah,
it up.
no, Rico.
I said we sit on this panel for how many days debating if he leaving or not, if he
Rico, he
should go
said
to
that.
teams or not.
What happened, no panic?
I mean, he a
I
goofy
said
for staying though.
how many days we sit on this panel debating if he gonna leave or not, if he should look at other teams or not, and he can talk about something like he ain't start all this now and say, "Oh, it'd be disrespectful if I look at any other teams."
Nah, it'd be disrespectful.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
he got his money, but he goes to Chicago. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but go ahead and Zach Levine and continue to lose over there with the Frozen. I'm tired of Cap.
With his empty calories.
Someone called him refrozen. That was tough. Like, nah, bro. Yeah, but like,
No, I heard somebody call him DeMar Frozone. Somebody called him Frozone. It was hilarious.
bro, that man. But look, the thing is, they got it right. They not paying him number one money. They paying him. They're paying DeMar, whether we want to keep it a buck or not. They're paying him replacement money, not replacement, but support money. They're paying him like less than Chris Middleton, pretty much. Zach is the dude. So if they fall this year, it's not on DeMar. I don't care how bad DeMar played. I'm sorry, like unless he pulls some dumb shit, then we could go at DeMar. But it is Zach. Zach is the dude. No, I get that, Marquez, but the Zach is the dude this year. No, listen, Zach is the dude. He's the guy this year. We're not split. I'm not. Well, just for me, I can speak for myself. I'm not splitting it 50-50. This season is going to be a test of Zach Levine's leadership. DeMar DeRozan is supposed to fall back.
So you tell me that DeMar DeRozan can sit there and suck?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But it's still this is more Zach Levine finally with help and support behind him, what he could do by leading a team.
Mm-hmm. And it shouldn't come down to the.
But they also said that we want
freeze.
Is that what happened? No panic.
I said this year right here. It shouldn't. it shouldn't come down to the rules and the beat at one called frozen because them big shots should be taken by Zach, making
Exactly.
$200 million.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to see DeMar taking all these game winners, even if I know he could hit them. But still, that's not your role.
Yeah.
Your role is to help and teach Zach to do what you was doing last year. That's what you're there for.
Negative DeMar DeRozan to teach Zach nothing. Because last year it only led him to being knocked out the first round. If that's the case, I don't want DeMar to teach me nothing.
I agree with that.
I don't.
At this point,
What is DeMar DeRozan going to teach me late in his career? DeMar DeRozan teaching me. All right, I look like step back, DeMar DeRozan. Where was you when Lonzo Ball went down last year?
Them moments where you see DeMar DeRozan getting the ball and y'all would say, "Oh yeah, look, he frees up again." Them shouldn't even be attempted by him this year. It should be going straight to Zach. And if Zach messing up, I don't hear nothing about the number two. He always not in the playoff. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear. So what does Zach do? If Zach putting up 30 points a game, like they need to be at 30 points per game. I mean, they need to be one of them teams where they winning like they lead player dropping 30 points a game. All they got 25 for both of them. No, like I don't even care.
So by your logic, due to your logic, right? I'm just trying to get this right. We blamed DeMar DeRozan last year because DeMar DeRozan was probably one of the most expensive players on the team, right?
No, I don't blame DeMar DeRozan at all. That's up to debate.
No. Listen, I'm blaming DeMar DeRozan.
I'll clarify. No panic. 1 second, Marquez. I'll clarify. I blamed DeMar DeRozan last year because his role to the team. His role to the team was to be a leader. He lacked leadership. That's why I criticized him. Now that comes
because that's why I criticized him too.
Now that comes in his defense. That comes in his shot selection. That comes in what he does with the ball. His body language. There's many reasons for me to critique his defense, but he was the leader of that team. Coming up this season, he's not the leader. He's the veteran. He's the guy who's supposed to push Zach LaVine to lead the team. So he's supposed to be
the leader.
Exactly. Zach got paid. He's the leader. That's his role now. He's supposed to take the reins from DeMar DeRozan, who had it last year.
And what happens if Zach flops here for about the next 5 years?
Then we gotta hold them accountable for the same way we held DeMar DeRozan accountable. Actually, we got to hold him accountable.
You should have held him accountable last year because he was a part of the problem. No defense last year is also a part of the problem.
No, I agree with that, but that's not his job as a leader is different. You understand what I mean?
He's one of the stars. He's already one of the leaders. If this better go down, I have 2 stars. I expect them to be in a leadership role and do their jobs. That's the point, Rico. And at that point, if they're both not doing it, they're both not leaders, and they're both L's in my opinion.
No, I
you just pay Zach LaVine all this money to potentially suck the next 5 years. He's gonna put up his numbers, empty calories, and not do nothing to play off.
I agree.
So what's the point of signing Zach LaVine at this point?
Marquez, you listen to LeBron James a little different than you listen to Anthony Davis. I agree with you, but there's the way their voice comes across is different. You got to listen to DeMar DeRozan because he's the leader. Listen, he's the leader. He's been there somewhat. He's had some playoff success. You got to listen to him.
Shit.
Zach hasn't had that yet. Zach is getting pushed into that role. He has to gain that. He has to gain that from his teammates.
And what playoffs?
Right.
My fault.
So you can call him the undisputed leader. You can't call him the undisputed leader, Rico. If DeMar's the most playoff experience on every team.
No,
by default, even if you pick the leader.
So what if all your experience comes in ass whoopings?
That's another point, Nico. That's a good point. But that's what I'm saying. His job isn't to lead. That's why he wasn't fit to lead the team. Because like you said, he got his biggest lessons learned by getting his ass beat by 30. That's not how you're supposed to learn your lessons.
DeMar did his job last year, bro.
Hold on, Dave. Hold on. It's not even that he just got his ass whooped. They were letting him shoot the ball. It wasn't like he went like James Harden. He'll take 2-3 shots. It wasn't like that. He's taking shots and missing everything. He's getting a legit, pure ass whooping. He's showing that he's pooped the whole way.
And then not only that, he goes in the post game.
He's not going back on the other end.
No, he's getting his ass whooped because it's offensive philosophy, Marquez. But the crazy part is he goes into the post game press conference after they get sent home, and he's talking about he's going to put Patrick Williams through the ringer. He's going to show him, and he's going to teach him all of this extra. What after your performance you just put on in that playoffs? What are you going to teach anybody?
Oh, you talking about
DeMar DeRozan?
Yeah,
but see, that's what we differ at when it comes to DeMar in the playoffs. I don't put it.
But Zach has been losing since he got to Chicago. So what can Shaq tell them too?
The roster been depleted. They had no floor spacing.
Okay.
So all they've been doing is crunching up all the lanes for DeMar DeRozan. I don't
exactly.
I
he ain't the only nigga dealing with that though. He the only nigga.
His whole team is depleted. His whole team is hurt. Caruso came back hurt. Zach came back hurt, bro.
A lot of them had a mix.
I don't want to hear that.
Injuries happen every day. That's not an excuse.
Look at
what Jokic. Look at what Jokic did.
Look at the defense, bro.
Jokic gets sent home first round.
He got
I know, but he didn't have 11 points. Did he?
No, but what I'm saying is when you look at the Bulls, it's different.
Amazing defense on the Bulls.
Jokic, the offense run directly through him at the center position. With the Bulls, the offense predicated, especially with the players he got on the wings with DeMar and Zach LaVine
wasn't there.
DeMar, as they need that spacing. And then on the defensive side of the ball, they missing Lonzo, Caruso missing good chunks of the season.
He just came back.
Williams just came back. Like a lot of them boys, really had no chemistry, and it's been their first year together. It's a lot that went into that.
That's a good point.
DeMar gets paid,
that nigga trash.
That's a good point. No panic. But when you have, you know what they say: heavy is the head that wears the crown. We know what they say. But listen, they were injured and they were depleted all year, and yet he still put on those superhero heroics. So now that it comes playoff time, that's what we expect from you.
This nigga's
that's what it is. We expect, you've been doing that all year, dog. We expect it. What's up? Where's that? Where's that? Now you got 11 points twice.
But on top of that, let's
like
the fact that been the defending champ.
And the most
like that.
And on top of that, let's
man,
not only
that's another bro.
But that's
just went out and took and sent the defending champs home. That's not an excuse.
The
Boston Celtics knocked off
that nigga DeMar DeRozan is trash.
Knocked them out. The Boston Celtics knocked them out.
Because they're a more complete team.
They were injured too.
Nico, you need
Marcus Smart and Robert Williams both hurt that series. They still whooped them.
Where he needs to be.
But they had a more complete team, and their team been together for years.
I get that,
Rico. That's the one thing I don't like about Chicago fans.
I get that. No panic. My point is that they played a brand of basketball that you could still thrive even when you're missing key components. That's what they did as the Boston Celtics, not the Bulls.
We agree.
Okay, exactly. So that's where you hold DeMar accountable. He didn't play a brand of basketball that when his homeboys got knocked down, the rest of the team could still thrive. No, he was just being a superhero out there. That's what he was doing.
He been doing it all season, though. And at the same time, like I always say, that's the playoffs. Like the playoffs, you got more time to study one team for a week, as opposed to the regular season where every other night is a different team on a different course.
I agree with
going into that. I ain't saying
I agree with that, bro.
Stop.
No, I agree with that. No panic. But what I'm trying to say is he didn't put the rest of his teammates in a position to succeed. So now that you come to the playoffs, you coming across as, we depleted. We missing these key components in our starting five when you got a 12-man roster of NBA players who listen, You got a 12-man roster of NBA players who, according to all of these new head basketball fans, are the most advanced athletes that we've ever seen, and yet you out here looking like legitimate garbage. I
Let me
don't
ask
get
you a
either.
question.
Look, he didn't give them the ball during the regular season. That's why when they came to the playoffs, they wasn't ready for that moment. That's how I feel about it.
Hey, listen, and that's a fair point. But let me ask you a question. Outside of Lonzo Ball, where's
That's
their
a
shooting
valid.
coming from?
I think they had Zach LaVine, they had
Who is not a catch
Vucevic.
and shoot player,
This
who
nigga
also
said
didn't drop
Vucevic.
30 and 45
Rico,
points inside
stop
the
it,
series
Rico.
at
Don't
all.
say Vooch. Stop it, Rico.
Yo, Vooch has a jump shot. It just didn't show up this season.
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. He's been missing open shots all year. Missed open shots all year. All year. Open
I
mid-range.
mean, okay, what's your point? And DeMar DeRozan was shooting on people. He was shooting on two people at the same time. DeMar DeRozan was driving to the paint every single time and wasn't even passing to the wide open man.
And you know what happened in the playoffs?
If Vooch is being a goofy, DeMar's being a goofy. Just saying.
Oh my!
Unfortunately, Lonzo Ball made a mistake.
DeMar didn't play up to par, but
exactly.
Look, we just can't blame everything on him. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, just be like, oh, he's the sole blame.
No, I'm blaming DeMar DeRozan. I'm blaming DeMar DeRozan for the fact that he's a star. No, I'm blaming DeMar DeRozan.
Come on,
that trash ass nigga want to take 30 shots.
I mean,
listen, the Rosen carried the team all season. You need to tell me Zach couldn't drop 40 not one game? Not one game in the playoffs, Zach couldn't drop 40?
Nah, bro, he was hurt.
That dude was
hurt. His knee was messed up.
That's crazy.
Rico, Rico, use their logic against him, bro. They'll stop being aggravated with it. No, he was injured. He couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, the Rosen. You could very well make an argument that the Rosen was tired.
Yeah, but look,
that wasn't even supposed to be on the court. Bro.
I mean, hey. Well, DeRozan's not. Hey, listen.
That wasn't supposed to be on that.
DeRozan's still playing on the court, so.
DeRozan not supposed to be on the court in the playoffs either. Y'all want to keep it? Y'all want to talk like that? Look, it's okay.
Hey, but these guys signed him for $80 million.
I've been trying to prepare these niggas all year for what they was gonna see.
Look, guys, this might be a good thing for DeMar. This might be a good thing for DeMar, bro. He doesn't have the pressure to be the number one anymore. He could just be. He could be Robin. He could be Robin. He could be Robin now.
That's fine. That's gonna be good.
But he doesn't play like a Robin. That's the problem.
No.
He doesn't play like a Robin.
DeMar was supposed to be Robin coming into the season.
Yeah.
But he forced himself by taking 30 shots a game.
Nah, he ain't forced himself.
He forced it. It kind of happened, bro.
It failed on him. That shit failed
on him. It happened. Zach was there hurt half the year.
Well, I could see that.
Happy now.
But it did kind of.
Rico, stop agreeing with this.
Look, no. Listen, Marquez. Yo, Marquez, there's truth in every lie, Marquez. It's a good thing. We could say that DeMar had to take over the role. You know, he kind of had to, but there wasn't no thought process there. He jumped at it. Let's be honest.
Rico,
30 shots a game? Sign me up.
Think about it.
Sign me up.
When DeMar never had to be Robin. I mean, man on the team.
Let's talk about
Toronto.
Even
really no.
Yes, he does. And Toronto, he
even
if
there's a truth in every lie, you're still lying, aren't you, Rico?
What happened? I'm sorry, I missed your question. Go ahead.
I mean, look, y'all keep. I said, even if you're lying, even like you said, there's always the truth in every lie, but it doesn't matter. You know why it doesn't matter? Because you're still lying. People say Kyle Lowry was a Batman and it didn't work out, but Kyle Lowry's game plan and how he played always showed that he was a Robin to begin with. So that when Kawhi came in as a Batman, it was easy. And guess what? They won a championship. DeMar's problem is he want to be a Robin, but play like a Batman. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Listen, you can sit. Y'all can sit wherever y'all want to sit in Toronto.
How do you get that hypothesis
off instead of Kawhi? Is a good chance they probably would have still won the chip. Look at the entire playoffs and tell me they probably still wouldn't win the chip.
Negative. That is not true.
Nah.
Negative. That's not true.
I can't go there. I can't jump off that bridge with you, brother.
Outside of the Philly series.
What?
He's not making that game-winning shot against Philly. Stop it.
It probably wouldn't have get
Stop
there.
it. He's not
That
making
nigga
that
Yeah,
game.
you're right. They would have lost in like 3. They would have lost.
That's
They
right.
would have
That nigga ain't better than
been down
Kawhi Leonard.
3-0 to Philly, dog. If it was
And even if they
no,
beat Philly,
He was
listen.
Ben Simmons' first
crazy.
finals
nah,
appearance.
no panic for real. You would have took Jimmy Butler. No, I'm sorry.
Man,
You would have took DeMar
no
DeRozan
panic.
and Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam instead of Jimmy Butler and
And
Joel
Fred
Embiid.
VanVleet
Listen,
Nah,
You're smoking.
bro.
no, I'm not.
and
I
Tobias
probably would.
Harris
No, listen,
smoking.
I probably wouldn't take them over them. But you got to understand the reason why Toronto been losing a lot of these years is because they running into LeBron. I know there ain't no excuse, but at the same time they run into Philly, especially when Kawhi,
They struggled with Washington with John Wall and Bradley Beal.
but
That's
they still
facts.
been getting, and they been still getting
Facts.
by them. They still been 4-2 and them 4-1 of them. Damn,
I
bro.
know, but then that means you can't say they only lost because of Bron. If they struggled with
But no,
with
but what
You
I
said
mean,
them,
struggling,
they would have
struggling,
lost
The
to a better
Washington
team, right?
Wizards.
struggling with a team and losing against a team is two different things. You
Exactly,
can struggle
bro.
with a team, but if you beating them in a series, it don't matter how much you struggle with them. Said, remember the other day, KCP said, "Oh, I believe
Wow,
that
Rico, he's
18
making
that
so
hit
much
that shot,
excuses.
we would've lost."
One second. What you saying? No panic.
No, why he's saying is remember the other day KCP said if 18 had hit that shot in the bubble, they would have probably lose that
Everything's
series,
DeMar's
even though they
fault,
4-1
bro.
them.
That's the point, bro.
Yeah.
It don't matter if you feel like you're gonna struggle with a team. You beat a team, you beat the team in a series. Once they get to Philly, I believe they probably still would have gone 7. Because if you look at that series now, Kawhi ain't been no defensive stalwart. He ain't been shotting nobody down like he been doing in the first round or when he was playing in the season.
Capping. You're capping right now.
Go look at
No,
the
Penny,
offensive
you're capping.
output. Go look at the offensive output and see who been the reason why they won that in 7. Outside of that shot, go look at the series. That was not Kawhi.
I mean,
Siakam.
Even if
That
it's
been
not
Kyle
Kawhi,
Lowry
I
coming
mean,
in
but
line.
Kawhi was
don't care. That nigga trash.
even if it's
Look, what I will tell you, no panic, is it's easier to play better.
They end up beating an injured Warriors.
Look, man, no panic. It sounds good, but it's easier to play better when you got Superman right behind you, all right? Like, it's
At least
easier to
Kawhi
throw
can
punches
shoot.
in a fight when you got Superman who got your back. When you got DeMar DeRozan who got your back, you don't want to throw that punch the same way. You know what I mean? You might throw a little jab. You don't say it's a love tap.
If DeMar DeRozan got your
Right.
back, he only taking jump shots.
Exactly.
I mean, DeMar DeRozan
hold
played a
on.
pretty good Batman up until he run into LeBron every year.
Nah, we just said he was struggling with John Wall. That's not being a pretty good Batman. Who the hell struggles with John Wall?
Who was struggling with John Wall? John Wall been explosive before he get injured and all that.
Like,
He was an explosive ass first round exit.
Yeah, exactly. My point exactly. And why were they making first round exits? Could have run into Toronto. They were running into teams
because John Wall ain't like that. John Wall didn't like being the Batman every night. He said out of his own mouth he didn't like being a Batman every night. Yesterday, he said out of his own mouth.
Neither Bradley Beal a Batman.
Bradley Beal think
Bradley Beal's a Batman?
Bradley Beal is a new Damian Lillard.
Nah,
Rico, stop guarding their
exactly.
feelings. Rico, stop
Nah,
guarding
you
their feelings.
you got it. No
Guard
panic.
their feelings.
You right.
You right. No panic.
This nigga's acting like John Wall was some random nigga, bro. Like
man, hey, listen, John Wall said, yeah, the third player on third best defensive player.
he was in contention, bro. Come on. Let's be real. He was in contention for the best point guard in the league around those
John Wall games predicated on him getting
Nah, bro. Nah, bro. When he was never on Derrick Rose's level until he got injured. Then he was never on Chris Paul's level. He was never
Rico.
Hey, listen, even as an injured player, he ain't even
Rico, this is why I told you stop accepting their lies. Stop accepting their lies, Rico. That's why I keep telling you.
John Wall was nice.
That's why
Don't get me wrong. John Wall was nice, bro. He was nice.
More than nice, bro. He was more
but
than nice.
nobody was calling him a superstar, in my opinion. Like he wasn't even Russell Westbrook, right?
Nope.
Russell Westbrook was better than him.
Westbrook shit a ball around.
Hold on.
Hey, listen, we can trip on Russell Westbrook all we want to. He carries some raggy OKC teams.
That's a fact. If you would have gave a young Russell Westbrook Bradley Beal, we would have saw some nice shit. But instead, he got an injured Victor Oladipo.
Right.
That's not right.
And a Paul George who couldn't even hit a shot to save his life.
Injured
But
Paul
leave that
George.
alone.
He had a shoulder injury walking into
No,
those playoffs.
do that. Paul George is an MVP candidate that
Rigo,
year.
ain't no excuses. He
Yeah,
still
and then he
played.
got injured in the
Rigo, ain't no
playoffs.
excuses. He still played. They ain't not. Hey, Rigo, I don't know, and I sure as hell enough don't care. You play while you injured. You still and you do horribly. That's on you. Respectfully.
Well, that don't mean nothing, bro. Also
I
disappointing end to the
mean,
season.
John
Now you
Wall.
want
Listen, John Wall ain't like that, and he hasn't been like that. I'm sorry.
wow.
You don't look at John Wall and say that he's going to lead you to a championship. Let's stop acting like we were saying that.
Bro, you don't look at a majority
John
of
Wall's
niggas
a
like
star
that.
at best. He's never been a superstar.
Yeah,
I mean,
John Wall.
respectfully,
I'm
There's only
sorry.
3 niggas in the league. who look
Isaiah
like that.
Thomas sent them home. He only like 5'6".
Bro,
You know what I
Isaiah
mean?
Thomas
That's
was
a
one of the
problem.
best point guards in the league at that time. He was averaging 28 a game.
That's
No, he
cap.
wasn't.
He was never better than
That is
Kyrie
cap.
Irving.
Was
He was
one
never
of
better
the
than
best.
Kyrie Irving.
Was one of the best point guards in the league at around that.
No, he been a good scorer in a great system. That's all.
Thank
cap.
you. Thank you.
Bro, y'all
Thank
niggas
you.
have the worst memory, bro. The consensus.
No, it ain't even about memory. You gotta
Bro,
think
Isaiah
about
No,
Thomas was
we
an
don't.
MVP discussion.
some.
He was
No,
an
I
MVP.
Dave, I remember that, but I remember saying at that time that he's not even better than Kyrie. That's what I'm telling you. I
I'm talking about
He
remember
wasn't.
people overrating Isaiah Thomas.
Okay, that's what you think. I'm talking about the general conversation around Isaiah Thomas's name, bro. Niggas wasn't
Man,
just looking
Isaiah Thomas on
Or-
an IG live video, he said, "Oh, I going to Cleveland. All I gotta do is drop 28, bam." And what he did.
after he got injured, bro.
Yo,
I mean, that's
because
cool,
Isaiah Thomas was talking crazy,
Yeah.
talking about back up the Brinks truck.
Hey, listen,
They-
LeBron traded that boy in half a season. Him and a bunch of other
He
people.
wasn't the same player at that
Jay
age.
Crowder. LeBron traded Isaiah Thomas and Jay Crowder right after Jay Crowder came out and said they don't practice.
Mm-hmm.
He came out and said, "Yo, we don't even practice. We don't know what we're doing out here." Traded.
Listen, LeBron,
He said, "Figure it the fuck out
just
then."
because of that season alone.
Hey, Rico. Hey, listen. Hey, Rico. You remember when Shannon Sharp exposed the whole Cavs team? You remember that?
When?
And he told Isaiah he's too short. He has a too short
Oh yeah, he
attitude.
called him a
He's
two.
too small
He
to play
called him a
position.
two.
He's too small to play anything. And LeBron said, "You right, Shannon Sharp. I'm gonna trade this ninja away. He trash." Isaiah
Man,
Thomas.
listen, LeBron trade D Wade away.
They said the
Okay,
only
what's
thing
your point?
Isaiah Thomas
He also won 2 rings with D Wade.
They said the only thing Isaiah Thomas could throw an entry pass over is a chair to Kevin Love, and that's why
That's
Kevin Love was
atrocious.
shooting like shit.
But
They
hey,
said-
listen to me.
Shannon Sharp was
Listen
on
to
one
me.
back then.
Y'all can say what y'all
No,
want
I
about
bring
Kevin
up the
Love.
fact that
Kevin Love
he
got him a
played-
ring better than. What?
And listen, LeBron and boys start off with a whole. They start off with one team to start the year. By the halfway mark of that season, a whole new roster, and they make the finals. That's
Every year.
Easy to
Yeah.
split.
Every year.
He changed the
Lost.
whole complex of
And
a
they
team.
lost.
That's incredible. I mean, when you look at
Yeah,
it, that's
But they
incredible.
lost.
Actually, that alone.
He was talking about
But
the
they
outcome.
lost.
You saying they lost? Like it still don't take away from how impressive it
Outcome
was.
only
And that's
matters.
why he's the GOAT.
The outcome only matters.
The Lakers did
He
give
is
him
not
a
the
nice
GOAT with that
stimulus
finals
package.
record. Stop
I ain't
it.
gonna lie, right, Dex? You sent them a
Say
nice
that
stimulus
again?
package.
Say that
I
again?
said the Lakers sent them a nice stimulus package.
Oh, you
here
talking
we
about Cleveland
Yeah, we sent them a nice stimulus package. He was
before
having
LeBron got
problems.
there?
Them boys
No.
saying
When LeBron got there his
6 man
last
of the
year, he was having problems with Isaiah Thomas and Jay Crowder. We took Isaiah Thomas. We gave him
Phoenix got Jay
Jordan
Crowder.
Clarkson. Yeah, we got him. We
Yep.
gave him Jordan Clarkson,
Yep.
and we gave him Larry Nance
Larry
Jr.
Nance.
Larry Nance Jr.
That
Yes.
that was the heart of our bench mob. We had one of the best benches in the
LeBron
NBA.
knew he
that
was coming,
season.
so he wanted to get that garbage up out of there. He knew he was coming.
Nah, Dex. This is where we part ways. I think LeBron
LeBron,
wanted
listen.
help. LeBron wanted help the last year to make that finals run before he came to the Lakers. That's what I think.
I mean,
So I think he
Rico,
gutted the
didn't
Lakers
win.
But
for that
Jordan
little
Clarkson
bit.
laid an
He
A.
didn't win.
Jordan Clarkson. Larry Nance
In the
played okay, but
finals-
Jordan Clarkson
in
laid
the-
an A. He laid an A.
In the finals, but for the rest of that
He didn't
season,
win.
he was playing well.
Yo, why
He
would
was
I
all
mean,
right. He
it
was
doesn't
okay,
matter.
but it was
Listen to
underwhelming.
me.
He was
It doesn't
underwhelming.
matter if
He
you're gonna
wasn't the
lose.
same
It
Lakers
doesn't
He was
matter
Jordan
if
shell.
you're
Clarkson
gonna
though.
lose at the
Jordan
end.
Clarkson was shell shocked when he
Yeah,
played over there with LeBron. He saw it was a different atmosphere playing with Lonzo and Kyle Kuzma and Julius Randle than playing over there with LeBron. They was like, dude, you got to get buckets early and often.
yep. And I think it was more like,
That's
yo,
funny how
bro,
LeBron.
you
Listen,
can't
that's
dribble the
funny how.
ball like that. It's like Marquez. I'm sorry, but with Jordan Clarkson, what I think he learned is his game had to be more precise. He couldn't dribble the ball like that and try to create
hmm
with this pick and roll with Larry Nance that took about 10, 12 seconds. He just needed to
to
get his
develop.
shot. Yeah, he just needed to get that shot off within the first three, and that's what you do with LeBron. When you
And
when you play with go ahead, Dex.
no, I thought you was done on that one. But like
Exactly.
you was going to say when you play with LeBron. But listen, the thing about it is that just shows you the developmental program of the Los Angeles Lakers. You follow what I'm saying? That showed you the coach or so-called coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, which was Luke Walton at the time. You understand what I'm saying? Because when he went over there to play with a
Trash.
competitive team, he was freaking lost. The only reason why Larry Nance Jr. was par, you know what I'm saying, is because he was athletic and all you could do is plug and play with him with the pick and rolls and things of
Is
that
that
nature.
he was polished in his role.
Yes.
Yes, Dex.
Polished in his role. That's a good term. You almost sound like K&T saying stuff like that.
But did he win?
Man. Nah, but I
Did he
think
win?
with Jordan
Did he
Clarkson, Jordan
win?
Clarkson's probably like 2 years too early to go to Cleveland because I think he was learning how to be that
Did
sixth
he
man.
win?
No, he was coming
Did
from
he
a trash
win?
I mean, not a trash organization, but a trash system. He was coming from a straight up trash
Did he
system
win?
under Luke Walton. No development. It was just
We
whatever
don't
you got.
use
You know what I
we
mean?
don't use
Yeah,
excuses for
but
LeBron
that's
James.
what I'm saying, Dex.
There's no
That's what I'm
excuse for
saying
LeBron
because
James. He
no,
lost.
Isn't Marquez? It's not an excuse, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think what Luke Walton
He
was doing
lost.
was he was just letting these young kids play, letting them have freedom, and then when Jordan Clarkson
Except Lonzo.
exactly. But when Jordan Clarkson came to Cleveland, it was like, nah, bro, there's structure here. You can't just do
Exactly.
whatever you want.
Yep.
We're trying to build something here that's worth more than
That's
your
right.
rookie extension. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
I wouldn't say build. I wouldn't say build because they was already there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we're trying to complete something. We're trying to complete something.
Yeah, there you go. We're trying to complete something. Yes. Exactly. We got
For
goals to
someone who say
accomplish.
who y'all say can build for someone who says y'all say that can build the best team around him, he's built all these team around him, but his record don't show that in the finals.
But look,
But he got there though.
Yeah, you gotta quit looking at.
It don't matter if you get there, Mark. It don't matter if you get there, Dex. If you're not winning, what's the point?
Well, that's not true.
Marquez,
That's not true because Barkley only got there once.
Who?
How much teams every year make it to the finals?
2.
So out of 2 teams every year, LeBron has been one of those teams for like 9 years in a row.
Yeah, that's remarkable.
And that's true, but LeBron has lost the majority of the times he's been there, though.
But he been there. I'd rather
just because you win
and Nam not have a date than not be invited.
That's a loser mentality. That's a trash mentality. I'd rather be there
really,
6 times.
Marquez,
it's a trash mentality.
Really.
I'd rather be there 6 times and win 6 times and never come back. Than to sit there and keep coming every year and lose.
Marquez, you can't say that's a loser mentality.
What do you mean?
Because like No Panic said, getting there is a task in itself. Winning is just a whole nother fulfillment of joy. But just getting there is a grueliest task. All you gotta do is look at Boston, look at Golden State. And prior to that, look at Milwaukee, look at Phoenix. Prior to that, look at the Lakers, look at the Heat. Prior to that, look at Toronto. You know what I'm saying? And look at Golden State. Because like if you listen to those players, if you listen to the players, they said, man, the hardest part is getting here. Once you get there, you got a 50-50 chance.
Exactly.
You're right, but still, even if you get there, Dex, you still have to have enough. You still have to execute. You still have to win.
Marquez. Now this is where it comes from when we deal with LeBron and how we gotta analyze him. We
All
can't
right.
hold every L against LeBron
I
because
can't hold
some of
every L to
them.
every.
No,
I
no.
can't hold
Listen,
every
listen,
L.
Bro, that
Marquez.
nigga
Some of
played
them
against the Golden State Warriors like 3 times, bro.
exactly, and they're the greatest team ever. I don't care that they don't have the 73 and
Okay.
9. No, they're the
What
greatest
is
team
your
ever, dog.
point?
What I'm
What is your
telling you,
point? When
what
Michael
no,
Jordan and the Bulls
Marquez.
was in their prime, it was a lot of teams that was getting beat up because of Michael Jordan and the Bulls.
Them
What is
niggas was trash.
No, this is what you tell
I'm
him.
supposed to give him
This is what
sympathy
you tell
awards?
Marquez on this one. The Bulls only play one team twice. All that domination, they only play one team twice. That shows you how difficult it is to get there. Because the only team they played twice was who?
The
Anybody
Utah
remember?
Jazz.
Utah Jazz, and that was towards the end of Michael Jordan's domination. You feel me? So that's why you can agree with no panic on this one. Is that if Jordan them dominated, that shows how. That's why they so reigned so supreme over the talent in the '90s because they kept getting there 3 times in a row. Took a break. Akeem got there twice in a row. Then came back. He got there 3 times in a row again. But the only
You know he would
team
never beat a team, right?
in Jordan domination, he played twice in the
Mhm.
finals, is Utah. That's how hard it was for these teams to come back. And those teams that he played were really good teams. You know, Phoenix or the Lakers was a good team. Phoenix
I
was a good
understand
team.
that, but he still
Portland was a
got
good
it
team.
done. Right.
You know,
He's playing
Seattle
right
was a
now.
good team.
James Worthy was hurt.
People don't
Right.
know
But
what Jordan did to Phoenix. If you look up what he was averaging against Phoenix in that finals, it's a criminal. I swear to you
gave
guys,
You
them
mean
the
Charles
y'all
Barkley and a
have
business.
bunch
never
around him?
seen a finals average of what Michael Jordan did to Phoenix. Someone look it
Getting
up.
guarded
It's
by a bum. He
insane,
better.
dog.
I
Nah,
saw,
we're not hearing that. We're not hearing that.
I saw Giannis do that at Phoenix.
Nah,
bro.
we're not hearing that. We're not hearing that. We're not hearing that. We're
Man,
not hearing that.
he
I'm not gonna
averaged.
argue with y'all
Giannis
here.
played that series against a bum.
LeBron's
Somebody
not
wants
the
to
greatest
hear
of all time. Y'all not gonna get
Hey,
mad at
Michael
me
Jordan
for
was
that.
like Will
I'm not
Chamberlain
hearing
at
that,
some
I want
bro.
to hear the
niggas.
backup dancers and Uber drivers story times, bro. Please. You know, when you
Well,
want
you know,
Rico, is
you know,
LeBron better than
superstar
Jordan?
Dave James. This is where he digresses so viciously on his content
you don't want to
when it
hear
comes to Jordan and
Man,
LeBron.
Hey, yo, Zach LaVine and Kevin
man,
Durant
Hey,
lost to a bunch of Ugandan Uber drivers, but what? Let's not cover that one, right?
where who?
He's talking about George Strait Best Buy workers. That's crazy.
What team?
That shit is
But the
They lost to
point I
Team
was trying to make
Uganda.
though, I was agreeing with no panic about how
retail
hard it is
salesman.
just to get there. So for LeBron to get there 9 seasons straight, that's damn near unheard of.
I wish
Because
Michael
whoever
Jordan
done
would
that
lose to
I mean,
Team
Bill Russell,
Uganda.
right?
I wish Michael Jordan
you're
would
right,
lose a
but
gold medal
what makes
against
Bill
them.
right, what makes Bill Russell better
Ain't no
is because
way.
the ring.
Hey, listen, and
Bill
mind you now,
Russell still won.
LeBron get there one
LeBron is
year as a young
mediocre in the
buck with a bunch
finals.
of bums.
Mediocre.
Hey, yo,
He
for
don't
real
win
though,
enough.
how LeBron lost a gold medal, dog? Y'all couldn't.
Crazy. That's crazy.
All right, okay.
That man got a Team USA silver
overseas.
medal, bro.
Hey, overseas teams of LeBron's era could play in the 90s NBA.
Oh
Hey,
shit!
hey,
Ain't no way.
listen, y'all act like LeBron had to face
You can get
competition like
one
that.
of them
LeBron didn't really
overseas
face that
teams.
tough competition like that to even get to the finals. I'm sorry.
Well, you,
He didn't face that
see,
much hard
you
competition.
looking at it
Golden State
wrong.
wasn't tough
Hey, y'all can say
competition.
any.
Are you freaking kidding
I
me?
mean,
Oh, this dude just
that's
be
one
talking.
team.
The Splash Brothers
That's one
plus,
You know
team.
LeBron slander is
but damn, they played them what 3
That's
times,
one
right? 3 or 4
team.
times.
Yeah, and
Before,
they lose. They
That's
listen.
still
before I
one
really
team
saw
though.
They
all
lose
night.
to San
That's one
Antonio
team.
Spurs at 1 year. What you talking about? Like Spurs been like a remember now in
Yeah,
Over
Rico
the
99.
laugh is
Lakers,
classic.
over
That's
the
exactly
Lakers,
how it been. A lot
over
of
the
y'all forget
Lakers,
about
over
this.
the
In
Jazz,
'99, the
over the
Spurs
Suns, who
win.
were
2000
over the
Lakers,
Knicks.
2001 Lakers,
Come on,
Rico, you
man.
know what
You
I
2002
gotta
told
stop acting
Flight?
like
2003
Rico, you know what I
Spurs.
told Flight? I
What
said,
up,
Flight,
Jack?
you need to take Rico's laugh, record it, put it on a meme, and when everybody have a wacky take, you flash it on the stream. You know what I mean?
Shit,
You just-
Flight, go ahead.
So Dex, mine's the swag.
Soundboard.
He releases a
Mine's
copyright,
black.
Flight. He releases
Go
a
ahead,
copyright.
Flight.
That's why
That would
I
be
guess
crazy,
I
right? If
give him
somebody come up
LeBron
here
haters for
crazy,
telling the
like
truth.
when FYF get on his tangent, you put that Rico laugh up there.
Hey, listen. Hey, FYF been up 3-1 for the last couple of days. Boy, Dex and Rico come through this day today.
Yeah. He was
2016 Cleveland. I said, boy,
Yeah. FYF was kind of cooking on the panel. Yeah.
Kind of
We had
falling
to-
back a little bit.
Yeah.
A little flustered.
Yeah. We got him this
What's
time.
cook-
We got
so-
you this time, FYF.
So hold on. So
Go back and
so
regroup.
hold on.
Go back
So
and regroup and come back with some heavier ammunition.
Old debates, bro.
heavier ammunition.
And we didn't even cuss you out. We didn't cuss you out. We didn't call you funny names like you called us.
Right.
He
Nah,
resorted
we
to
was
name
chilling.
calling.
Right.
Yeah. We just
chilling.
stick with the imperial facts.
Hey, yo,
We need that laugh every time Josh Jackson makes a comment, bro.
Oh my God.
Every
Don't
time
start,
Josh
James.
says something, that laugh it. We be just saying,
Hey yo,
Hey,
tell
yo,
Dave James the
Josh
most
Jackson need to come
with
on
the
the
most.
panel.
I'm shut up.
He need to talk wherever he's saying. I don't believe that's a real person.
nah, bro.
happen on my life.
Nah, I think Josh.
I don't get it.
I think Josh. Y'all just mad that Josh got his opinion. It just might be opinion y'all don't
Nah.
like.
Josh
Look,
Jackson
look.
come on the panel.
I don't like any of your opinions. You don't make sense.
Dex.
That's fine, my nigga. I don't like none of your
I don't
opinions.
like anything.
I can't stand you, my nigga. I can't stand you, my nigga.
That's what I do now. I don't
can't
even
stand
like
you.
real shit. I don't even respond to what you say anymore, bro. Half of what you say don't even make
All I
sense.
know is that
He's a funny
Marquez gave us a face reveal, Dave James. Dave James, you've been here before
goofy
me,
nigga.
and you ain't never did a face reveal.
Right, goofy. Go ahead, though.
All right.
Rico never
Yo,
did a face reveal.
Bomber jacket.
Nico never did a face reveal.
I never did a face reveal.
It's a few of y'all prominent streamers
showed
ain't done a
Flight-
face reveal.
I saw a Flight though. I saw a Flight. I never did a face reveal for the stream though.
Oh, you just show like.
Hey, we gotta
Right.
stop calling it a face reveal.
Oh,
Wait.
you definitely ain't showed
I
no
mean,
face
hold
reveal,
on.
no panic.
Nope.
For real.
Nope.
Hey, so
I don't know why. What you
Dave
look like the
James can say
Hunchback in
whatever
Notre
he
Dame or
wants to say.
something?
No,
Wait,
to be honest
I
with
don't
you,
know.
being on
Dex, I
you,
didn't DM you when I
talking
was in
on
my
YouTube to me
BBD
always
sweater.
been kind of weird.
I don't know nothing, bro.
I just now
Dave
kinda
James, you got the
getting
worst
used to it.
horrible take.
A face reveal just only just shows respect to those who watch our stream. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like we're trying to see who's the cutest that we can kiss. It ain't about that.
And here
It's
Dex
just to
come
kind of
out.
show respect to those who come
And Dex
and
come
listen
with
to
the
us. You know,
pieces.
sometimes we owe them a little face reveal.
Pause. Dex, pause.
Big pause.
No,
Big,
that's what
big
I'm saying.
pause.
That's what I'm
Big
saying.
pause.
Because people thinking that we trying to see who
Pause.
got the cutest dimples or something. I mean, my crying out loud. Ain't about that.
Dex, pause. You gotta say pause.
Oh, pause. My bad.
I looked this shit from both
But
sides.
I know it was
bro.
classic when you and Ray did a face reveal on the same day, Marquez. That was classic material right there.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was, bro.
I had no idea Rave had dreadlocks. My image of Rave is that he had a crew cut or something, like a military crew cut.
No,
No,
my
he
image of
living in
Ray.
Georgia now. Come on now.
Right.
You gotta get.
Huh?
He gotta get that.
Yeah, bro.
He living in Georgia
Right,
now. He gotta get
Georgia is hot as hell.
Oh, shout out to you, Nico. I didn't know you was on the stream. Yeah, Nico, you ain't did
Don't
no
get me-
face
I
reveal
love
either.
Nico,
really?
All those, listen,
I was
Unstoppable. I don't think Unstoppable did a face reveal. All those way out takes you do on Chicago Bulls and got all those C-Red fans just steaming at you, Nico.
They don't even know what he look like, huh?
You don't even know what he look like?
That is for a reason. Dex is for a reason.
He can walk right past them and they don't even know who the hell ain't this witness. You know what I mean?
Nico walked through Chicago.
crazy.
They don't even know.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Nico Savage. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go ahead and support Nico Savage, man. Like and subscribe to his channel. You know, I know he do a lot of gaming, but when he get to talking basketball, if we can ever get him to talk basketball again,
I might upload one a month.
Nico got all
I
them
got you.
subscribers
Hey,
and
look.
start gaming. Shame on you.
Yeah, Dave James, you're trash.
I'm uploading it.
Dave James, you're a hater.
Nico had
Yo,
me on.
hey,
I
yo,
see it
Dex and
came across
Rico.
my listen. It came across my notification that Nico's live streaming. I said, "Shit, live streaming. It's damn near 12 o'clock at night. Let me go ahead and see what the hell Nico got going on." And this dude over here racing cars.
Boy was playing video games.
I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
Boy was playing video games.
And he was winning.
you got an
I was like,
appreciation
"How
for
the hell
cars, you
you
know what I'm saying?
win?"
Of course.
Because I had that game. The one I had was called
Gran Turismo,
It
baby.
was a funny name for Xbox. I got
Gran
Xbox. You had
Turismo,
Xbox?
baby. Are you talking about Forza?
Yeah, Gran Turismo. That's it, Gran Turismo. Yeah, I had that game. I even had the damn controller to go with it. Right? I couldn't even get like 5th place. It was killing me in that game, man. And I'm just seeing Nico over there just winning and making it easy, talking on the stream. I was like, "How you do it, Nico? I mean, how you beat the game like that?"
Hey, been racing since I
I
was
don't
in
know.
diapers.
Nico got some.
I thought that was kind
Nico
of
got
incredible.
that.
That's why I
Nico
kept
Nico got
watching.
that
Like, how
TV
the
no
hell he
life
beat
in
the
games.
game? Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
Dex,
anyway, I
you
don't
know
mean
what's
to take
funny
it
to me,
on a
Dex?
tangent.
People say a lot.
That man said I'm a Clay
Right.
Thompson
People say a lot
fanboy.
of things about me on this channel. Right. People say a lot of things about me on this channel. I have horrible takes. I'm this and I'm that. You can say
Baby
what you want to
Rave.
say. But y'all can't debate me on this. Y'all can't debate me on this. I will argue and debate with anybody on this panel and show you how even though you have a better position, I will still make you flip on your argument and show you how your argument makes no sense.
Listen, I don't know about that, Marquez. I think you
I'm
think
just being
too much
honest.
about yourself, and shame on you for that. Because
No,
sometimes
you
you'll
have
be on to
listen.
something,
You
and
have
then
to
you
think a little bit
change in
about
the middle of
yourself.
the race. Instead of going towards the finish line, you went back to the starting. I was like,
Because they
Marquez
act like
was
they
on
don't
to
get it,
something, and all of
Dex.
a
So I had to
sudden,
go back to
he
the
did a
finish
U-turn.
line. I had to go back to the finish line because even if I do
Y'all
a good
just
point, they're
caught
gonna
that,
say,
huh?
"Oh, they don't understand."
No, Marquez,
Right.
your
I
takes
caught that,
remind
Dex.
me of a deeper voice rave, basically. Like you be on the same path,
That's
you
so
be saying
terrible. That's tough.
a whole lot of nothing, and then like
Oh my
somebody
God.
say something else, and then you agree with the person that disagreeing with you, and then your
A
whole
whole lot
argument
of
flips.
nothing. Okay.
You know what?
So he's
Hey, Dex
fickle-minded.
inspired me, man. I'm gonna upload.
No, for real, like
I'm
look,
gonna upload that Lonzo Ball video, man.
you'll be like, it's daytime out here. Somebody be like, ain't no daytime, it's nighttime. Exactly, it's nighttime. I'm trying to tell y'all that. It's like, what?
I know one thing is that Marquez was
pennies is
known
stupid.
as Ray Bodyguard. Remember, Marquez, you was known as Ray Bodyguard. You couldn't say nothing to Ray without Marquez interceding.
That's why I call him Rave Jr., Baby Rave.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You're not gonna sit here and jump Ray. For example, Dex, how is Sky and Jessica gonna sit here and jump Rave and their team is horrible, atrocious, and trash? I'm like, now wait a minute. No, you're not gonna jump Rave. It's 2 against 1 now. That ain't fair. We gotta be
But
honest.
see, y'all
That
gotta
ain't fair.
understand, it don't really be like ganging up on or jumping Rave or jumping anybody. It's like they agree. Like, ain't nothing wrong with somebody else agreeing with you on a certain
Shout out to
take. Like,
Flight Sports for dropping the video 41 seconds ago. Flight
I
just
think
dropped the
y'all
video.
boys just be more focused on okay, well, you gotta have my back, you gotta have my side, you gotta agree with me. Like, yeah, like I mean, if you'll take different, you'll take different. Everybody got an opinion.
Right. My takes is
Nobody
just different. I don't care if I'm on anybody's side or not. I just say it, and if people go with it, it's okay. If they don't, it's not
nothing
meant
wrong
for
with
you.
that.
It's not meant for
That's
you.
true.
Well, one
I
thing I
want
will
wolves
do is
around me.
I
I
will
don't want
encourage y'all to
sheep.
watch that Clay Thompson video I
We
uploaded.
appreciate you, Nico, for shouting it out.
I want to
Here we
encourage
go
you
with
to
this
watch
Klay
that Clay
Thompson
Thompson video I
fanboy.
uploaded so he can shit on all of
Hey,
y'all.
Nico.
Hey, look, so he can shit on all of y'all. And all y'all teams have to watch him at the parade, drunk. Anything is possible. Drinking right in front of your faces, shitting on all your favorite guys. Watch that video. He
Nico,
back
I
in
mean,
the
okay,
shout
and
out,
he won a
shout
championship. Who
out for that
cares?
video.
Captain Clay, see Captain.
Right.
Y'all
Hey,
think Clay
he
coming
said
back
it
to be a
right.
normal
He
kid
tore
next year?
everything in his leg. He tore his Achilles, tore his knee, and he's shitting on your favorite players already. First year back, already shitting on your favorite players.
They gonna be back to normal next year?
I just think it's hilarious
Hey,
though. I
even
think
if
it's
he
hilarious
wasn't,
though.
they're gonna
Clay
watch
came
him at the
back.
parade again.
Y'all don't understand how good Jordan Poole gonna be. You're gonna be an
Hey,
all-star next year.
Jordan
Klay
Poole's a
Thompson out here
dog.
shitting on him so bad.
Jordan Poole's a
KD want to
dog.
be a Warrior again.
Man, listen, the media make you believe that Kenny ain't got no plans. Why would he go back to a team y'all just say, oh, he weak for going to? He won with them. Now he leave them. Oh,
I
that's
mean,
the
he's still
dumbest thing
gonna be
y'all
weak. It
done.
don't
Now
matter.
he
KD's
always
still
try to go
weak.
back. Huh?
Because
I
the
mean, it don't matter,
experience
bro.
was
The
Because
man,
fun.
he's
That's
still
he
why,
weak.
need
bro.
help.
No, Marquez. It got nothing to do with all of that politics. KD don't care about politics,
No,
bro.
that it
It
has to do
was
with
fun. No,
politics. He
no,
weak.
Marquez, listen. It was fun to play basketball in Golden State. What
I
he
bet it
care about,
was.
bro. That's it.
He didn't want
And
it.
fuck it, he won a
He was lazy
championship in
because
the
he didn't want it.
process. He won a chip, so why not, bro? He
He
don't
was
care what these
lazy,
media analysts think.
but he wanted champ.
I don't think
He,
KD
I
going
Why
mean,
back
he
but
to
he
gotta win?
weak.
Atlanta.
Why he gotta win a
He weak.
championship being quadruple team by the team coming out the East?
No,
Why
you
he
right.
gotta
You
do that?
100% right. You
Y'all
100%
He
don't
weak.
ask
right.
other players to do that, do y'all? No. All right,
It's
so
Jalen
fuck it.
Brown
Go to
whooping that
Golden
But
nigga
he's
State.
ass.
weak.
Fuck out of here. That's what everybody doing anyways. And Marquez, you keep on calling them weak for doing
He
something
weak. Period.
95% of the
He
league is
weak.
doing. Everybody's doing it.
He
Get
weak.
over it, Marquez.
And see,
Everybody doing it.
He weak.
Hey, real question.
No, but
this
Why
nobody
what
everybody
goes
want
to
to
the
play with
team.
Klay
Nobody goes to
Thompson?
the team that beat them though. He weak. Nobody
and
goes to
see
the
and
team that
listen,
they
Marquez.
just lost to. He weak for that.
This why I
Hey,
jump on
Okay.
everybody
Weak for
want to
that.
play
train
with Klay
right here.
Thompson.
Y'all can't call KD weak because at the end of the day, Golden State didn't win a
He
championship that
weak.
year. Second of all,
I mean, he weak to
without
me. I don't
KD,
care.
Warriors was never going to beat the Cavs any more finals after that, especially if the
That's
Cavs
a
was
cap.
healthy.
That's cap.
How is
Hell
that
no,
cap?
it's
That's
not.
cap.
They was not gonna.
How is
No,
that
they
cap?
was
That's
not gonna
cap.
beat Cleveland again. You're bugging. You're bugging.
Yes, they were.
You do
Nope.
realize the
Nope.
year that
Nope. Kyrie would be a two-time champion, maybe three-time champion right now if
Yep.
KD never went to Golden State. Stop it.
That's a cap.
How?
How was they gonna
Cap,
beat him?
man. It's
How was they
cap.
gonna beat him? How was they gonna beat him?
LeBron,
They
listen,
went. They
listen,
went 6 games
listen. How they
without
beat LeBron the
Kyrie
year
and Kevin.
before?
They went 6 games without
How
Kyrie
did
and
they?
Kevin Love. Then you blow a 3-1 lead with them. You're never beating them. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can't beat them. It's over.
You can say that all you want to. You can say that
No,
all
It's
you
that's a
want.
fact.
true. It's
And
But
listen,
true.
that's
KD's
a
still
And
weak
fact.
Kyrie,
for
and
making
by the
his
way, Marquez,
KD.
But
Kyrie
y'all
has
think
a
Klay Thompson
special
finna?
vendetta against Steph Curry. I don't know what it is. Even in a Boston uniform, he was busting his ass.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what it is.
Hey, you can
That's
have a
why
special
that's
vendetta.
why they really want him.
You can have a special
They
vendetta. I mean, you say what you want to say, but again, they still won. They're still champions.
they
And
lost.
KD going back to the team
They
again
blew a
makes him more
3-1 lead.
weak.
They blew a 3-1 lead.
I
How
mean,
was they gonna beat him after
I
that,
mean,
Marquez?
Exactly.
Without
And they
so
went
Kevin
to
what?
Durant.
game
KD blew a
7
3-1.
at
So what?
home. And
But
they
they
So
shut
no,
down
what?
Klay
no.
KD blew a
Golden
3-1
State
lead.
blew a 3-1 lead to Cleveland.
So
How
did
was Golden
KD.
State okay? But how was
So
Golden
did
State
KD.
exactly? But KD didn't go back and beat Golden State. He joined them. I'm telling you, unless you're saying
That's
Golden
what
State was
makes him
gonna
weak.
join Cleveland. Listen, I'm not talking about that. What we're talking about is unless Golden State was gonna join Cleveland, how the fuck were they gonna beat them? They wasn't gonna beat them.
They have Klay Thompson.
Simple. They would have got another. They was going to get another star regardless if they didn't
Who?
get
No, they
Kevin.
wasn't, bro. No, they wasn't.
Yeah,
No, they wasn't.
yes, they
Man,
were.
listen,
Yes,
just
they were.
understanding
We're
basketball
going
Who
to
was
stop acting like the
available?
Golden State
size
Who
Warriors
was
and
available?
didn't want to
Who
play.
was
For
available?
sure.
I just want to
Who
say
was
this real quick.
available
For
that
sure.
season?
For
Who
sure.
was
Look, I
available,
just want to say
Marquez?
this.
For
We
sure.
know Klay Thompson was
You
starting.
know
Who
who was
was
available that
available?
season. I'm not going to tell you. You
No,
know who
I'm
was
asking
available.
you. Who
You
was
know who was
available?
available that season.
No, I don't. That's what I'm
Bro, they
asking.
didn't need that. Klay Thompson was becoming his best self
They
going
didn't need
forward.
those.
Yeah, all right.
that
Yeah, all
don't
right.
mean
Thank
nothing.
you.
Yeah, all
Thank you,
right.
Nico.
Not in
Thank you,
that
Nico.
finals. Nah, we not talking about that. Nah, we
Hey, Steph Curry was
Marquez.
just
I
realizing he
just
could pass the ball.
Marquez, you just did what No
Kevin
Panic said
Durant
you was
still
gonna do.
weak.
I
Mm-hmm.
asked you a
Kevin
question. You
Durant still
refused to
weak.
ask the question. Then you jumped on Nico's answer. Nah, bro. I asked you who was they gonna pick up? Cause y'all be acting like like if they
I mean,
would
they
have
picked up
picked up
Kevin
DeMar
Durant.
DeRozan, if they picked up DeMar DeRozan, would they have beaten LeBron James in the finals?
Nope.
Yes.
I mean, they
Nope.
picked
That's
up. I mean, they picked up
That's
Aaron
crazy.
Rodriguez and LeBron was in the playoffs.
that's
For sure.
cat.
I mean, they,
Hey,
That's
and
cat.
listen, let's not
Look,
I mean,
Not
they
forget
the
picked
way
up
Boston.
he
Andrew
Boston was
played.
Wiggins and they
trash.
still won.
Not
hold on,
not
hold
the
on. But
way he
DeMar
play.
DeRozan, regardless of
top.
KD
That's a
becoming it or
fact.
not.
DeMar
Not the
DeRozan
way
is
he
trash.
played.
You're right.
I
But
mean, I'm
they
just being
wouldn't
honest
run.
with you. KD is weak.
He would have
KD is
played
weak.
like Harrison Barnes and they would have gotten rid of him if they had
Yeah.
DeMar DeRozan, dog.
I mean, you can say what you
y'all
want to
forget
say,
the reason
but
why
Harrison Barnes
leave because he had
beat
more money.
LeBron.
They couldn't pay him that.
Harrison
So
Barnes
they would have
beat
had to go
LeBron.
without Harrison Barnes to play against Cleveland them years. Think about that. Without KD
I mean,
and without
what's your
Harrison
point?
Barnes,
Harrison
you
Barnes
think?
beat LeBron. They still beat him. They still beat him.
Yeah, they
I
beat a
don't know what to tell
LeBron
you.
team
They still beat him.
with an injured Kevin Love and without Kyrie Irving. That's the
That's
first
not
and
my
2 out of
problem. We
15.
still got the W.
2016.
Just how KD is still
First of
weak
all,
to
it's
leave
not a
him.
we thing, Marquez. You're not a Golden State fan.
Yeah,
Nor
what
do
you say we for, Marquez?
Yeah,
Please
we
be
not
different.
doing that.
No.
He just trying to drag. He just trying
I'm
to
saying,
drag
listen,
Kevin
no, listen,
Durant
no,
for
no,
no
no.
reason.
No, that's
I'm
it. When you
dragging
watch
Kevin Durant because
ESPN
he's
so much,
sorry.
that became your take.
But we not talking about that. We talking about the Golden State Warriors
Durant
without
is
Kevin
horrible.
Durant, and you trying to bring Kevin Durant into it. That's what we talking about.
Kevin Durant is a part of the Warriors' history, is he not?
No, we talking about Golden State before they got Kevin Durant. How were they gonna beat LeBron James after they blew the
beat
3-1
LeBron,
lead?
It didn't matter. They were going
Without
to beat LeBron.
Kyrie
They
and
already beat
Kevin
LeBron.
Love.
They
Without
already beat
Kyrie and
LeBron,
Kevin
though.
Love. Without
Injuries are
Kyrie
no
and Kevin Love.
excuses. I
Without
don't
him.
do that injury.
And mind you,
Without
now,
him.
Kyrie,
Thank you.
not Kyrie.
Thank
Steph
you.
Curry ain't been
I
showing
don't do
up
that
big in
injury
these finals.
excuse.
Thank you.
I'll do that
Thank
injury
you.
excuse. I'm sorry, Rico. They still got the
Go
W
ahead.
against
Let's
LeBron.
remember they had Klay
I don't do
Thompson.
that
Come on
injury
now.
excuse.
Yeah, all right.
And Klay Thompson is
Don't do that
Klay Thompson
injury
played
excuse.
like
take you to
shit.
the promised land.
A lot of people. Klay
That's when
Thompson
Klay
played like
Thompson was
shit.
26. He was getting better and better.
I'm sure he was.
Guess
And
what? He played
LeBron
like
was
trash.
there
He still
already.
got a
Big time
ring.
next
was
year.
there
What do you
already.
mean?
Listen, I give Clay somewhat of a pass because he had a difficult, what you call it, task. He had a difficult task trying to help out to slow down LeBron because we know Iggy couldn't do it 2 years in a row.
Facts.
He ain't even done it for 1 year in a row. What you talking about?
Well, he
Yes,
did
he
a
did.
little bit of something. You know what I mean? That first time they
LeBron
won
still
that
dropped
championship
off 30
2015.
points a game.
I know, but given the fact that Iggy was guarding LeBron to the best of his ability, and they won, they had to give it to Iggy because remember they wanted to give it to LeBron.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
but
and
I
Klay
said
averaged
that would have
like
been the
12
second.
points.
Yeah, that would have been the second time in
baby
NBA
Klay.
history that the losing team got an MVP for the NBA Finals. The first guy was who? Do anybody know?
Laker.
I believe it was
Yep, it's Laker.
the
It's Laker. It's
Yep.
Laker.
Oh, it was Lakers?
Yep.
Okay.
Come on, guys.
I'm sorry. I don't pay attention to the Los
Who was the
Angeles
Lakers?
Golden
They
Boys
got
too much.
the one and only MVP on a losing team. Anybody? And they played your team, Marquez. They played your team.
It was
Jerry
the
West.
Knicks.
The logo. You're looking at it right
Jerry
now.
Oh, it must
West,
have been,
right.
1971
The
is
logo,
crazy.
Jerry West.
Now, I wanted to say the logo, but that was too obvious. I just said Laker.
Y'all didn't let me finish. I knew it was Jerry West.
I just said Laker.
The
I
Knicks
said
came back
Laker.
and
I
beat
knew
them.
it.
When it happened.
Yup.
I mean, I ain't gonna
And against
disrespect
Marquez
Jerry West
team.
like that because he's a legend.
Come on, Marquez. You got to
Right,
know
the
that.
Knicks. So, but hey, the Knicks. The Knicks beat the Knicks still beat the Lakers though. So that's a
Yeah,
W.
they came back and won that series. They took that from us.
Hey, that's a W. Yep, that's a W. Sorry behind
Hey,
Jerry
lucky there
West.
was no 3-point
Now
line.
Sorry behind Jared West. Now let's go. Continue. Let's get back on this KD topic because he's still trash for leaving. He weak.
That's not weak.
Listen, that's the old. Hold on, that's the old media narrative.
Man,
you know that, right?
Thank you.
You know that's the old media
That's
narrative.
a fact. He weak.
How can you be weak
as
when
a
you're?
competitor? He weak for that.
So okay.
I don't know about that. To be honest with you.
That's
See,
weak.
if you a cast
So is LeBron weak for going to Miami?
Yes.
Yes.
So you guys consider all that's weak? Was Charles Barkley weak for going to Houston?
Nah, he was old.
Was Scottie,
it's all right. It's
was
okay
Scottie
when
Pippen
you
weak
old.
for going to
It's
Portland?
okay. Nah, he was.
Yes. Should have retired. Should have retired.
Why would he retire? He was still good.
Michael Jordan is weak for recruiting Dennis Rodman.
He ain't recruit him.
He didn't recruit him. He was traded there.
No, it
That's cap.
ain't.
He was traded there. Goofy.
They
No, he wasn't traded. He wasn't traded there.
No, they brought Dennis
was.
Rodman to him. They asked him if he can handle
Yeah,
it.
remember?
He said you can have
Yeah,
any
remember
stripper in
they
the world.
I
and he
think
signed.
San Antonio waived him, right? They waived him or cut him,
Yeah, nobody wanted him
and the
because he
Bulls
was
picked him up.
acting wild, bro.
First the Lakers got him. First the Lakers picked him up. The
Yeah,
Lakers picked him
but
up, and then the Lakers cut him.
Dex,
Then
nobody
Chicago
talks
picked him
about that. They be talking about like Dennis Rodman is this superhuman rebounder. I was like, we get that. That's what he was on the court though. But like nobody wanted dude. That's really what it
Don't
Well,
was.
matter.
obviously he's fucking
Dennis
wearing
because
still
it's
got
jerseys.
3 more
off-court
rings.
antics.
Yes,
Yes,
because
off-court antics
the
and
only
the way he
maniac
dissed Pop.
exactly, and the only
This man's
maniac
wearing a
like
white dress at
stronghold
6'9".
player in the NBA kept them in line, bro. Like, ain't no other team was like, yo, can you keep Dennis Rodman
Dennis
in check?
Rodman was the first to color his hair. Wasn't he the first to color his hair?
Tell
Did he
us.
start it
so.
that? Color
Michael
his hair in
Jordan
the
definitely
NBA?
keep him in line.
Was he?
There wasn't no other NBA player had their hair colored like that.
No, nobody. No,
I think Rodman started that trend.
Rodman's a very
Well, shit.
Rodman's a
Hell,
very
man.
unique
When you
individual
off the drugs, you
who
try
won
some
5
shit.
rings.
And then Cisco, and then after
So-
Dennis Rodman, Cisco picked it up. Remember? Cisco picked it up,
Right.
and then once Cisco picked it up, it just was like, okay, it's accepted.
Let's go.
Then
When he
Kawhi,
made
and
the
Kawhi,
thong, when he made the thong song. Do y'all remember that history? Oh, come
Then-
on, man! I'm not the only historian up here, am I?
Oh, no, I remember the thong.
I remember the thong song.
I was dancing to
Yeah,
that
Cisco
song.
had
I wasn't
colored
born when
his
the
hair
thong song came
black.
out.
The thong,
Yeah,
the
I
thong,
wasn't
thong,
born when the
thong.
thong song came out.
Now that's a hell of a
So-
song. Don't y'all laugh at that song now, and you better not laugh at that video.
I'm laughing.
That video was off the
Dex, I'm
chain.
gonna laugh at that. No. I'm gonna laugh at that video when I find it.
Let me
But,
get another history
uh,
lesson. The only reason why the
Marquez,
thong
you
song,
never seen
Oh
it?
God,
Nah, Marquez, nah.
he probably never heard the
you have to
song.
realize
The only reason,
I've never heard the
Marquez, the
song.
only reason why,
Nah,
listen, Marquez, the only reason why the
Marquez.
thong song was successful. Listen to this. The only reason why the thong song was as successful as it was is because MC Hammer came out with something similar beforehand. And what he did was came out with the salacious video called Pumps in the Bumps. I don't know if y'all remember that. And then that video is a little too salacious for
My
MTV and
grandfather talked about
VH1
it
and
once,
BET. So they remade it. And so when they remade it, they made it more of a party scene. But the original video was very, very salacious.
Interesting.
And that's how Cisco from Drew Hill, when he did a solo, was able to get that type of video across media airways without the FCC banning it because of MC Hammer.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
Well, you learn something. I'm a young guy. You learn something new every day.
Well, you need to learn that damn
Every day.
Warriors ain't
Let's
never
get back to this.
You need to learn. You need to go
Basketball
look
team.
up
Let
that
me
song,
explain why
Marquez.
Kevin
That's what you
Durant is
need to
weak.
do. You need to do that shit right now.
I'm not looking up no thong song, my guy.
I remember we used to stay up late just to watch BET Uncut. I don't know if you guys remember BET Uncut when they used to run that on BET.
About 3 o'clock
What
in the
is
morning.
that? What is that?
Yeah, some of the raciest videos
What
that
is
you'll ever see.
BT
That's
Uncut.
the first time I see
Yeah.
What
They
is
took it
that?
off the airwaves. You know, BET, like the
I'm sorry.
channel
That must have
BET,
been somewhere
Black
in the Stone
Entertainment,
Age.
Black
I know what
Entertainment TV.
BET is, but I've never heard of
Right.
BET Uncut. What?
Right,
You
they
weren't
had
never
a
stay up till
version of
3
their
in the morning?
videos that were uncut, uncensored, and that shit. And we used to stay up to watch that stuff, man. I mean, you know what I mean? And they had a lot of
Interesting,
underground
interesting.
dudes.
Okay,
They had a lot of underground dudes that became popular because of that. And so a lot
I'm
of some
sorry.
mainstream artists,
I'm
like
sorry,
Nelly
y'all
was
old
a
heads gonna
mainstream
hate me for
artist.
that.
Listen, Nelly was a mainstream artist. Ludacris was a mainstream artist. 50 Cent was a mainstream artist. And I think
Now,
Jay-Z
see, now
had
you
one too.
now. There you go,
Was making
Dex.
these
Now
uncut
you
videos.
coming more to my time period.
Fat Joe.
There you go, Dex. Now you give me artists that I know, Dex. Thank you. I don't know who Cisco is. Give me some artists
I
that I
think
know.
Big Pun had an
who
uncut
Cisco is.
video. Yeah, a lot of the
Right, there you go,
mainstream
there you
artists
go.
are going
That's
to the
my-
uncut, and they were just selling records like crazy back then, man, with them uncut versions of their songs.
Rigo getting mad at me
oh,
like I'm supposed to know what the thong song is. But let's go back to this basketball. And I'm explaining y'all
remember
why Kevin
Chuck
Durant and LeBron James are the weakest players of all time. They make me sick. Free Kevin Durant and LeBron James. I hate them.
You said free
Weak
him.
haters.
Oh.
No, hate them. They're weak. Weak.
Oh.
So what about controlling their destiny makes them weak?
Weak.
So what about controlling
You
their
can't
destiny
beat a team,
makes
so
them
you
weak?
go somewhere else to make a better team. Weak.
That sounds like
Michael
everything that
didn't leave
all the old
when
heads work
Michael
for.
didn't leave when Detroit was kicking his head in. He built a better team around him. That's what
So
happened.
I mean, he knew they
That's
just
what happened.
drafted the first round pick and Scottie Pippen, who could hoop. He didn't have to
Look,
leave.
what I will say
I mean,
is
hey,
this: Michael Jordan, his team
come on,
was
Rico, agree
trash.
with me.
So no, listen, Michael Jordan team was trash his first couple of years. So he got the pick of the
So was
litter.
LeBron. I'm
What?
not giving you that
What?
excuse, Rico.
No,
So was LeBron. I'm
no,
not giving you that
no,
excuse.
no, Marquez,
So was
no.
LeBron. I'm not giving you that
No,
excuse.
Marquez, listen. Michael
I'm
Jordan's
listening to
team
you.
was extremely trash. So his team got the
So
pick. The picks.
was.
LeBron's Cleveland's team was not that bad, dog. They was not getting
Yes,
they
they
would
were.
not
I
have
mean, with
no,
LeBron
they
on it.
weren't. No, they weren't. You gotta go look up
Yes,
his
they
early
were.
records. They were not that bad.
They were okay
Yes,
because he was on
they
the
were.
team.
Yes. Michael
Facts.
Jordan was playing and they won 17 games with him on
Mm-hmm.
the roster.
Did they ever
Have
win?
you
That
Did they
nigga's
ever
a
win when
ball
LeBron
chucker.
was?
he was on the
Did
roster
they
the
ever
second
win
year
when
he
LeBron was
broke
in
his foot?
Cleveland?
He was on the roster the second year he broke his foot. They win
Okay.
how many games? Okay, then they still make the playoffs
I mean,
magically. They still make the
right.
playoffs magically, but they have an atrocious record. So of course they still get a
Michael was
good pick.
getting pieced in by the Celtics and stronger teams. LeBron left because of the Celtics with Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen. That is weak.
But
Weak.
that's not what we're talking about. What we're saying is
I'm just telling you how
LeBron
weak
James didn't
LeBron
have
is.
the opportunity to get drafted another great player a next year
Man, I don't want to hear
or the
that
year
excuse.
after that. That's not an excuse. That's the truth.
On
That's an
top of his
excuse.
mom was getting banged by
That's
his
the truth.
teammate.
I'm not
Again,
gonna
that's
go there.
not. Hey,
That's
again, that makes LeBron even worse.
Hey, I would leave that
LeBron is
team
even
too.
more
Come on
trash
now.
for that.
nah,
LeBron's
bro.
even more trash for
LeBron
Oh,
that.
coming to the league at 17. His mama probably been like 32, 33. Some of the
Okay,
players on the team probably been in
we're
their
not going to get
20s, man.
LeBron's
And
parents
too crazy.
and
Just
degrade
kind
his
of
mom like
disrespectful.
that. We're not going to do that. LeBron is weak for leaving for leaving Cleveland to go to Miami so he can beat Boston. That's weak.
I agree with that.
I
That's
don't
weak.
think he did that
That's
to
weak.
beat Boston.
Period.
But I'm not.
Well,
He's
listen,
not
That's what
weak.
he
LeBron
said
had
out
an
his own mouth.
opportunity to wait, listen, guys. LeBron had an opportunity to beat Boston, but they had a lot of internal conflicts going on with that Cleveland team, and we all know what that was all about.
And
The
LeBron
Delonte
had problems
West and
getting
Yeah,
past
Nico just
Detroit, and
said
he
it
ended up doing
outright.
that without going to
Excuses,
Cleveland.
excuses,
he sound like
Nico
Scotty.
just
So,
said it
excuses,
let
outright.
me ask you
excuses.
the question. Let me ask you
So,
a
so
question.
Marquez.
Who been the better team, the Detroit Pistons when they had Ben Wallace and all them, or the
Dudes couldn't keep their
Celtics?
hands to themselves. You know what I'm saying, Rico?
Yeah.
They was out there just breaking the code, just doing
I want to answer
everything,
his.
man.
Wait, repeat your question, bro. Repeat your question, bro. I
LeBron
can't
say,
repeat your question, bro.
hey, Day Black. Sub for Delonte. Delonte said, check this out, stepson. You don't send
Nah,
nobody
bro.
no stuff for me.
Yeah, you see what's see where you at
Hey,
now, right? Thomas, mother.
anywho, let's
You
get
don't
back
talk to
to
your
anywho. Let's
stepdaddy
keep it
like
more on
that.
the basketball side. Answer your question. Hey,
Who been the who you think been the
who had
better
a question for
team?
me? Go ahead. Repeat your
Who
question.
you think been the better team? The Detroit Pistons with
Mm-hmm.
Ben Wallace and Chauncey Billups, or the
Mm-hmm.
Celtics when they had the big three around them?
What big three? Boston?
I mean,
Yeah, Boston.
my
With KG, Paul
but that's
Pierce,
my opinion.
Ray Allen.
I would pick
That's a good question, y'all. Who's better?
Big Four, the Detroit. It's not even
You know LeBron beat them by himself,
Detroit.
right?
It's not even
Before
close.
going to Miami.
LeBron didn't beat Ben Wallace.
And
He wasn't on that
Detroit,
team.
and guess what? Detroit got
That's when they
got
slide
their game
that
back
Dyson in it.
and got the ring too.
No, LeBron wasn't
So
on that team. He got traded for Chris Webber, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, you say what you want to say. It don't matter to me
Old
that
ass
Detroit
Chris
got that
Webber at
ring
that,
and beat
bro.
LeBron. So, suck it to you, bums. Again, LeBron James is weak.
Oh no, that
He
no
went
that
to
no that's even a
Miami.
regular question. I just want to check your basketball knowledge and see how you
I
feel
said
about certain
Detroit.
teams. You said
I said
Detroit.
Detroit. Yes,
I think
because
Detroit
let's be
with Ben
honest.
Wallace is better, but LeBron beat
Right.
Detroit without Ben Wallace. He beat him with Chris Webber. So
Okay.
I'd say
Do
Boston
y'all
is
want a
clearly
cookie
better
for
than
that?
that team.
I mean, do you want a cookie for that? Boston is good. Y'all. I think y'all
Marquez is straight
overhyping
tweaking right
Boston.
now.
I think y'all overhyping Boston right now. Okay, they only won one wing. I'm sorry.
Them Zan bars
That's
is
not a big
Man,
real.
deal.
Pistons only won one ring.
One ring. One ring. You
The
don't. You
Pistons
don't.
only won one ring.
Yeah.
And I would take the Pistons over the Celtics. Freak them.
How?
Freak the
But
white and
why?
green bums over there. I hate the
Why you say
Celtics.
that? Why
Oh,
do you
Hate
say
because
them
he a
that?
Knick
niggas.
fan.
Them
He a
bums.
Knick fan. That's why. Forgot. Larry Bird
I
been
can't
whipping
stand none of
their
you
ass.
respectfully. I
You know
can't
what I
stand
mean?
none of you
So how you
respectfully.
think that how you think that how you think that series would play, like 7-game series with that Boston team and the Detroit Pistons team? Like how you think that would have played out?
I mean, clearly on paper the Celtics would beat. I mean, it
Yeah, I
all
No,
think
we just
depends.
talking about
because
If
the Celt.
matchup.
Listen, that would have been a bloody bath, right? Because both of those teams were really serious about their defense. But I just
facts,
think Celtics have more firepower on offense, and that probably would, have them steal a game or two down the stretch.
right? But I'm just saying, y'all. People keep sleeping on as if Detroit was like some bum. I mean,
No, they
that
ain't no
defense is
bum.
what got them the ring. I mean, just being honest with you. I mean,
No,
just
they ain't no
That
bum.
Detroit team was synonymous to the no-name defense of the Miami Dolphins
72
facts.
that won a
Dolphins.
championship, that won a Super
And
Bowl.
that was phenomenal.
You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't
Beautiful.
nobody on that team just stood out. You know what I'm saying? I know you have some
Mm.
recognizable names, some notable names, but nobody just stood out that you just knew that, wow, I do not want to see that dude. You know what I mean? Probably the
I mean, they
closest
did.
person, maybe Ben Wallace in his prime.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
outside of that, there was like a no-name team that basically won playing team basketball. Because the
Right.
Spurs, on the other hand, they had somebody to stick out like a sore thumb, and that was, of course, Tim Duncan.
Right.
You
Of
know what I'm
course.
saying? Where
I'm
Detroit
not
didn't
gonna be
have
that
nobody like that.
blasphemous, but I still, again, LeBron, love him to death. He got his 4 rings. Can't take that away from him. But still, LeBron is not my top 5. I'm sorry. He'd be everybody else's top 5, but he's not my top 5. I'm
Who in
sorry.
your top five? Who in your top five?
Oh, I'm glad you asked me. You want to know who my top 5 is? Let's go. Kareem, Jordan, Russell, then we go Bird, Magic, and
I
of
always
course,
intrigued when younger people,
For a bunch of
younger
old
than me
trash
at
ass
least.
niggas.
Yeah, like that's always intriguing to me. Like, what makes you
I
put them in your
mean,
top five? Like, you
Magic,
watch a bunch of their
Jordan,
old videos or
Bill.
Start over, Marquez. I apologize.
All right, okay, I'll start
It's
over.
all niggas who's
People don't
60.
listen to me enough.
Wait
I'm
up,
gonna
wait up,
start
wait up,
over.
wait up, wait up.
I'm gonna say Kareem,
Okay.
Jordan, Bird, Magic, Wilt.
I'm
Kareem.
off this motherfucking drug.
you don't
What?
remember BET Uncut?
But you got Wilt in your top 5? You got Wilt in your top 5?
That's
Whoa.
crazy.
Oh, hell. Oh, no.
Like, I'll give him the pass for Jordan and Magic because that's kind of nostalgia. I don't
Well,
even give
fine,
a
since you
pass
don't
for.
want Wilt in my
Damn
freaking
right,
top
Larry the
5.
Bird. Damn
Right,
Skippy, boy. We
right.
rode that to the hilt.
Hey,
Man,
hey,
listen,
since fine, I'm gonna take out Wilt Chamberlain because that was a little bit.
I'll take
I'm gonna take
Dirk
out Wilt
over Larry
Chamberlain because that
Bird.
was blasphemy. I'm gonna take out Wilt Chamberlain because that was blasphemy. Karl Malone I'll put Karl Malone in my top 5.
Oh, I
I'll
matter of
put
fact,
Karl Malone
I
in
need
my
you to
top
break
5.
down break
I don't
down
got
at least
I don't
three
got
of the
nothing to
names.
say. I don't got nothing to say. I don't have nothing to say. Because if I
Marquez,
did
break
have
down.
something to say, it'd be a lot. But I'd rather not.
Rico,
I
you can go
don't
ahead and
have
say what you
nothing to
want,
say.
but that
Nah,
is my
bro, it's
list.
gone.
Hey,
I'm
listen,
Y'all
that's
good.
get
why
mad over
Shaq
one
I'm
Knight
player
good.
on my
always
list.
put
Dex,
players in
I'm
top
Respectfully,
pissed
I don't
five.
off.
think LeBron is top
I'm good.
5 because the
I,
finals was good.
I'm not
I'm
even
sorry.
mad that he said LeBron, bro. I don't even, the subject ain't even on LeBron in my mind right now, Dex. I'm mad at his top 5, and it's okay. So it's okay, Marquez. If I
Why?
told you
What's
what's
wrong with
wrong,
putting Karl
it's
Malone in
So
my
where
top
you got
5?
LeBron at?
What's wrong?
fuck LeBron. How you got
LeBron is
Karl
top
Malone
6.
ahead
But
of
you gotta,
Kobe Bryant?
but
How you got
but you
Karl
gotta
Malone ahead
remember
of
though.
Kobe Bryant?
We
Nah, I
about to
don't
get
But
up
care.
out of
Nico,
No,
I
here.
mean
how?
Rico.
Nah, bro.
You gotta
Nah, I'm
remember the
not doing this.
optimal word is my. Is my. So that's
Yeah,
just him.
My
He not
list.
saying
that's
the
why I
top.
said
He not
how.
Oh
saying
wait, you
the
say
top
I
5.
forgot Kobe.
We
You're
about
right.
to
I
get up
forgot
out of
Kobe.
here.
How?
No, I'm fault.
That's all
No,
I said.
I forgot
How?
Kobe.
No,
We
Let's
about to
no,
get up
take
out
Kobe.
of
Karl
here.
Don't
Malone.
forget.
I didn't say, I didn't
Everybody pull
critique
back
it. No,
up.
no, I didn't critique him or anything. All I said was how.
Listen, I know Nico's top 5.
We about to
Clay,
get up out of here.
Clay, Clay Thompson.
All right.
Nico top
Check
5.
back tomorrow. Check back tomorrow. Appreciate y'all.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.